What's good, motherfuckers? What's good, Sykes? What's good, Rhea? What's good, guys? You guys even watch Codm Esports anymore, guys? Oh, this is sponsored. I gotta. Yes, sir. That water empty? Yes, sir. What's unhappy? What's good, guys? Let's go, Bunny. Alright, so do you guys know what the matches are? Or whatever? It's 1:40 and I stayed up to watch this shit. Are they even getting any good matches? I DM'd Roballo about it. He told me like there's like 2 good matches possibly. It's us versus Aurora. They decent. Nexus versus Legacy team. Good one. I mean, I'm not seeing Nexus versus Tribe or anything like that. So, yawn emoji, bro. Hopefully there's some good matches though. I was just editing today, all day today, recording, focusing on my second channel, recording a bunch of esports content. Like I've literally like recorded like part 10, 11 videos for that shit, so I gotta like edit it. I edited like 4, 6 different Codm videos. It's because I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks to Mongolia in like a week, so or less than a week. So that's why I'm just trying to prepare. I've been super busy. Boss said earlier, Dodger streams. He's not showered in the 70 news because air sleep. That's crazy. What's up, Derek? How's it going, my boy? Bro, they scammed my shit though. They said 7:30 and that's 7:45, and it's late. They fucking did like a 30-minute time. Like, it's crazy. Alright, I better start, bro. I swear to God, I have to.
The Snapdragon Pro Series is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, Monster Energy, DHL, and the United States Air Force.
Oh, nice. Glitter's voice is muted. Nice job. Glitter's muted. Oh, it's because this is a clean feed. I'm stupid.
Back for day 2 of the challenge season for Call of Duty Mobile in NA, where our top 8 teams in the region continue.
I have the clean feed so I can have games
who
early.
Is the best of the best, who will make their
I can
way
see the
through
games.
to
I can see the
challenge
game
finals,
early
and of course,
than
who will
the
make their way to the
mainstream.
Codm World Championship 2024. Last week we saw the start of what Group A will bring to the table, and now it's time to see what Group B can do.
Let's go,
Ladies and
Adapt.
gentlemen, this is Snapdragon Pro Series. Welcome to the Snapdragon Pro Series, where we are about to kick off day 2 for North America here in Call of Duty Mobile, and it's going to be exciting to see what a new group of teams can bring to the table here in our competition. My name is Glitter Explosion, and I'll be your host. We got to get the boys in here as well. We're going to be walking you through all of the action here today. We've got Infinity and we've got Proper ready to go. Day 2 of the challenge season, new region after we just wrapped up EU over the last 2 days, Brody, and now we've got to see what North America could bring to the table.
Don't tell me you just woke up. Nah, I've been just working all day today.
I'm muted? Why am I muted? What the hell? Hello.
I've been editing and recording.
I wasn't here last week. I was really sad about it. I'm here this week. Time for North America. And I know this week is going to be good as well because we've got a really stacked group ahead of us. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, you were here last week.
I made a new channel though.
See how everything was going to kick off for the region, and now we've got 4 new teams to kind of set the stage for themselves. I'm excited to see what they can do.
Oh, absolutely. I think Group A last week kind of let the dust settle. The simple fact that status quo needs some competition, and that's going to be coming through today's group, through all of Group B. So still a chip on their shoulder for North America, looking to see how much improvements they can truly have for themselves, especially with World Championships looming in the distance.
Bro. New channel.
Now, if you guys at home are just joining us here for the first time and realizing that it's day 2 and you missed last week, or you want to keep up with the rest of our challenge season here for NA, just follow along on social media. Okay, we've got X, Insta, and Facebook. As long as you're following there, you'll get all the updates related to the SPS, and that way you won't miss a single second of any of the action that we've got going on here, whether it's this region or any of our other regions. And you can, of course, join our Discord at discord.gg/Snapdragon Pro Series, where you can join our community, talk all things Call of Duty Mobile, and continue to get all of those updates. Let's talk about what happened last time around, though. We'll take a look at the bracket. Obviously, we did Group A, okay, last week, and we did the first 2 upper bracket matches and then the lower bracket matches. Today,
let me see the
we're in the Group B bracket. We're doing the same thing all over again, but 4 different teams on the table here. It's going to be Nexus versus Hydra,
are there
and
any
Tribe
good
Gaming
matches
versus Hype Mobility, Brody.
Yeah, so just a couple of changes from Open Finals for you guys who watched that tournament. Hydra.
So is this all today?
Now,
is this all today?
Low-cost roster.
So how
that's
does
going
it
to be
work?
a really good matchup versus Nexus. And then we've got Hype Mobility with the former Aura team, both of which qualified for Open Finals.
I haven't watched like.
Honestly, this group is stacked. I love this group so much. You've got Nexus versus Tribe, of course. That feels like it should be the inevitable final matchup for this group. And of course, you've got Hydra in there as well. I don't think we should discount those guys just yet.
Okay.
Still feels
there we
like
go.
real potential
I should be loud enough. I'm just talking really low right now. That's why. Your cam isn't covering it.
Open finals to really work on their gameplay here, and also the opportunity to watch what that Group A bracket was bringing to the table. And don't forget,
it's basically Nexus.
Home, as we're looking at this bracket, it is double elimination. So whichever of our teams lose in the first 2 matches here today will then have another opportunity to play one more time before they are fully eliminated from the competition.
Where's
and
the group? They're
wins
down there,
will,
bro.
Of course, move on, staying in that upper bracket. We currently have 8 teams in our challenge season. Only 4
down there,
can make it
and
to
our guys
challenge
just
finals.
jumped up
that's
there.
What we're working to whittle down right now, and it'll be an exciting day to be sure, especially with some of the recognizable faces we have competing here today.
All right, so chat, is that Scooby? Yo, what's good, Dazzy? Yeah, Scooby's the one that just jumped up, and then dude is just down here all depressed and shit. What's good, Dazzy?
That survey and let us know your thoughts on all things.
Yo,
what you love,
what is it?
We want to hear from you guys, your thoughts on everything we've got going on here so
far. John Bazzi?
You'll be entered in to win a $100 gift card.
What was I trying to say?
Nice and easy. You can do it right on your mobile device. Takes 5 minutes, and we'd really appreciate
chat, is all the games today or what? Do you guys know that? Do you guys know
over here? But you saw a bracket, okay? This is now day 2 of the challenge season, so we're in the thick of everything.
Dazzy will get to you fascinating. Oh yeah, for sure. Dazzy's been doing really good on content.
This is going to be a really fun way to kick things off.
I've been just
you said it yourself there, right? Nexus
I just can't play COD as much as how he does it. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how Dazzy plays that much COD mobile, bro. That's respectable, bro. I just cannot, bro. Like, I try like to keep it in the minimum. But that's why I'm working on that second project. I'm trying 100K on this channel, get it over with, get my plaque, and then I got my second channel. What are you rooting for? I don't really have an NA team to root for, to be honest with you.
Here's a look back at, I believe this
to be honest with you,
their record so far.
I don't really have an NA team to root for.
They have not lost a map yet, but whether or not Hydra will be the first team to take it away from them, I don't know.
I think all the NA teams suck. To be honest with you guys,
they're the predecessors of Mayhem on top of Rejects, right? This is the team.
The only team I support for stage 5 is Vitality. I got support my boys Tech and Zim.
We'll talk about later on today. That was made to win championships.
Tech and Zim.
To upset them though. Hydra, as Brady already pointed out earlier, through open finals, they were playing underneath Pollos Locos, which I'll be.
I'm hoping I see like a good matchup today, like a Tribe versus like I don't know Nexus matchup. You need editor for real. I do have one, but there's no point right now. No sponsored stuff. Feels like Dazzy's on steroids on Codm live stream. Yeah, dude. I don't know how Dazzy does it, bro.
On Dream roster that also got top 6 in LATAM SPS.
I thought Estag was in Tribe.
There is a recipe.
No, he's not. That's like the last year's team.
I'm not too sure. We're all learning as we're going along, but these guys have already tasted what it feels like to be in this stage of at least a different region. Now they're gonna get their mettle tested going up against a championship.
Oh my god, bro. Are we gonna see Nuke this game, chat? Are we gonna see Nuke? Yes or no, bro? Who the hell is Hydra, bro?
Of Mexico into the North American region this season has been really fun. We also got to see last week, obviously, what Oris Esports was able to bring to the table in our competition. So, like you're saying, Pollos Locos was a fun name, although I do have to argue that the new logo
today is
for Hydra is definitely more
unfortunately, it is gonna be a sponsored stream, so I can't cuss, I can't do all that shenanigans. Oof, you know. Does it a part-time job and he streams more than you, little bit, bro? I'm telling you, bro. I don't know how he plays that much COD Mobile. I physically cannot do that. I don't know how Mans does it.
Last time around on day 1, but just also
like if I was to get paid, if I was to play COD Mobile right now, I need to get paid.
Hoping that we can get a little bit of variety out
bro,
of these teams here, Brody.
Like
we saw
nah.
that as we even made it through EU, our team started.
Like I have like 8 COD Mobile videos lined up when I go on my trip. But yeah, I've been streaming the most I can the last couple of days. But I cannot play as much as he is like every day. I cannot do that. But yeah, I do have a second channel going on, Hydra Ace Force 2. That's the game I'm going to be focusing on, chat. So I just got a notification for some reason. What's up, Dog? It's been a while, man. My guy. It's been a while. How you doing, my guy? It's been a while because I've been playing Warzone Mobile. Yes, sir. A little bit. You cursed the beginning. You cussed the beginning of the stream. Yeah. Tough, man. It is what it is, man. Bro, I am so fried, chat. I am fried, like fried, and I'm tired fried. Wait, B, did you finish Elden Ring? No, I got stuck on the last boss, bro. The last boss is literally impossible. And I just didn't have the time to keep trying because I have to do a lot of work before I leave. My little trip. My little 3-week trip. I fly out on the 15th. No, the 18th. So in 5 days. Yeah. Yeah, I still got 11 more videos to edit. Yeah, 11 of videos for the next channel. 11 videos, 11 shorts to finish. I finished 3 videos and 3 shorts for my COD Mobile channel, this channel. I still need 5 more, unless I'm lazy, 3 or 5 more videos and shorts, depending if I can get more content for COD Mobile. And yeah, bro, I got a lot of stuff, bro. I finally was able to finish all recording all of them. Can I have your room? Thanks. What you mean, Dazzy? Yo, Dazzy, slide through, bro. Slide through, bro. On God, bro. Slide through, bro. Slide through. Me and Space would love to have you.
Brody?
Man, just fried? Yeah, man. What are the levels of your abilities on Elden Ring? I have the cheese sword. Like, I have the freaking sword where, like, you go whoosh, and it goes whoosh, like, it literally, like, it's like the lava sword where you hit the ground and it freaking does, like, a front thing. Now I might be visiting for real. Alright, bet.
Hacienda or Express in every single one. These teams are really loving Express.
What do you think about the movie Dune again? That movie was fire. Holy dude, Godsley got me into that movie. That movie was fire. It was bomb. What was the other casters one on the EU stream yesterday? Were the other casters on EU yesterday? These 3 guys like carry the whole esports, bro. Bobby's not there, bro. These 3 are like literally the carries right now.
what is working for them.
Wait, never mind. Your attention span is terrible.
Season 5, and it's been
what are you talking about?
Now our match is just a few minutes away from getting ready.
Lady said,
to go.
what?
So chat,
what are you talking about, Star?
Be a good time to ask you your thoughts on this.
She's gaslighting me right now.
To hear from our casters a little bit about their thoughts on analysis side.
What is known that what is known that fell asleep? What are you talking about, Star?
The first match here of day 2. This is the first match, obviously, for Group B as well. So will it be Nexus or will it be the newly named Hydra?
You guys want to see what I was working on too?
To start things off. One more reminder, whoever does lose, don't worry, they'll get knocked down to the elimination bracket, so they're not out of the competition yet. But
I got a little project working on, a little website. You guys will be seeing pretty soon.
A squad. So if
I've been working on some stuff.
Stick with us throughout the entire
I won't show that much.
And you'll see which team will be one of the first to go out. Same thing happened last week in Group A as well, and we'll continue on the competition.
See what I've been working on. I've been working on a big project.
Now that you know the lay of the land, it should be about ready. I'm excited to see what we can do for the first match of the day here in Group B. So, Brody, Proper, let's get into it.
Meet local men near you.
Bro,
yo, Dawes, you on Grinder, my guy? You love being on Grinder? Alright, bro. Let me see the clean feed, and hopefully we're ahead. We can start the game.
America in the open finals. That was a matchup against Tribe Gaming. Now you could argue Tribe, maybe they're a little bit better than Nexus, or maybe they've been doing better in scrims, but I mean, looking at that matchup, it didn't go well for Hydra. I think it's fair to say it was a Summit hard point that was relatively competitive, but when they got into the search and destroy, they got destroyed. So does that mean anything for this?
This is the clean feed.
Does it change things a little bit for Nexus?
I don't think it does, not at all. Again, I think this is a David versus Goliath situation if we've ever ridden one. Look, you can have
Nexus versus freaking Hydra. I don't know what Hydra is. Nexus winning? Yeah, that's what I figured.
The likelihood of Tribe, not to mention
how you know about Grinder?
They played at the
Dawes, you told me, bro.
I guess the
now Dawes definitely gets more
for quite some time,
misses than
so they
anyone in this
already
channel.
understand what it feels like to play at that pace. So they're not going to get caught off guard when they inevitably do end up facing Tribe.
Motherfucker,
in this stage alone.
Do you still stream on your fucking iPad? Freaking iPad? Frick, man. Bro, GG's. Dawes, you stream on your iPad still? Bro, go get yourself a capture card. I know you have decent AdSense revenue. You can get a budget PC for the amount of money you're getting monthly from your YouTube check. Get yourself a PC. Stop being lazy. Get a capture card. Get a camera. Get a freaking microphone. It would only be like max $2,000. Only max $2,000 for a full setup. And you're chilling, bro. Dawsy, bro. Tell him because he streams on he still streams on his iPad. He has a little freaking chat on the side.
Here in the finals bracket to be able to then go on to the next stage and might not feel a little more confident.
Bro, what was that little like? He has a little chat. He was like scrolling his chat. Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, I think they are certainly the underdog team, right? I think the only thing that kind of adds an asterisk.
No, I didn't know. He didn't tell me anything. I was just kind of like bringing it up because I was on the stream like earlier today.
Last season in the LATAM region, and honestly, they didn't do that well, right? I mean, we're looking at an Undream roster that plays 6th, an Oculus roster that plays 7th, and it doesn't bode well when you're going up against a mixture of players that, for the most part, did get top 3. Obviously, Mayhem, technically speaking, finished 4th last season thanks to a DQ. Guys, we don't need to talk about it too much. But
what is it? You finished streaming?
And you're also looking at a Rejects roster, right? That obviously
pick up somebody
all the way towards 3rd. So, well, technically 2nd.
Alright, bro. I'm stuck here for 4 hours, bro.
It is still important to know.
You saw they're back there. You're gonna make some stuff.
It's gonna be really, really difficult, and it does, as you said, feel
check the group chat
versus Goliath scenario here between these.
The fucking space doing here. He's sleepovering. He's sleepovering. We're having a sleepover party.
Just gonna address this now. I know
what's up, Void?
YouTube chat are gonna be like,
what's up?
These guys speaking Japanese.
Yeah, he delivers. He slid through. Yo, Void, bro. Bro. I saw the tweet you did on Grizz, bro.
I'm very excited for this matchup, Andy. It is gonna be a really good one, I think.
Bro, don't bring that to my feed ever again, bro. Don't do it, please.
It's surely gonna be this one, right?
I don't know. I have reasons to say otherwise, but
alright, bro. I just want to stop the yapping. I want to hear play watch the freaking game.
Between our opening first few
The shooter was Bobby.
Be closer, and I'd say just
the shooter was Bobby, just like how to aim is Ace Force 2, bro. Literally, bro. Holy, bro. I've seen so many messed up memes of that Trump situation assassination attempt. Holy chat. Holy chat.
I mean, there's been so many different times that we talk about it on a global stage that a lot of teams that do have a lot of time spent playing in the
Void knows what I'm talking about. Void knows what tweet I'm freaking talking about. The one he posted on Grizz, bro. That shit was on my feet. I was like, hell nah. You know, tears when Little B goes full cam. Bro almost got assassinated and bro's laughing. I'm laughing because Bobby's aim is relatable. Man shot 8 shots and only freaking trimmed the head ears, bro. That's like sad. I did not know what you're talking about. Alright, bro. We both know what we're talking. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, this is Just team. They actually might have a chance. This is a team I know. Chad, do you guys want to hear what the casters or nah? Do you guys want to see the casters or nah? Or you guys want to just hear me yap? Let me see if the camera is like good. My freaking big ass head is blocking like everything. Here, let's do here. Is that fine? No, let's actually go back over here. There you go. We're good now. Yeah, so you guys can see that. Okay, starting off on the first point hill. Hydra up 20 points. Nexus getting the brand new hill here, taking full control of the area. This actually might be a competitive game because looking at the Hydra team, they got Saucy and Fabuloso and Just and Fix. I don't know who the frick Fixo is, but I know Just, Fabuloso, and Saucy. Saucy hacks. But yeah. I don't know, but what I've heard of it from Robalos, this Nexus team has been frying, so no casters, bro. All right, bro. I do not know what you're talking about. Don't worry about it. Let me know if the audio and freaking volume is good, chat. Let me know. I would say, honestly, chat, I would say, just looking at the team, just looking at the names on the team, I would say this is like a 65-35% matchup. I'm not gonna lie. 65-35, I would say. Obviously 65% to Nexus, but 35% to Hydra, I would say. Bro, this Odin meta is cringe, bro. Like, bro, I hate the Odin, bro. That thing is so like ass. That thing is so like no skill, bro. Get the casters back. All right, bro. Y'all want the casters, bro? Y'all want the casters? All right, bro. Eat my balls.
Have now come through the wings.
It's shitter quality, by the way. It's shitter quality.
So. If you are Hydra at this point in time, because the rotation isn't exactly next door, but they are putting a lot of numbers just to try to break the back 8 seconds. They will find success in doing so, but now their numbers lacking over towards stats.
Yeah, I was going to say that is a lot to put in towards scrap time there, and you do take about 10 to 15 seconds away from Nexus, but was it worth it considering now you're losing a blue kill feed away to Nexus? Nexus are going to be the first team to touch over by Newt. Play number 3 was sat inside. Cartels will get taken down. So Fixo should be able to slide in here. Fixo actually going to find S-Thug as well. Perhaps Jez can be the player to take Hydra out of this hard point. Hydra just chilling inside of the moment. Fixo trying to play his life. That's not going to happen. But Jez still needs to find more gunfights here. S-Thug up top will pick up that gunfight. It's so back and forth towards this hill. Hydra, with those back spawns, should continue to have the reinforcements coming on through. S-Thug now looking to pressurize as Cartels and Kings pick up gunfights here. Nexus are keeping Hydra out of this hill here.
Yo, this is a close game, chat. This is a close game. The way
that Hydra kind of read that situation from all the numbers that they were throwing at the scrap time of P2. Bro. They elected to go all the way through office, knowing that they didn't have numbers or information on the north side of the map all the way through the warehouse. So they fought for the better side of the map. They kind of got good access to that high ground that you currently see one Nexus member just kind of jump off from the top rows of S-Thug, but this is a good, successful hard point coming from
Hydra. I'm always rooting for upsets, chat. I'm not really rooting for NA teams. So. I don't really care about the NA teams, honestly.
They're going to be sitting pretty when it comes down to this break potential as well, getting spawns nearby. They just got to try to work through this courtyard, Brody.
I want Prime Jez show.
Nexus just going to be chilling. Now we're going to start to see some of those operators coming out to play. Cartel's the War Machine. S-Thug here with the Sparrow as well. Nexus trying to use them to keep control of this one, but keep an eye on Hydra because they've got a lot of operators ready to go if they want to use them. 3 being invested here from Nexus. S-Thug finding a hell of a lot of value. I think that was 3 kills in a row for him as Nexus hold on towards this time. They're reading the spawns perfectly. Raph, does he know though?
Oh, that's huge kill.
Huge kill. He's going to pick up that kill. King's now going to go down by Eustace as well. Used with kill from the equalizers. This is 3 in a row for him. Hydra will break through, and they only need a couple of operators to do it.
And the most pretty thing coming away from that P3 is that Hydra didn't use any operators to try to hold on to the majority of that time. They were using it in response for this. For P4, the immediate time when Raph was about halfway to utilizing their equalizer, Use just flies on in.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, Hydra's got a chance, dude. They got some good players in their team. They're all pretty even. Like Hydra, like all the motherfuckers on Hydra's team are all equal kills. But look at the freaking Nexus. They got like 2 people popping off, 3 people popping off. The other 2 are really slow right now.
Yeah, you really do need to break this. Fixo is a good start though. A couple of kills with the R9. That thing can be deadly at close range. More kills being made by Hydra. Starting to really pressure here. Player spawning out from Nexus will be Jez, as the rest of the players now starting to really feel the heat from Hydra. Can they find their way through? Fabuloso with a jump up top is going to get shut down. Now players towards that left side as well. Nice double coming through from Cartels. Nexus braving the storm gear for the moment. Hydra still trying to filter through from that last hard point side. Fixo is going to be the player if anything to do anything in this situation. We'll get 1 kill with the R9 again, and it's still trades galore. It's still close spawns for Nexus. They are hanging on.
Yeah, they sure are. And again, it mostly comes through those green useless building positioning, right? You can watch everybody try to maneuver their way all the way through P3, where Fixo's trying to battle from, is going to be able to at least find that kill.
Is Fixo that young Nexus rookie that's like popping off? Is he that kid?
That one building alone,
I'm not sure. I heard his name somewhere on Twitter.
Inside the hard point, they can start cycling numbers back inside the time. So what was a very close first set of rotations, Nexus will barely pull ahead. It's 133 to 105. Back to P1 we go.
See how much time Nexus can take away on
I
this
swear
hard point.
I've seen Fixo's name somewhere in the ESI.
I'm not sure. 20 kills is going to find a couple with the Sparrow.
He's doing really good right now. The R9. He's putting up numbers like with ARL.
Now King sat inside. Houston Fixo trying to assault. Nice little pitch play coming through for that time. Hydra no. Still
they got spawns too. If they take S-Down, S-Thug here.
This is big time for Hydra can get if they go for it. S-Thug wants to go for it himself though, sliding towards the hard point with the weapon in his hand. He's going to get it done. Now switching over towards the operator, switching over towards the Sparrow. What value can he find? Players all the way in front of him here. Has the support from his teammates as well. The Sparrow will go away, but next up to bat will be Jez with the claw. Nexus using the operators now to try and garner this time, but keep an eye on that rotation as well, because Hydra just flipped it out. This is not a terrible position for Hydra
Spawns
whatsoever.
are flipped too, so Hydra's got spawns here. They're gonna try to 5-man break here. They covered him. Oh my god, they still got the freaking hill.
All the way through office again. Hydra have found value with it, not only just
and they got new here though. They got new
to be able to get over towards P2, utilizing the south side of the
mini map. Drink some water, brush.
Were able to garner a lot of time off of P1, but now
Jez picked it up though. He picked it up on P1 again.
Difficult break going over towards P2. They do have a
King's got annihilated huge here. He has to get some value off his annihilator.
Hydra had 2 of their
own.
own
Let's see what's King's annihilator here does.
This should be some
Gets one.
coming out from both of the sides now.
2.
Kings with the Annihilator has already found a couple of kills. How much more damage can Kings do? He's going to get caught out there by Used. So
too close quarter. Oh, Cartels
now coming out from Fabuloso, but it's a full blue kill feed here. Cartels with a couple of kills with the War Machine. He's continuing.
On how you didn't kill Saucy there.
The Hydra should have held on to.
Hydra still got point there.
A couple of kills coming through for across the board here from Hydra will mean that they do so. Jez still attempting for the back 20 seconds. Couple of players
Nexus gotta give it up and play.
But an unsuccessful attempt from Nexus at breaking that hard point time. Hydra will take the lead once again. P2 reigns.
This is a close game. Everybody's playing so. What I'm looking at Hydra is they're playing a lot. I mean, both teams are playing. Oh my god, he got shit on.
The gravity vortex gun shut down a lot of those narrow choke points. And Cartels was the last alive there with the War Machine.
I mean, both teams are playing really good teamwork right
Still had those Bufon fence spawns for Hydra. So as you point out there, 12-point lead. Now we rotate back over towards P3 once again.
Dude, like the kills are so close.
Manipulating all the way through warehouse, trying to get their players closer
towards
this hard point to try to contest through the smoke. You can just hold down the trigger if you are Nexus. They start to find the kills, but Fabuloso's right here to knock 2 more down.
They just break it? They just broke the hill.
Break with the first 15 seconds.
Juice!
In the middle of the map. Will find 3. Hydra now just on a complete tear, and Juice will continue kids as well. Hydra.
Juiced, bruh.
A huge moment in this game to get control of this hill. They have a 20-point lead, and it is expanding as they continue to control this hard point. Nexus try as they might to get in towards this chime. Try as they might to take Hydra away from it. They just can't get it done. Andy, Again, Hydra in control, looking for the back 15 seconds now. And again, with this hill control, they might actually be able to get some kind of path towards new as well, especially
They're
as
feeding them
Yusu's picking up
streaks
these
now.
gunfights.
They're literally, it's all yellow. It's all yellow. Y'all gotta chill the hell out, bro. If y'all gonna win, bro, y'all gotta chill the hell out. Oh my god.
The gravity vortex gun, not able to at least get a good line of sight on where a lot of these players are coming from, but still has an operator. And you know that Nexus are going to be thinking about that before they try to break them all the way in, unless King says otherwise. 4 quick kills. Fabuloso's not necessarily a part of this until he finally comes downstairs, but Kings will go up on 4 in a row. The break comes through at a moment's notice. Nexus will
just has his equalizer here to break. That equalizer might be annoying.
And Nexus really do need this time. Kings is going to pick up a couple of kills here.
You're going to pull the equalizer, my boy?
Trying to get this done.
We're going to pull those equalizers.
I got to imagine Hydra will give this a good shake. And then, of course, they'll rotate towards New because they do have those spawns as it currently stands. Used from up top, though. Has he found the perfect route in?
He gets cleared by the war machine. And his war machine's gone. He has the QXR. What the hell? Who the hell used the QXR? They broke it.
Also, finding some gunfights of their own and Noisy continuing. This is not good for Nexus on this hard point. They are going to have to give this time away.
Saucy's kills are going to be huge here. He dies. That's
and they do have the rotation, but look at the time.
Hydra, huge kill from
Jasmine Kings there. Need one more break, and they're already starting to flood players at least over past the picket fence. They try to get
they got to get top control. What Hydra's got to do is they got to reset. Nexus still got a chance here.
Off of this hard point. Can they do the same thing again? A claw gets pulled out premature to the hard point actually becoming active. It is set up Raph to be able to find 3 more. So middle of the map secure. Not as strong as the setups Nexus had on the previous set, but still a setup to have for themselves they need to hold.
They do.
I can see a universe where Hydra chooses actually.
Nice thug. Picking up all these kills. Nexus holding here for the moment. Has to be perfect. Raph now extending himself out of the hard point as well. They know that
what
Hydra
is Raph doing? Why is he even open like
close.
that?
Raph finally going to go down now. Cartel's on the other side. Will pick up a double through the middle of the map now. Kings is also picking up some of these kills.
They could win this, guys. They could win this, guys.
Nexus, Hydra cannot get past Kings. They definitely can't get past Kings in this situation. 3 in a row for Kim. Hydra trying to find their way through. Only 1 kill to the name. Has 1 player.
The war machine.
It's going to do so. Saucy will find a kill. Thug inside though, gets a kill on trophy system. Jazz and Cartels also there for the kills.
It's GG's.
Nexus might have just made the comeback to kick off this
I told you guys. I
in
could see it happen, dude.
fashion. Nexus will get it done. This is actually and if you're Hydra, you are totally disappointed about that.
That was unfortunate.
I'm frustrated for them, honestly. I mean, that is just, again, back-to-back P5s that you have just about a flawless hold on. And that's just impressive within its own right, given how a lot of those hard points and rotations did kind of happen, specifically for Hydra. The way that they were able to manipulate the entirety of Office to be able to see the time that they did. Their breaks were sublime, but then came down to P5 again and again. And realistically, the only difference as far as the scoreline is concerned, Brody, was about the 40 points that Nexus got on P1 in the second set. I'll be candid. That is the only difference in between that scoreline should Hydra be able to actually work that break the way that they were trying to for all the P2 spawns within the second set. They would have been able to call game at the end of P4, but Nexus, as you said,
what's up,
the end of P4, they were quite okay with it because they knew they had to set up over towards P5. There was no more response, no more fuel left in the tank for Hydra to be able to answer back with the operators that got pulled on P5 specifically for the Annihilator that finally called game from Kings. It was Hydra that were always a little bit further forward than Nexus as far as investment, return of investment, I should say, for their operator usage until Kings called game there at the end of P5. Very, very close, not only in the scoreline, but also in the slaying. Hydra came to play.
Hydra absolutely came to play. We weren't really sure what to expect from them. I know, of course, they were competitive in hardpoint when they played Tribe in open finals. They weren't competitive in Search and Destroy. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. I was hoping that Hydra took that hardpoint,
is able to drop 30 besides Fixo. And honestly, that's not the end of the world. It shows great team efforts from both sides, but a special shout out to Fabuloso, finishing at 38 and 28 with over 1 minute inside the hardpoint. A big reason why Hydra are as far ahead as they were in that game, but it just wasn't enough to stop this Nexus roster. Again, one of the NA powerhouses we're keeping an eye out for this season, able to clutch up at the end of map number 1 to go 1-0 up in the series. And I briefly mentioned it just then. We talk about Search and Destroy, and going back to open finals, the last time Hydra played a team of this caliber was versus Tribe, and they lost 7-0. They got LG'd in that game. It wasn't good.
That's Is that a phrase now? Are we coining that?
That's a thing.
That's a little tough. I was there for that, man. It was yeesh.
It was
I digress, but it's one of those things again. It's tough to be able to look at this Hydra roster and going into map number 1, seeing the hack PR and just being like, well, Nexus picked this, and that's a must-win map number 1. Because what happened, to Brody's point, when you kind of got slammed last time you played a top squadron here in North America, Call of Duty Mobile. Always love to be surprised, though. I mean, Hydra played absolutely great. Bring back Bobby for real. It's Tunisia. You know, it's defensive-sided. To see what Hydra can do as they're on offense first.
Let's see, very different map, it should be said. It was an express search and destroy in which Hydra did get slammed by Tribe.
Yeah, the LG comment is pretty toxic, I'm not gonna lie.
See if Tunisia plays any differently, of course. We've talked a lot about how Tunisia search and destroy is very defensively sided, but I think teams over the course of the last couple of seasons of SPS have gotten a lot better.
All right, let's see how this S&D is played, man.
Breaking sights on offense. Hydra now going to try.
Hydra got the 2 sniper strat.
What does the setup look like here for Nexus, and how do you break it? Trophy system will stop an A from hitting anything and gaining any information for Hydra over the top. So they're going to have to do this a little bit more bravely. Just jump out into the open and pick up the first blood.
Oh, Sniper's being held on the cross for Jez, but Saucy and be able to catch Jez in between scopes. So now you got numbers. You may think that might be an A open bomb site, but Hydra's still lacking information for a few of these crucial corners.
Kill coming through from Fixo. Hydra trying to find their way onto a site. Not when Kings is there. Not on your Nelly, mate. Kings on 3 in a row. Noisy will trade on out. Kings still work to do here. Still looking for the ace. Secure it in this round. On the other side, Esto's going to go down. So Kings now has the ace to win this one out. R9 not so great at that range. It will tag Saucy. It will not pick up the gunfight. He goes for the kill. He will actually get it. Noisy is not there to trade on out, and he will pick up the final kill in the round. Noisy saves it for Hydra and stops an ace from coming from through.
That's unfortunate.
But geez, that was close.
You think Kings is still feeling hot off of that annihilator call at the end of Hackney Yard? Guys, Shmoo, he had information on everybody, by the way, but Hydra gonna be able to utilize their numbers. See any pace differences here? Well, no, not gonna really matter at all. I mean, Raph, hey, welcome back to the lobby. Kings found first blood plus an extra with a nade. A little bit of popcorn action to start round 2.
Great start coming out from Nexus. This will slow things up quite significantly for Hydra who own it. They had their heart set on a B push. Now, flailing in this round. I think they're waiting right now just for some kind of over-aggression from Nexus. Again, though, that's a lot to ask for. I don't think Nexus is the kind of team to give it away.
No information. It's still information, Jez, though. Gets the hit marker, wants to go for the chase, and well, Saucy will at least find one trade, still lacking 1. For this execute that is currently being put together as at least a little bit of a fake. There's a lot of information that's being thrown over towards A offensively via Hydra. But the bomb being carried by Fabuloso is just waiting.
Who's winning right now? Nexus up 1-0.
To try to execute over towards B, so to clear a lot of space over there. Is Nexus... They're going to expect this? I mean, there's nobody turning back.
And if Nexus fumble this round now, this would be
He's cleared everything.
And Nexus have just fully given up the site here. Fabuloso now going to make his position known. Hydra very happy now to get this bomb down for free. Nexus need to be fast about this retake. Have to hit this at the same time as well. Used around the backline. Ideally will be the first one to go down. I'm not too sure whether that stun did just connect on towards Esfug. Either way, Nexus need to be fast about this. Here we go. Esfug over the top. Going to spot up Fabuloso. Used is going to get a double kill. Fabuloso down low will take Kings down. Now Cartels. Was a 1v3, now a 1v2. Source is going to get it done. Nexus give up the site. And Hydra pull off a 3 versus 5.
Kings found the first 2 picks with 1 frag grenade. And Hydra still were able to catch them lacking on a nice bait play that came through on a response over towards A.
Everybody has 0
I found the B site completely vacated. Nexus surely won't let that happen again.
Cartels did get a nade kill, living up to his name. That's a hell of a saucy snipe right there. Evens the odds in this round right off the rip. Hydra successful previously at getting on towards the A side. Keep an eye on Nexus though. You've got a couple of players enacting a flank. Jez has already picked up a player attempting to get on towards the bomb as well. It's been read by Noisy. Out the pistol goes for Kings. Doesn't matter if it's a pistol or the AR in his hand. He's going to get that kill regardless. That's going to send Saucy back to try and deal with a threat. And he might have just got some good timing here on the rotation through the middle of the map. Can they get the kill though? No. Not crisp enough shots. And now after all that, Fixo's left up in a 1 versus 4. On the bright side, silver lining here, he's got the bomb.
Got a hunting party coming for him. Kings and S-Dug. Oh, he gets bad timing. Or is it the best timing? If he gets that first kill very cleanly, it might be talking, but Kings is just going to get for the double chow and completely wipe Fixo off the map. So Nexus finally stopped the bleeding, and I love this adaptation that we got from them finally. A lot more forward positioning coming off through the middle of the map, albeit a 1-for-1 trade. They did not relent off of that pressure, just making sure if they saw any information over towards A, trap them inside a winery. It works about 99.9% of the time.
Alrighty, well, first round on the board here for Nexus.
What is he trying to do? He's trying to do a nade lineup or what?
You're not full foul to a double nade off the start of this round, but it is still the same site of attack. Here we go. Used entry player.
Why would you just go by yourself?
Big pick from S-Star. Great trade coming through from Fixo, though. Hydra, no. They need to brute force their one towards the site. Kings, the sole holder of the site now. The arbiter of it will find 1 kill. Gonna get traded out from Fabuloso now. Hydra, they're in the site. Nexus towards the back. Raph again wants to get control. Saucy takes him down. Good trade coming through from Jez. Now a 2 versus 2.
What the hell? This gun's blocking the way.
Snipers on both sides, still very actively holding this cross, but Saucy's kind of trapped. He's kind of worried about the timing, but oh, they got fooled once, and both Nexus truly thought that it might have been going over towards A, but it's a fake for the plant. Are they too far to hear that audio cue? Did they clear all of A? They're quickly starting to rotate back over towards B. Cartels and Jez. Might catch some good timing here.
No, what did they lost about?
Yeah, nice shot from Jez as well.
Is Hydra like brain dead?
How noisy can you be?
What?
For a 1 versus 2.
Oh, so obvious that you had a free.
Nothing silenced by Jez as the snipe comes through towards the end
like,
around
Nexus.
Plant
or just dip out.
Retake the site. Hydra though, they're very good
at
at getting
like
onto these sites, Andy.
A poo-poo they really are, and they found a lot of good success once they do finally get a couple good footholds on the bomb site itself. But that hesitation comes through from Noisy instead of planting the bomb.
I'm trying to get there as soon as possible, bro.
Could have potentially been the difference maker in between putting themselves in a win condition or not. All tied up in around number 5. Back over towards an A offense we go. Nate ceremoniously thrown over towards the top. And Nexus are taking a lot of map away past B.
Big kill coming through the middle of the map from Cartels. Nice read on towards Used.
Yeah, I think Nexus is going to take this one, to be honest with you guys. Just looking how it goes. The first 3 rounds that they lost was kind of like... was really close. It was 50-50 rounds, like clutch rounds.
Nexus not so fast to try and over-aggress here on the flank. And I think that's what Hydra are currently concerned about.
Yeah, they sure are. We've been here before. If you are Hydra, just trapped around Winery, just trying to work for that pick. Fabuloso looking to land at least one of these shots. He's just getting played with. Here comes the jump challenge. Still misses a little bit wide. Drop shot, no. Oh, Fabuloso finally lands the shot.
He knows in that corner too.
Albeit finally given to him. Dancing right in front of him. Cartels will find another. And you know where the last 2 players are located at least one for sure. Still trapped inside a winery. Nexus fully aware of that. Still sending us very quickly on the flank just to make sure that these players feel relatively trapped. 40 seconds remain.
Yeah, to be fair, I think if Raph does go down there, this is a plausible round still for Hydra. And that Raph is able to get away scot-free. Now has the reinforcement. His besties are on the site as well. It's just so difficult for Hydra. Need something crazy. Not going to happen. Fabuloso, good effort, my friend. But Raph's going to take you down just like that. And now it's down to Fixo. 1 versus 4.
Oof.
And he's going to get shut down. Big kill from Cartels. Big round from Nexus. You can't afford to lose too many on the defense.
Oh, I mean, they lost the first 2. And I was ready to start putting some wind in the sails for the Hydra flag of just saying, wow, these guys have truly figured out offense on Tunisia. But Nexus just getting a little bit more aggressive to the middle of the map, trapping them. Hydra trying to match that pace very quickly over towards B this time.
We go. Oh, Kings! Kings is doing it again. No Annihilator this time.
Oh, both of them are one-shot. Noisy and Saucy are both one-shot too.
Off the back of King's heroics. Nexus will still have to get back on towards the site, but Hydra, they don't know about that. They're waiting for this peak to come through, and Saucy really needs to hit that shot. He really needs to hit this shot. Jez is not the kind of guy to miss, though. Looking for it. Anything. Give him an elbow. And Jez will take it. It's just a distraction play.
Bro, is he just baiting or
some personal cartels and Raph get it done. Nexus finish out the half. Oof. 4 rounds to their name.
Off of winning the initial 2. In one of those rounds, Kings almost found the ace. We have a 4-2 half. Now it's Nexus's turn on the offense. Are 2 rounds good enough potentially to try to force at least into overtime, let alone take this map for Hydra? Only time will tell. Kings, though, has 10 kills for 6 rounds of play, which is just absurd. To pass it over towards B, it's going to be a battle through the steps, and Raph will find that first blood unused.
Big first blood. I will say fair play to Fabuloso. Hasn't been shaken off this whatsoever, but he has now just been taken down. Raph pushes out towards the middle of the map and will be punished for it.
Execute.
Noisy 1 versus 4. Jez didn't expect him to be transferring through the middle of the map, so he'll catch Jez off guard. Brings us down to a 1 versus 3. Yeah, still,
Nexus is winning this
huge
one.
Ask. Noisy. Has to be loud, has to be proud, and he's
just
neither
how,
in that situation. Shut down
going.
Nexus.
Nexus is
just brash their way on towards the B site, and it's totally theirs.
And just an immediate stark difference of what we're talking about for Hydra versus some of these top teams. I mean, Nexus fundamentally, how many times through these 7 rounds of play have we seen just them being able to isolate the information, but making sure that they don't go in at least for 1? They are always playing for the trade more often than not, unless it's a first blood kill. This is just one of the fundamentals that we're going to continuously talk about for Nexus, Tribe, and many other teams to come until we see what they look like on a global scale. First blood for Nexus again, 2 rounds away from going up 2-0 in this best of 5.
This round is significantly slower from Nexus. I feel Hydra out before making the move forward.
Your head, it's over. No, it's not that. It's also like the team strategy. You can tell by like how they're playing
actually going to be the entry player with the bomb as well.
They coordinated. I think Nexus just shows way more coordination than Hydra. Hydra, like they seem like lost. I'm not gonna lie. They seem like little toddlers.
Once again have B-side control.
And they're just going to get trapped. I mean, Fixer's going to find the trade, but then not too far away as another Nexus.
Alright, bro, just get this a 3-0 sweep. Get this over with. What's the next game?
6 rounds in a row, even through the swap back over towards offense. Nexus are making it look easy.
Drivers and mobility. I don't know what mobility's team is.
A little bit more passive through the middle of the map to be able to work some of these picks.
You guys know what the mobility roster
They're
is?
Giving you every single taste that Tunisia has to offer this time over towards A.
Just one more round. Nexus take this search and destroy and a commanding 2-0 lead in this series. Raph getting aggressive. They want this round to be done. This search and destroy to be done here and now. Raph will only get a shot. But Nexus bullied their way on towards site, and now Jez is finding value off the back of it.
What's going on?
Re-entry used to Fabuloso, also finding value here. S5 the only one to get anything whatsoever. And Hydra, they might have been bullied out of the site, but they will bully their way back through.
They had a collective like maybe 45 to 50 HP. What was it to think if he had an R9 in his hand, maybe he finds both those kills? I'm not too sure. It's not the universe we're living in. Hydra are able to exist for another round. Into round 10 we go. We're able to shut down the aggression over towards A. What does Nexus have to offer this time around? Very forward approach for Raph up towards this railing. Almost expecting to get met for first blood, but not going to be the case. Hydra kind of back down, just holding their angles.
And it is going to be a similar look once again here from Nexus. When they've done this before, they have gone towards B. So I think that might still be the play. Eustace just spotted it out, I think. Towards the other side, Fabuloso is going to get the pick from the back off the B side. And Eustace is going to find both kills. And this is the problem. I mentioned it very briefly in that last round. When you've got S-Thug being the bomb carrier and the entry player simultaneously, you leave yourself in a bit of a sticky spot. Jez now for a 1v5.
This is what you needed from Eustace. He was popping off continuously through map number 1. Need a little bit more of these lurking plays, and then we're going to be talking about the conversations
I never
for
tried
some
that.
overtime.
I never unlocked that.
Though, 1v5. I mean, you never really want to count.
I remember that gun coming out when I took a
play with. Not to mention, has to be able to pick up the bomb in no man's land. Should have a freebie here on a Noisy.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Yes, we haven't seen one of these in forever. Thanks, Jez. We appreciate you, buddy. Down you go, Noisy. Bit of embarrassment there. Adds a bit of entertainment for a 1 versus 5.
Funny.
Still makes this.
There was no reaction out of his teammates, by the way.
What?
Oh. He's gonna slide down here the double doors, and he's gonna be met with 2 Hydra members. But
this is stage 3.
I don't know, Brody. Hey, if you're getting assassinated like that, I'm dropping everything I'm doing. I'm sprinting over there trying to cancel it, even albeit in a 1v odd situation. I'm saving your life, buddy.
I don't think you'd make it. I'll be honest with you, bud.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think either of us would make it in that situation.
There's different stages. This is like NA qualifiers, so if you do good in this one, you qualify to the World Championship, basically.
Nexus now looking to get their way on towards A. Previously, they were able to do it, and they draw the first blood this time around as well.
I saw that was crazy.
The LMG to get this one done.
Down they came with one of the most baddest pictures of
Hydra now. How fast can they be at this retake?
I mean, they're all kind of trapped, right? I mean, not only are you just lacking that one member, there's nobody to potentially go on a flank. Look at the way that Hydra are trying to play for this. They're looking for a pick either through their side of the map or through mid, and they've waited too long. 2v5.
Bro, if there's a break during the game, I'll be so mad.
Have you got
better
the
be no break.
It's a 1 kill. But still, time is really his biggest enemy in this situation. This feels like a foregone conclusion, and it will be the R9 of Kings that takes him down in the end. It feels quite poetic that that's the case. As Kings finishes that search and destroy with 13 kills, a huge reason why Nexus are as dominant as they are. Hydra, they fought back towards the end, but too little too late.
Yep, just moments too late, or maybe a moment too early. I don't know. I mean, they kind of popped off in those first 2 rounds. Let alone, I mean, it almost came through in an absolute crazy ace from Kings. What was that, round number 1? But I digress. It's one of those things that Hydra actually showed really good prowess through their offensive rounds, being able to turn a disadvantage into their ultimate advantage, working on bait plays, being able to work information to be able to flip numbers and get the bomb planted over at B. Some hesitation came through, and then that's when Nexus truly did strike. Well, that's when they started realizing, oh, so if we dictate the pace of the middle of the map and we're able to work that first blood, Hydra simply have no response, no rebuttal, barely whatsoever. And that was absolutely the case. Here's that assassination one more time. Very anticlimactic. And I'm not going to cap you, Brody. They would have came close to saving their friends' lives. It would have been close.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I would have tried.
He thought about it for a while, to be fair. He was sitting there like, do I go for this? Like, I think he was probably having a conversation with his teammates like, hey guys, should I, you know, I know there's still time here and that's not really on my side.
Like when the ghost is like slowly pulling you away, just ruin the round.
Yeah.
Remember me.
Do I go for it? Yeah, he went for it. Nice. Lovely played from Jez. He's going to finish out 13 kills, as I already said, as is Kings. 13 apiece between those two players.
Did you guys see the new Mr. Beast video, guys?
On the back of their vigor will win the search and destroy. And for the other side, nobody really popping off in the way that we wanted them to. We saw some great moments coming out from Noisy, a couple of big 2 pieces that kept Hydra in the game in some rounds. But beyond that, they were mostly muted. Nexus, starting off this series really strong. I will say, because we didn't really know what to expect between these two teams. Again, we look at kind of the disparity of a Nexus roster that is made up of kind of a combination of 2 teams last season that were dominant in the North American region versus this Hydra roster that are made up of 2 teams that were, let's just say, not dominant in the Latin America region. And we didn't really know what to expect. I will say Hydra have been competitive so far, and in that search and destroy, they were more competitive than they were versus Tribe in open finals.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, talk about just 2 very difficult draws when it comes down to this Hydra roster, right? I mean, the first time that we saw them on broadcast when they were playing underneath Pollos Locos, they got decimated by Tribe 7-0 in that search and destroy to end that run. Inevitably did make it to this point in time, but then their opening round here in Group B when they're going up against the second best team that we have here in North America in Nexus. So it's kind of like a good lunch, half fries moment, at least for this Hydra roster, but it's one of those things that you always have to expect to play the best teams. You're never going to be the best if you cannot beat the best. Who would have thought? That's exactly the realm that we're living in for Hydra. But again, I mean, this is just really good practice when you're thinking about it to potentially make that lower bracket run to maybe still try to make it through to next stage. There's still a lot of time. There's still some Call of Duty Mobile left to be played. We still have a control to talk about, and not to mention the pace that at least we got through the Hackney Yard of that map number 1 was quite good. Again, Control, very different of a game mode, go figure, than Hardpoint, but at least if you're able to showcase the manipulation of the map like we got from Hackney Yard comparatively to Arsenal, when it comes down to this map number 3 for Hydra, you might be sitting pretty. It just always comes down to those reps, and that's what we're talking about for these teams that aren't always at the top. Control reps are very hard to come by. Nexus might be staring down the barrel of a very easy 3-0.
Yeah, well, Control was the one mode we didn't get to see from Hydra during Open Finals. Of course, those matches were best of 3, and they got 2-0'd by Tribe in the match we got to see. Of course, they did also 2-0 TLE to qualify. So we don't really know what to expect when it comes to Control from these guys. What we do know, though, is that we're going to see Hydra go straight towards A on the defense here. They're winning the vast majority of the gunfights. Only 1 player left to contend with. It's Raph, who might have just found the sneakiest of routes in behind. Picks up 1 kill, and is now looking to buy some time for the rest of the team. Perhaps even some map control as well. Raph is single-handedly giving Nexus a lot of control over A.
Yeah, sure is, all the way through this. little room, it's just very difficult to try to dictate where some of these R9 shotguns are going to be located at, but now it's not just off 3 kill start.
Whoa, Jez. That's wall bangable? I didn't know that's wall bangable.
With the sniper rifle, that should be a lockdown. You're still tracking by about 2 lives if you are Hydra, so just try to play for a couple exits.
Man, wall bang them through the freaking
just
doors.
go through this transition.
That's a very fast capture over on A. As you said, B is on lock. Maybe not for long, though. Raph is the lock picker here. He's picked up a couple of kills already. Fabuloso will trade things out. Nexus do feel a little bit individual at the moment. They're already going to utilize the Predator missile here for a kill, and they also have to imagine a little bit for some information. Now information gives them the knowledge as to where all of these players are. Nexus act on that. They get a full wipe now. This should be a very fast capture attempt from them. S-Thug now starting to find more kills too. Hydra being bullied out of this control zone. Fabuloso is just chilling on the stairwell. S-Thug's like, hang on, buddy, you ain't staying alive for much longer. And neither is this point. That is fast and aggressive from Nexus. They want this control done quick.
Yeah, I'll say. And it's one thing when we talk about these top teams going up against other teams that we know, and I'm sure
qualified for open finals.
So the bracket,
honestly, this group is stacked. I love this group so much. You've got Nexus versus Tribe, of course. That feels like it should be the inevitable final matchup.
So who plays the round 2 guys? The winner of round 2.
They want this control done quick.
The winner from round 8.
And it's one thing when we talk about these top teams going up against other teams that we know, and I'm sure that they're thinking, hey, we're just better than these guys. That
so
they just immediately try to play for that
spawn
trap.
Chat?
It is nasty here on Arsenal for Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah, he played on. He won.
Nexus just went for the control segments, and they transitioned over towards B flawlessly via the Predator missile, and just kept all of Hydra trapped inside of their spawn. Teams did a great job of making sure of that. So now an offensive attempt comes through for Hydra. Can they find the same value that Nexus showed us? So far, it's at least a 1-for-1 trade. Nexus read this perfectly. It's a scramble in the middle of the map.
Are they going to win the gunfights is the question for me. Yep, they are. Kings will double up. Defense is very strong for Nexus, but this is a brilliant reaction coming out from Hydra, I will say. Despite losing that initial flurry of gunfights, it looks like they're not quite entirely content of just straight up hitting A. They're just trying to take control of that lane towards B here for the moment, and they've slowed up entirely, and I have to imagine part of this is all the utility that is being thrown their way. There was a hunter-killer drone in the air. There's Jez now bringing the Predator missile down as well. Nexus know exactly what to expect here with this hit, and they're just waiting for something. Hydra are taking a really long time with this.
Yeah, why did it take so long on
it's almost like they're expecting for players to try to flank, so maybe that could be where their numbers come through.
Oh, they got a spawn trap ready on 5. This is a stupid play. Why are they wasting so many time? They only have 10 seconds. One mistake, they're gone.
Discombobulated, to say the least.
Yeah,
Noisy will at least find one over towards B, but it's just a trade, and by that time, it's a 1-for-1 going through the middle of the map. You got one player on A, and that's Fixo, but no reinforcements, easily dealt with through the ventilation shaft, and Nexus right back where they started. 4 seconds remain in this round.
That's the one thing with Odin.
The map control.
Will keep the round alive for a second longer than it should have been. We saw a little bit of an investment coming out there from Hydra, and I'm not sure I totally agree with it. I know you want to try and save the round, and you don't want to go 2-0 down in this control, but that investment probably could have been better served in towards this round, because now you've got absolutely nothing. And I will also say, and we'll probably discuss it a little bit more after this control, the way in which they kind of held themselves back in the middle of that round probably is the entire reason they lost it. Regardless, we now need to see the reverse sweep in the control for Hydra to stay alive. Here's that investment from Nexus. Hydra have nothing. Nexus have everything. Fabuloso, though, on the other side will actually get the Annihilator out. Starting to earn the operators now are Hydra, and there's also the kills coming through. Hydra win the first wave of gunfights here. Let's see if the reaction from Nexus is different.
And trying to get themselves inside of the cafeteria, a little bit of a bait to open up the door for Noisy to slide through. With
operator spamming now.
So also has a
Hydra's operator spamming.
And this is great.
They're getting, I guess, decent value, I guess.
One thing, but being able to find more map positioning to really lean into this life deficit that you've built over Nexus's forehead is even better. How long can Hydra hold? Nexus being very, very slow on trying to manipulate through the map, just making sure that they can get numbers back in their favor. So far, so good. A broken past the 50-yard line. Now the next part of the laundry list is just trying to get on one of these zones and stall the clock.
The juice
Here we go, Nexus have finally gotten through. Hydra S-Thug's going to bring the Sparrow out to ensure they do get control here, or at least some progression, but he doesn't really last that long. He's not long for this world. Cartel's last alive on this point. He's going to get shut down. We're seeing kind of a double down here from Nexus. A reinvestment of pretty much everything they've got.
Oh my god,
information. It works out. S-Thug is going to find one. Kings will find a couple of kills with the Annihilator here, and Kings is continuing to find value. Kings is picking him up off spawn. Nexus now transferring from point to point. A is gone.
And Kings, I mean, he stepped on B. He has one more bullet, and the Annihilator runs out of time before he can even shoot the shot. Nice trophy system to come through, will deny any utility. He's starting to work on this first segment on B all by his lonesome. It's locked. I mean, all of Hydra are worried about the spawn trap. You've got one player all the way in Bufu while the rest just march up the stairs to death. Nexus maintain their iron grip on the map.
Now second tick is fast approaching as well. Nexus have completely
Kings just got the 2 ticks by himself, dude. He's literally 1v5 on the point, bro.
S-Thug has a little bit too much to watch inside the corridor. Now looking to try and get his way through.
Kings is frying these kids, bro.
That second tick will be good. Cartel's on the other side, only finding one with a war machine, and things will clear up here. 2 ticks down though. Nexus only need 1 good
1 minute left on the clock. 8 lives. That's still doable.
5 is Raph just waiting for maybe some information to try to push through inside of the lounge. Might be thinking about an entire flank all the way through arsenals.
And, Juice does have equalizers.
Honestly,
they last like a whole decade, bro.
I like this. Just hold the line up front. You know that Use has this equalizer out. Are you going to expect them to be laying this close in the corner, waiting for the push to come through?
Oh. Big kills for Use. Yep, going to catch both of those players off guard. Now he wants to really reaggress that issue as well. Fixo is going to find Kings. There's also a read on the player that's trying to flank, but Raph wins that gunfight versus Noisy, so he'll pick Raph up off the back of the spawn.
Or
Noisy off the back of the spawn, excuse me.
Raph's spawn trapping them.
Hydra now just trying to survive. Big gunfight for Raph to make again, so that's going to bring Hydra down to the final 5 lives.
That's so toxic, bro. You could just be in the spawn with like R9. That's so toxic. That's so toxic, bro.
Noisy is down for camping.
This is so stupid.
Nexus will now have the numbers, but only 20 seconds on the clock here.
I'll be so mad. Bro, they lost because AOR actually got 2 free kills off just someone who just barely spawned in,
Hydra down to the final 2 lives in this round.
Bro, no way, dude.
Can't do any more.
Oh, 1v2.
All down. A Fabuloso to save the round.
King spawned all the way.
5 seconds. Does pick up the kill against S-Thug, but he gets pinched from both
sides.
So Nexus, a 3-0 in the control to close out a clean sweep in this series. But they definitely had to fight.
He only played 2.
Definitely had to fight for it. Even in that final moment, right? I mean, you saw the 2 life advantage. It was 10v8 once you saw a final standstill come through after 2 segments got captured off of Kings. Just doing what he did throughout the entirety of the series. Just any sort of weapon, Annihilator in his hand, doesn't matter. The guy's probably going to pop off, find a multi-kill inside of the feed at one point or another. But just were able to sort out another win condition. There was more than enough time to be able to flip at least control into a team deathmatch there in round number 3 to be able to get Raph inside their spawn. And that was the player I was starting to highlight. Watch out for that munitions push. That was starting to manifest. Raph thought about maybe trying to push through lounge and catch these players off guard once they actually spawned up, but started to work behind enemy lines once any kill came through, let alone Raph was the first one to start that spawn trap, and then he killed the same player about 3 times over. That's just tough. That's Arsenal control, but Nexus were in firm control of every single round, barring this round number 3 in the opening. Hydra had every single advantage this side of the Mississippi, but once Nexus were finally tested, they said, all right, we understand. You opened up with 3 operators. Let's work a couple of kills. And the moment they got any sort of semblance of map control, they immediately flipped back onto Hydra's head and were able to win it quite decisively. 15-9 out of S-Thug, 16-9 out of Kings. Name a single map in this best of 5 that Kings didn't pop off. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I will say I think there were learnable errors there from Hydra, and that's what I take away from this best of 5. Obviously, I don't think there was any.
When's the party start? You look slumped up, dude. I'm so tired, bro. Like I literally edited.
RGB, I think they should change. I think especially looking back to that control.
I'm so tired, bro, and I gotta do the stream, bro.
You know, there's promise, I think, in this Hydra roster.
I'm so tired, bro.
And I think that's what I take away from this series.
I literally woke up at 8 a.m. I've been awake for.
I like that phrase, the learnable
I couldn't sleep
mistakes.
yesterday, first
I don't know how much
I'm only like probably 5-6 hours of sleep.
That's what they learned since they'll be going into a match today.
Editing
we'll have to see how
nonstop,
quickly they can think on their feet here. But Hydra will now drop down into that lower bracket, and we'll be waiting to see who they'll face off against based off of our next matchup on the day. Either way, also really strong start for Nexus, just kind of give themselves a little bit of momentum heading into the upcoming weeks of the challenge season, but getting themselves that one step closer to where they want to be when it comes to making their way through to the challenge.
Wait, is Tribe on the lower bracket?
Now
is that what it is?
Have Nexus in the books.
I don't want to hear this, bro. Is Tribe on the lower bracket?
Your mobile device.
This is what it is.
A bit of time since open finals to really work on their gameplay here, and also the
opportunity
in the lower bracket? Watch what that Group A bracket was bringing to the table.
Nexus goes here, Hydra goes there. One of these two. No, but these goes over here.
Double elimination. So whichever of our teams lose in the first two matches here today will then have another opportunity to play one more time before they are fully eliminated from the competition, and then whoever wins will ability break.
To be able to
I don't understand,
maybe
bro.
Get their brain back on top.
They must have gave a little bit of back.
I can't wait to see what both of our teams have in store for us next. For now, we're going to be giving Hydra a little bit of a break to get themselves settled and reset before they head into the third match of the day. Just a reminder for everybody at home, match number 3 will be between the first two teams to drop down into that lower bracket. At the end of the day, we will have eliminated one of our teams from this side of the bracket. If you guys are just joining us here and you're wondering where some of the teams are,
it's going to be Tribe versus
that is Group A. We started
mobility or
the
whatever
first week with Group A, got their portion of Group A, and now we've gone into Group B, which is the other 4 squads in the challenge season right now, and that's what we are currently working our way through, just in case you were a little bit lost if you joined us a little bit late. But like I said, we've got another match coming up around the corner. Before we get into that, though, it's time for a short break, so don't go anywhere.
Oh my god, these breaks, bruh.
The Snapdragon Pro Series is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, Monster Energy, DHL, and the United States Air Force.
$11 minutes? Short break, I don't know. Sponsorship. I don't know what else I can watch about that. I don't know what you guys want to do, bro. I don't have interest, yeah, I'll just don't really care about it, but if I do, I can lock it. 10 minutes enough time to read. No, but 10 minutes when I'm just watching Kamo, bro. Oh, I don't read though. Unfortunately, I don't read books. I don't read books like that. The dogs are going crazy, bro. Doggos are going crazy, bro. Speak up, B. Bro, I'm gonna mute this garbage ass song, bro. There's people in the house, guys. I can sense them. Yo, chat, you guys wanna watch something together? I guess we can do this. You guys watch the new Mr. Beast video?
Let's ride.
You guys watch this?
We are professional.
Banger.
Tornado. I've gathered 50 of the biggest YouTubers on the planet.
And whichever one lasts the longest in this cube wins that $1 million for their subscribers.
Never before seen in YouTube history. 1 billion subscribers worth of YouTubers are competing for $1 million. And the rules are simple. All right, point the camera down.
Close the line. Okay. So, if you step on the red line,
you lose your subscribers $1 million. So be careful. Last to leave wins it all.
Like, bro, I watch the Squid Games, like, reality show. It's like, I feel like I'm just a target. People are not going to be friends in this box.
Dude, the amount of, like, YouTubers in this is actually sick, bro.
The best strategy is to just conserve energy. Think about that $1 million pot.
Between us, would you eliminate someone else so you could stay in?
My subscribers, of course.
Dude, KS has a menace, bro.
The more enemies you make, the higher the chance they might eliminate you.
Poor Tyson out, bro.
He's literally hiding behind the money.
Dude, poor Tyson out, bro.
Around memo. Look at all the YouTubers laughing and having a good time. By the end of this video, that's not going to be the case.
This video is absolutely the most brutal,
I hate you, Jimmy!
cutthroat piece of content you've ever seen these creators in. And the first challenge starts right now.
Pull the curtain.
You guys are not ready for this.
Oh, shit. 10 Cybertrucks? That's sick.
For challenge number 1,
You can temporarily walk out of the cube and attempt a free throw. And if you make the shot, we will give a subscriber of yours a free Cybertruck. And you'll be allowed back in the challenge. But if you miss, your subscriber gets nothing and you are eliminated.
How did they get this many Cybertrucks in one place?
I cannot make that shot.
It's too risky.
Free throw is so easy,
Free throw is easy. I could not hit a free throw to save my life.
Everyone was on the edge, trying
Gideon
to
will never
decide if
get
the
there, bro.
first challenge was
Dude, free
worth
throws
it.
easy,
But
bro.
then Mark Rover did this.
Jimmy! Peace!
Oh, Mark Rober is missing this, bro. Mark Rober does not play basketball.
No way!
Look at all the YouTubers in the
Cybertrucks are so ugly. Nah, they're sick. Cybertrucks are sick.
This is a subscriber.
What's your name?
Matthew. Don't let him down. You gotta make this event. I got faith in you. It's on you, Mark.
Are you going to win your biggest fan a Cybertruck, or are you both leaving with nothing?
That's off. Too. Oh, there goes my boy Mark Rober. Mark Rober's the GOAT, though. I love his fun. I love his videos.
It's okay.
And as devastating as that
Mark
was,
Rober,
Gideon decided
S-tier.
that maybe he could do a little
I
better.
don't really watch Gideon, but Gideon's really funny, though. I've seen his like clips. He's really funny. Oh my God, Gideon, bro. What was that? Gideon, what was, bro? What was that? Yeah, what was that? Bro, I used to watch Jester as a kid, dude. Jester is literally a basketball YouTuber, bro. If they don't make that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
Rug plays basketball.
Biggest fans.
I know this guy, but I forgot his name.
Jester, are you going to let
Jester
down
makes
your
this, bro.
biggest
He's literally a basketball YouTuber, bro. Yeah, come on now. Free. Come on now. That was close though. Let me know if the match will start, guys. By the way.
Congrats on the Cybertruck. We got more shots.
Thank you, Jester!
That's funny.
However, not everyone was so fortunate.
Oh, Ryan. Yeah. What was that, bro? Yeah, FaZe Rug makes it. He has to.
Devastating.
Will FaZe Rug's fan
He plays
be taking
basketball,
home
right?
a
He plays basketball,
Cybertruck,
yeah. He
or
plays basketball.
will we
He's
have
actually nice
yet
with that.
another loss?
Come on, Rug. Come on.
Yeah. Like nice form, but like water. Nice. Dude, I wonder how they pick the people that the subscribers for that.
And after seeing 3 massive YouTubers lose this challenge, it was clear nobody else wanted to try it. So in the meantime,
There's so
I let
many
all the
creators I
YouTubers
don't know.
get settled.
That's a pro there.
But it wouldn't be long until being settled turned into being bored. Bored enough to literally be stupid.
I don't know why he's doing this, but he's technically not out yet. He has not touched the red. We'll check the footage. Did he touch it?
Oh. Dude, what is that guy doing?
YouTubers have left the queue.
Who is
and
that
we need
guy?
one more to leave before we can start the next challenge.
Muy
Challenge 2 will
estúpido.
begin when one person gets out.
Dude, Kenny Savage.
I'm making out like a bandit Pokemon.
Bro,
Can I
what
take
is-
my jacket with me?
Of course.
Bro, she's stealing, bro.
Okay.
Bro, what the hell? She just took my bed.
And then there is
Luffy
45.
just
I'm
funny
gonna
as
go
fuck,
prep
too.
the second challenge. I'll be back.
What's the worst part of the locker room?
No.
The immediate thing that popped up in my head was all the axe.
And by prep, I mean sweep up the giant pile of $1 million real dollars scattered on the floor.
Yo, Mr. Beast sweeping money is a crazy shot.
Mr. Beast is literally wiping money off of the floor. I don't know what to tell you about this.
He's the
And
GOAT,
now
bro.
that
He's
all
the
the
GOAT.
money has been cleaned up,
Are you guys ready for the second challenge? All right. I'm gonna need need you all to stand up.
Uh-oh. You'll notice there are dots in groups of 5 on the floor. So naturally, I need all of you to split up into groups of 5. And on top of that, elect a team captain for your group. Who will be granted immunity for this next challenge.
That's all I will say. Have fun picking teams.
This is crazy. We had to split into groups of 5? Bro, if we're against each other, I'm gonna be so sad.
Okay, so let's do us 5.
We are in true overthinker fashion. Oh yeah, overthinking this challenge.
Are you 5 gonna be a group?
Yeah.
Okay, who's gonna be the captain?
We're deciding, Jimmy.
Have you picked a captain yet?
It's Jack.
For some reason.
Marquez?
How can you not trust Marquez? He's the most trustworthy tech reviewer online.
Marquez,
That's up to you guys. I want no say. How are you guys gonna pick your captain?
You already chose.
Who? Sketch, you trust him with your life?
I trust him fully.
Dude, Sketch is so
You'll
funny,
notice
bro.
my henchmen
All the
are bringing in
allegations, besides all the
tables for
allegations
each
stuff,
of the
he's
team
funny as hell.
captains. And what's on these tables might
his
look a
voice,
little
man.
familiar.
Oh no, I know what it is.
Yes, come on the other side.
What is it?
Captains, I want you to lift the cloth and reveal the next challenge.
You have
Oh, is it the little...
cookies.
Oh my god.
I'm freaking out.
And each captain has to decide which YouTuber on their team will cut each cookie.
Oh my.
Bro, who beefing? They're about to start some beef, dude.
And if it wasn't already obvious, depending on which cookie you get, this is either going to be really easy or almost impossible.
Nico, it's time to hand out some cookies.
This is the worst day of my life, honestly.
What are you handing Sketch?
Bro, he's got no eyesight. He is...
No, there's no way.
This is crazy.
There's no way you would
That's
do it.
messed up, dude.
There's no way.
I can do this.
There's no way you do it.
That's messed up.
Oh my goodness!
That's messed up, bro. That's messed up.
On your hands.
Oh my god.
Nico!
Oh my god.
He's seen
But
on
the
Twitch.
captain
He's like
still
an
had
NFL. He's like
8
an
umbrellas to hand
NFL
out.
Umbrella's
football.
going to
NFL, like not
Michael.
soccer, but
How'd you end
NFL.
up
Like
with
YouTube,
umbrella?
Twitch.
I said I could do it. I trust him.
Okay. Give me that.
Bro, what?
I took it for the team.
You're giving him the umbrella?
Ludwig's doing umbrella?
I believe in you. Godspeed. Oh no.
Bro,
How'd
Ludwig's
you
gonna
end
be
up
out,
with
bro.
the
My boy
umbrella?
Ludbud, bro.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Lexi got the umbrella.
I got the umbrella.
Yeah, the umbrella guys are all eliminated, bro. The umbrellas all getting
I'm so
eliminated.
sorry.
Bro!
Pokemon,
Damn,
I
he
believe
just.
in you.
Alright, there goes
You
Pokemon. He's
are.
eliminated.
This is your time. This is your moment. Let everyone know that you that bad bitch.
Start the timer. Alright, the 10-minute counter has begun. If you don't carve the shape out, obviously you'll be eliminated.
I thought being team captain would mean I could do a
Gotta
challenge.
lick
help my
that
team
shit,
win.
suck
Turns
it, bro.
out
Do everything, bro.
I skipped the challenge and punished my team.
I got the triangle. It tastes really good though.
Easy peasy. 10 minutes is a long time.
And that's what I thought as well, but it took a solid chunk of time before this happened.
Come on, Sketch. Come on.
But not everyone had it so easy,
Nah,
like
it's gonna-
Logan Paul with the star and Pokimane with the hardest of them all.
It cracked down the middle.
I'm so sorry.
Ugh, I don't want to see that. It's
Because the
disgusting,
umbrella
bro.
had
All
just
that.
obliterated Pokimane, the others took notice and were more cautious with their umbrellas.
Sketch, you have to be careful, yeah? Take your time, take your time.
But the people with simpler
Bro,
shapes were
no
showing
chance,
a lot
bro.
more progress.
You got the star. Let's go. Yeah.
Oh my, you got the star. Oh my god, Asian, bro. Who's that guy?
My team rules.
Come on, let's go, guys. Let's go.
Nick.
That might be the
Oh,
most
Nick.
disgusting cookie out here. Bro, you're making me do this, bro. I'm trying to win $1 million for the low gang. Nice.
Y'all got it, boys. Good stuff.
Yes, Sketch.
Let me see if they're in the game. Oh, it's about to start. We'll be back to it, guys.
Into our lower bracket, and now we are turning our focus towards our tribe versus hype mobility matchup. And I asked you before the break, you talked about him a little bit. Proper. Let's talk about tribe. Just such a well-known team.
Yeah, let's talk about the
we'll be
good life
back,
in the
guys.
North America room, shall we? Tribe Gaming is back, and a lot of household names that actually won them a world championship not a few years ago. Roballo, Envy, Vague, Teabag also representing for Tribe. We're going to see Washi and Marshy. I'm sure will be playing inside of this match. They're the number one team. In North America. I don't think anybody's going to be sitting here kind of wagging fingers, expecting anything less. These guys have built a reputation over the years, and they're starting to answer the
The
question.
fact that Roballo and T-Bag got nuked by Earth is crazy,
format,
bro.
and underneath one banner, and that is Tribe, you have pieces of Seminole, pieces of Rejects, competing underneath this Tribe Gaming banner to be able to win, well, what they sought out to do again, and that's World Championships.
Yeah, Tribe are pretty good. I think it's fair to say. Tribe are a pretty good team.
Bro, Roballo told me that Tribe is probably like the third best team. It's kind of tough.
You've got a number of players.
Oh, what is this team, bro? Jan still plays? Chelsea's in this team? What the hell? Who the hell is...
Last season,
Who the hell is the first three guys, bro? What the hell?
Relatively competitive in Hardpoint and Search and Destroy. You've got Proxity, who played all the way back in Season 3 with Limited. The one
that's
I would
weird,
point
Octane.
Out, though,
that's weird.
And again, it is kind of a wayward selection of players, but the one I would point out would be Yawn, who was on the Truly roster last season. That, of course, was like kind of the 4th place team in North America, the ones that were kind of slightly competitive with the big 3. But Yawn, to me, was the standout player on that roster. So if you want to pick up anybody here, it's probably going to be him. And him and Proxy, I think, as the new additions to this team, should at least bolster them for what is going to be a really difficult match.
And we'll have to see how it goes down for them, but we also have our map picks ready to pull up so we can talk about
I think this is going to be one-sided. I'm not going to lie.
Our
Just looking at the team, just names, it's going to be one-sided.
What we saw the first time around in our match. Will we get another Hackney Yard? Is that what Brody wants to see is the real question. It's in there. It's later on, but it's in there. We're starting off with standoff hardpoint here, Brody.
Oh boy, yeah, this is a fun one. Yeah, this is actually not that different of a map set from what we saw in the last one. We've got our Arsenal, we've got our Hackney Yard, and we've got our Tunisia as well. I'll just be all later on in the best of 5. We are starting things off on a standoff, and we love standoff. Hot take, standoff is actually my personal favorite map of all time in Call of Duty. I prefer it over Raid. I absolutely love it, and it plays so damn well in hardpoint. We've seen it a lot this season, and it is going to be Tribe's pick for this one too. Going to be interesting, I think, to see, you know, what is the way in for hype mobility in this series, because I don't know if I could pick out a map where maybe they could take Tribe down.
I don't think that there is one, honestly. It's hard to justify if there's maybe a winning advantage across any of these specified maps. Maybe Hackney Yard, same conversation ends up coming through. It was their map pick this time around.
Who's the guy in Robalo? I have no idea. I saw that too. I was like, bro, who the hell is that guy, bro?
And, well, wouldn't you know, we only have one inside the mix. So, got to get the map 4 at the very least.
All right, well, this will be an interesting one to see what our teams can bring to the table. Like you said, though, Brody, in the last match, definitely an opportunity for teams to be learning from each other as well. I think that's what the entire challenge season is, obviously open finals as well, because every single season we see new team names, new faces here in the Snapdragon Pro Series, which is kind of the whole point. In the beginning, anybody can literally play in, and if they're good enough, they'll make it here to the same stage as the juggernauts like the Tribe Gaming squads. So this will be a fun matchup either way. I can't wait to see how it goes. I think it's actually ready. This one's a little bit quicker, ready to go, so I'm not going to hold us up any longer. Brody, proper, let's get into match 2.
Alrighty, let's get into the matchup. Tribe versus Mobility Hype, or Hype Mobility.
Was good, man. Was good.
Last match was a 3-0. I'll be honest. I think this one, there is no reason to believe it shouldn't, just by names alone and past performances from the players in the lobby. There's no reason it shouldn't be a 3-0, right?
I mean, there could be reasons. I'm not too sure. I haven't watched
the match today, bro. Yeah, honestly,
I don't think that there's going to be any reasons whatsoever. I think that you're going to be searching some pretty deep caves of the Call of Duty mobile community to potentially find any sort of I guess dents in the armor that is this Tribe Gaming roster. Even when we thought that they might have gotten slightly tested, at least through open finals, they only lost one map, I believe, that was to Truly. But I digress. Hey, this is a team that when they
we all know Rabal's going for clips, dude. Rabal's trying to go for a YouTube video right now, bro.
Tops of the mountains, but love to be proven
honestly, that's probably what he's doing. Nira still in Tribe? No, that was 2020. My God,
these top teams eventually, as we
that's
always
old.
Colditz did have a little stint to be facing some of these top teams, albeit
wasn't the best. I'm thinking it's a 100-point club. That's what I'm thinking.
Banner as well.
If I see them get over 100 points, then I'll be shocked. To be honest with you guys.
To the gunny, if you will, for Hype Mobility, might be able to get them closer to the line, but I think that Tribe still wins this 3-0.
Yeah, we'll see. I want to see Hype Mobility be competitive here, and I guess if there is a way into this series, sometimes I feel like Tribe, because obviously this roster is a highly competitive team, it's one of the best teams inarguably in the world. Sometimes they can maybe take things a little bit relaxed, maybe is maybe the way into this series for Hype Mobility. Maybe they can kind of catch Tribe off guard when they're maybe too relaxed, but I don't know, I'm kind of stretching there for something. Tribe, really good roster. Hype Mobility need to find a way, and they have had a good start to this game. They get the first set of kills and gunfights towards P1, but Tribe now have stabilized. They've got the gunfights back. Now they're looking for the back 30.
Yep, again, for Tribe, not only for the back 30, but also to maybe try to manipulate all the way through the backside of the gas station. Nice little flank actually coming through from Compa, gonna get caught in a little bit of a reload situation.
Back
so Envy gets the free kill.
I think it's gonna be Robalo. I'm not gonna lie. I think Robalo's
looking for the rotation over.
In my opinion, I think Robalo's the best. Robalo or Envy is your best player.
What a life it is so far for T-Bag, being able to swing back out wide, finds two to his life, and that is also the rotation secured, even the scrap time for Tribe.
I was a little bit concerned there for Tribe on rotation. They had one player to contend with up top, but they will be swiftly dispatched with. And so now Tribe should be comfortable in noob, but for how long? Because Coldest and Chagger have already picked up a couple of kills between them. But Washy up top.
Washy's firing right now.
He tried to get through that top window, defenestrated, out you go. Hype Mobility trying to find their way through from those barn spawns, but Tribe are holding strong. Raballo picks up a couple of kills. Now, one more player up top. Raballo gets cut short by Coldest. So Hype have found their way through for the back 35 here. Now starting to use the Honey Killer to be thrown out towards the middle of the map will be Coldest as well. Back and forth we go. Hype Mobility trying to find their way through and trying to hold them towards it. Chagaboo's going to pick up a couple of kills. Chagaboo will find 3.
Oh.
The only one in that ensemble to pick up anything for Tribe. Hype Mobility doing really well on this hard point.
Yeah, even Coldest being able to
close
get
game, bro. What the hell?
To be able to get this high ground positioning should be at least the securing of 10 seconds here towards the end. And we thought might be able to give a good shake.
Time 19 is a fun gun to use, dude. It's one of the like really versatile weapons actually. Like really good close range, mid range, long range, pretty good long range too. I made a video about it. I took Tex build. I think Tex the best Time 19 player right now. And I took Tex build and made a video about it.
Position out here in front of Grandma's.
Yeah, these operators are everything.
Yeah, I'm Chagaboo.
I'm Chelsea. Here, picks up a couple here, but is it going to be good enough? Because Tribe now start overrun without that backline.
If Tribe doesn't beat this game, beat this hardpoint convincingly, then convincingly, there we go. English. I'm gonna be a little worried, not gonna lie. This should be like an easy sweep for Tribe.
Will mean that Hype Mobility gonna have to get wave after wave of gunfights in this situation. Vague fights back for a couple of kills.
Damn, they broke it? What?
Raballo all on his lonesome inside. He gets over.
Bro, what is going on with Tribe?
They fight back through for the back.
Face cam is on, by the way, B. Yeah, it is.
What a big 20 seconds this might honestly
yeah, I don't want it on, to be honest.
So early doors here for standoff. As we're rotating
I'm not feeling the camera right now. Chat.
You can see the iron grip that Tribe do have through the middle of the map. But the push is starting to come through all over the backside of the gas station. And I love this from Hype Mobility. They just completely swarm the back alley, just completely catch 3 players lacking. And now they have an opportunity to
bro, they're in the lead, bro.
Before this hard point even flips, Tribe are stuck over by the hay bales.
And Tribe in for the moment here, as you said, though, stuck in a situation. Hype Mobility looking to try and garner some of these gunfights. Now Hype is going to cut themselves off of the spawn, leaving a couple of fights towards the point. They will find one with the equalizer, one more player to deal with inside.
Oh no, they only got the hill with the equalizers.
Fought their way back through. Investment starting to come out from Hype as well. Proxity looking to get
oh my god, he's clipping. Who is this guy? They're getting clipped by a rank warrior. Bro, what is going on with Tribe?
Most important part for Hype Mobility.
Oh my god, bro. Who gave that guy Annihilator? Bro, this actually might be a closer game than I thought. I might have underestimated this team, bro. There we go. That's a good break from Tribe. Yeah, Jan's still good.
10 seconds would be Jan, but this is a crucial.
They're frying. They're out frying them. Like, dude, Vague and Envy, bro. They're like, I don't know what they're at. Washy and Rabal's doing their job. T-Bag's still in there. But if you look at freaking Team Mobility, bro, they're all frying. It's not like they're out getting out fragged. Like, these guys can frag back.
Tribe, we said this again. It feels like it should be an easy 3-0. Hype Mobility proving that's absolutely not the case at the moment. As you said, everything is on point for the roster. Tribe need to find an extra gear right now. Some more gas in the tank. They've done it so far as we move over towards the new kill. They were already looking for the first 15 seconds and getting the vast majority of the gunfights, but now Hype Mobility trying to fight their way back through. Compa,
bro,
chilling inside, slides out.
How are they still getting heal points?
Finding it.
Envy? Top Grandmas?
Well, doesn't actually have any help from his teammates at the moment. Compa maybe doesn't need it. Finally does get cut down by Washy as Washy slides through for a couple of kills. Will be denied number 3 by Yawn. Hype Mobility here looking for the back 20 seconds, but rather more crucially here, Andy, they've got.
Okay, this is actually like turned into actual dead-ass real match. Bro, you can tell Vague has not been playing, bro. This guy has been just cheesy. He hasn't been not playing, bro. He's been playing more Fortnite than Codm, bro.
Maintain this warehouse control. Just one more player hanging around.
I don't know what's up with that, man. He's getting cooked too. Not gonna lie, bro.
Kills to the middle of the map went Hype Mobility's favor. Tribe still have these close bonds.
Look, the lowest fragger is the guy who went on a 5-piece, huge 5-piece for Team Mobility. It should be a good redemption hill here, though. They have a good back alley lockdown. They have Annihilator's wash on too. They have operators too. So yeah, they should be able to take it full 60 here. Get it under control.
From the hard point, Tribe are investing here to ensure those first 20 seconds at a time, but unfortunately for Washi, goes out a little bit too far from the hard point, gets cut short.
Are they actually about to break it?
And just like that, Hype Mobility breaking in towards a hard point. T-Bag, the only one left alive.
Bro,
with the R9 up top,
did they actually break that? They broke that. What the hell? They had they had 3 operators.
It's a systematic break at that, and this is what I was talking about. Just a quick
little. They had 3 operators and they got broke. What is going on with Tribe? They are actually shit.
For Hype Mobility just to
they had 3 operator uses. That's a full 60 right there. They have no right that they all should have died there.
Further out and then utilize their numbers to be able to double chow inside the front door of the warehouse to be able to get
bro, why is Washi pushing up like that?
Lead again over towards Grandma, spotting all the way in towards the back is Tribe, but you can tell by the camera, my voice, not exactly a good place to be. Not
okay, what?
Starting to work through the top
they just got the hill. They're about to get the freaking hill. They got the spawns. Bro, what is going on with Tribe?
For Tribe Gaming, Hype Mobility have just fought their way through, and they're also winning the gunfights off the back of it too. Investment now coming out from Tribe to break their way through. Envy with the claw has found 1 kill. How much more can he find?
Oh my god, dude. Dude, these youngins are frying these frauds, dude.
Hype Mobility continue to hold on towards Grandma's Tribe. Try as they might, cannot break through.
And again, not using operators to break, but using operators to hold. Hype Mobility have found themselves in essence of a win condition here, and it's worked stellar through a multitude of hard points. Proximity with the equalizer, at least for 1, up to 21 kills. 29 for Coldest, 22 for Chagaboo. He calls in a Predator missile, gives away the information. Tribe Gaming playing a little bit scared, but they still have numbers over towards this rotation. But look at how fast Hype Mobility are trying to cut through Brown. A nice double comes through from Robobble. Should at least hold the middle of the line.
Dude, big dude.
Players knocking down the door here at the hay bales.
I do wonder whether you want anybody out this side.
I'm telling you, bro. Vig's been playing too much Fortnite, bro.
This hard point because you're letting Hype Mobility get closer than you really should be. Thank you, players coming off the back of the spawn, though. Tribe should be able to deal with those guys relatively easily. And
all right, this should be a good hold here. Well, why are we peeking Coldest? He's literally frying. Oh, T-Bag might come huge here. Oh, the Annihilator, though. Okay, Vig should at least get some kills here, right? Vig popped his equalizer. He should be able to sweep these up, right? There we go. I mean, that's just equalizer diff. Oh, I thought he was just gonna get that third. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I mean, good redemption from Tribe. They still gotta hold the scrap here. They still gotta hold the scrap.
And they need all of this 15 seconds towards the end of this rotation as well. You can see how much they're turtled. It just inside of the bakery. Hype Mobility can just be annoying. Just a bunch of gnats trying to get control over through the high ground, trying to even get this 5 seconds. It's just another dagger in towards the back of Tribe Gaming, who just have to play flawlessly from here on out. It's a scramble through the entirety of the map so far.
In proximity, they're literally on new, basically. Where is Tribe next to the hill? Are they getting fried?
40 points or so.
Envy gets 2 there.
Well, we see our second phenomenal comeback from one of our stellar rosters today here on Hardpoint after what we saw earlier from Nexus. I don't want to cast jinx it, but it's certainly possible. Hype Mobility, though, just 30 seconds away from victory here and stealing away game 1 from Tribe.
Coldest got his freaking War Machine too. Oh my god.
Coldest is going to open things up with 3 kills with the War Machine, though. That is the break that Hype Mobility needed.
Oh, Vig comes in huge though.
And I thought for sure that Vig was going to be done and dusted, but no, he fights.
Vig comes in huge though, I'm not gonna lie. If they win, Vig saves the game here.
With the Annihilator, 4 more bullets to be able to take a few more players down, able to get at least the hit marker, but Tribe get wiped off of P1. More time going over towards Hype Mobility. Not enough time to call game, but you look at the rotation.
Robalo! Wait for your teammate. I guess that's good, but who's got new? They got new, bro. Bro, how is T-Mobility getting these rotations off so early though? Bro, it's GG's. They're pushing 1-on-1. It's GG's. It's GG's. They got 3. GG's.
But it's just not happening. The hard point. Now
yeah, it's GG's. They got claw. It's wraps.
For the last 20 seconds, can try find a way through. Not when Yawn is cutting you down.
Oh my god. Dude, after Air's just ended Tribe basically, bro.
Hype Mobility just 10 seconds away from victory here. Every single angle is being watched. Yawn might have just put the hammer home. Hype Mobility take map number 1.
God, bro.
Stunned.
That's putting it lightly. I mean, I I thought that we were
bro, Tribe is chalk, bro.
Competitive hard point, but the way that first set of
bro, that was not competitive, dude. That was hero plays from Tribe. The mobility was outplaying them strategic, like strategy wise. They had way better rotations, way better breaks. Tribe had, I mean, they had some good stuff, but like they had like good holds. Like right here, like, or the next hill after that, like, what is going on?
Then you started to see the investment. I want to say that maybe there was one hardpoint break that came through on
dude,
P4.
this guy Compa cooked them. Like literally, he dropped 30-something kills, 39 kills. S&D, they should be back in S&D, bro. I don't think there's any sniper that I know of that can outsnipe Washington on our team.
And that was only when it was about a 20-point lead. Hypermobility's success not only on these breaks, but then the soon after holds are the sole reason why they were able to win this hard point and quite literally rip the rugs out from Tribe, who probably thought, much like ourselves here on the broadcast team, was going to be a simple 3-0. Nuh-uh. Coldest came to play today.
45 and 31, bro. He's smurfing, bro. It's not even that. They all did good. The lowest fragger Chugga was 27 and 19 with 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Chugga, who were going AWOL through the beginning of that map. Compa will finish 39 and 27, 27 and 19 for Chugga.
God damn, bro.
What a totally different performance from Coldest in particular. Again, a reminder as to context from last season, right? Coldest was on that Team Disciples roster that were never really, I mean, they were a competitive team, right? They played well in Hardpoint, they played well in Search and Destroy. Were they ever actually going to take series away from any of these top teams? Nah, that's not going to happen. And certainly Coldest, even though he had, I think, a positive KD at the end of the season, is still wasn't really putting up numbers like that against some of the top teams. So the fact he's able to come out and drop 40 plus in game number 1 is a stellar performance, and hype mobility, well, they'll be hyped now and mobile against this Tribe roster, because map number 1 victory for them means we will see a Happy Yard later on in the series. We got
I feel like Tribe will be back in S&D though. I'm not really worried about that.
And a control to get through
I'm telling you, they've been playing more Fortnite than freaking Conwell, bro.
Because the way Hyper playing, I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. Like, even taking that map 1 for what it was, and obviously congrats to High Mobility to be able to strike first in this best of 5 series. When it comes down to Search and Destroy, you know that there's going to be one game mode that these boys have tried.
Search and Destroy, I just don't think who's sniping for the other team. Coldest?
A lot of these guys fell short, not only at Mobile Masters, but even the World Championship.
Compa's sniper? I mean, Compa was fine, I'm not going to lie, but will he outsnipe Washi, though? That's the real question. I don't know who this Compa player is, but he was fine. He got 45 kills, so, like, you know, I don't know.
Mobility, and it's takeoff. We're going to be sitting here for about 30 seconds until someone gets a couple snipes off.
That's why Takeoff Search and Destroy is the longest S&D map we have in Codm, just because of how long it takes for these guys to engage.
Ooh, I thought I almost killed Vig. I thought Vig almost died there.
Not too sure whether they saw him at the start of the round. Perhaps the information was given by Compa that Vig had made his way up.
What's a Reckless? Tribe got cooked, yeah.
Having none of it, though. Kill through.
Yeah, I think.
See,
my guess is that I think that Tribe takes S&D though and comes back.
That's not the start that they needed.
But what is Vig doing?
Or map positioning, trying.
Oh, they have Envy and Washi sniping.
To be had again when it comes down to takeoff, when it comes down to sniper rifles in Tribe's hands, they are just playing at a line of fire away to be able to work some of these trades. Still trying to work their way out from the stadium.
So free
not
from
gonna have
Washi.
any of it is Washi, who finds 4 in the round. That sniper seems to be ringing true so far, at least 1 round deep.
Washi Toppy on Toppy. 4 kills at the start.
What? Washi Toppy on Toppy?
And he's going to take that ace away from him, but still
a
stellar start.
What'd you say?
Keeps hype mobility away
what
from
that
ace
saying?
Now look at aggression through the middle of the map here coming from Tribe. This is a very aggressive and a very different look. Nobody towards the back of the ace site. Trade going
oh yeah, Yon snipes. I forgot about Yon. Yon could snipe too.
And I think the gambit
I think they pulled out 2 snipers because they figured out Envy and Washi are both sniping, so they're just gonna challenge it.
2v4, information, mutual, vague. At a very uncharacteristic map number 1, but it will at least take down Coldest. Not soon after of Washi.
Bomb has not been down yet.
So what was quickly a numbers advantage for Hype Mobility has now dissipated into a 2v2. They will get the bomb planted at B. And Washi and Vague are now going to join forces for this potential break, but very difficult to do here on B for a retake. So many corners they could be lurking at.
Yeah, if they just watch Heaven here, they should be good.
Towards the lounge. Gonna probably be relying on the top
don't
side.
Have to peek anything here.
Gonna keep an eye out for that inevitable check towards bomb. 25 seconds left. It's not come as fast as he would have liked.
Washi picked up a gun.
Tribe now. have to be the ones to take action, the instigators in this situation.
Oh, Yon, how did you lose that?
There it is, that pick, but does it come too late is the question for me. Proxity looking for the 1 versus 2, not going to get it done. Final kill comes through. There should be enough time to defuse for this.
Yon got fried, dude. Big fried Yon off that.
There, but Hype Mobility doing something unconventional. It's difficult to make those B sites work, and they definitely try.
What happened to Awaken? He still plays or moved on to better? I have no idea. I thought he was playing for Nexus, and then he wasn't there, so I don't know.
Sniper's very difficult to do, but got cut down on the cross. Tribe were able to get that retake working.
Dude, chat, I wish when I was playing competitive, the Tundra was a thing. The Tundra is literally what I wanted for a sniper. That's literally like my prime time sniper, literally. So really, it's literally the Locust and DOQ combined. That's literally what the sniper is. And I was abusing the Locust.
Back to that round number 1 look, as you said, from Tribe here.
Nobody realized, bro. Nobody was like believing in me, saying that the Locust was good. And everybody started using the Locust.
Might be Vague that does it this time around. If you're Hype Mobility, you know that there's going to be an R9 looking in this direction. Now you most certainly do know. Vague put some warning shots out into the open. Time is being run down off the clock here. What a beautiful nade from Vague as well. Chagaboo down in the dirt. Hype Mobility now have to start this push on towards A. Have to find something. That's a great kill to respond from Compa. That's Washi down for the count. That's one player off the site. The sniper's gone, but Raballo is most certainly not. Raballo finds a double. That gives Tribe some continued control over by A. Hype Mobility, not the numbers in this situation.
And just when you thought it was 1 over here for Hype Mobility, it's actually 2 to watch the cross, so at least Raballo was able to get the reload off. And now you're being suppressed as T-Bag has worked his way up past the scaffolding. 37 seconds remain, and Hype Mobility are starting to break out from this area. They're going to catch these players off guard. No Raballo. Barely lives to tell the tale.
Yeah, so these going to be one-sided. Go back to comp? Hell no. I'm never going back to combo comp. Hell no. That is not worth my time. If I played competitive, it would be a completely different game.
And really just comes down to being able to work this.
It would most likely be a 5v5 tactical shooter. Nothing fast-paced like this. Hell no. I better be getting paid $5,000 a month minimum if I was to play competitive COD. Not worth my time at all. Hell no.
Back towards B they go. This worked to get on site before, but it's a very different look because they've already lost the first bloods in this situation. And they've already committed to it. They have to win these fights against Envy and T-Bag here on the outer edge. Envy goes down. T-Bag trades on out, though. Chagabee's made his way in towards the lounge. Bomb going to be sat down, though. So T-Bag now needs to be dealt with to win this round. Oh, he doesn't finish his food versus Yawn. Fortunately enough, he goes back for seconds.
T-Bag's just playing with them, dude. Yeah, that's these GGs. Not gonna lie. I think this is Tribe's pick, honestly.
1 versus 3. He trades out against T-Bag.
Oh, he's just trapped outside a lounge. Yeah, Washi's just going to watch it. He's up to 8 eliminations for crying out loud. 4 rounds of just some really good search and destroy. And I almost said flawlessly, but there was 1 round that Hype Mobility absolutely should have on their board. But when Coldest drops an absolute bombshell performance of map number 1 and is currently sitting on a goose egg through map number 2, 4 rounds deep, it's not a good look. 2 more rounds on this side, and Hype Mobility back stuck inside their spawn for another offensive attempt to try to work some of these first bloods.
Good effort from Chagabee through the middle of the map. Can he find any more? Vague's going to go for the Ego Chow, and well, I think it's warranted. Ego picks up that kill. Traded out from Proxity, though. Washi's still the problem over by A. And again, Hype Mobility know it. Up close and personal is also going to be Raballo. Envy's finding value through the middle of the map. So still 2 versus 2. Proxity's done what he's needed to. Getting the bomb down. Nade over the top. Is it going to connect for anything? Yes, it does. Proxity goes down. What a nade from Envy. And now it's down to Compa. 1 versus 2. Rewrap through the middle of the map here.
Yeah.
Envy spotted him out, and he
that's these GGs.
well. Envy.
They just don't have. I don't know.
I mean, that is just now 3 players at different points in rounds for Tribe that have stepped up and have absolutely iced up to be able to clutch the round for Tribe. Washi did it first, then Raballo, and now Envy. Really got to think this Tribe Gaming squad is pretty damn good at the video game. 5 rounds in a row for Tribe. Any response at all for Hype Mobility on this side has to be here.
Keep on alternating sides of attack here. Tribe have read this. T-Bag's read it really well. Does he have the trigger discipline? No. Yes, he does find the first kill and a second as well. Proxity will trade things out, but T-Bag, for him, the job is done. Coldest finds value, and now it's Envy to step up to the plate for Tribe Gaming. Brings it down to just Compa left to deal with 1 versus 3. Compa's got the bomb at 7-0.
This might be like a deal series changer though. This might just like tell like
not even
Hype
a
mobility
chance. Tribe, a flawless defense here on
mental, and then Tribe should just like wake up and like, oh, these guys are shit. We got this, bro. Type deal.
Got ourselves a mystery on our hands. There's hype mobility, slaying gone. I mean, it's also takeoff, and to be fair, with these sniper rifles, the way that Envy and Washi are playing, kind of makes Teabag's job that much easier, doesn't it? Aggression, realistically, is all you need if you are Tribe. One round to the good is all that is required. Compa will find two.
Honestly, the only thing hype mobility can do here is like get confidence back.
I was gonna say before the round swap that
unless they somehow reverse sweep it, 7-6 would be reverse sweep would be crazy.
Hype mobility, of course. Take off, search and destroy is very defensively sided. It's so difficult to get the bomb down on either A or B. Tribe have just demonstrated exactly why. Washi, though, top fragging at the moment here for Tribe. 1 versus 3 would be the cherry on the cake, and it's not even going to get that first sniper off. Chagabu closes out the round. Hype mobility, they're on the board.
They got the board. They got a round. W.
1 round at a time. This would be a Herculean
This
comeback,
is a super defense out of map, so this is possible to make a
comeback.
comeback.
Tribe continuously try to get aggressive. Hype mobility might be able to get an iron grip on the situation. Tribe trying to go for the same exact thing, just trying to get themselves inside of control, maybe trying to work across this courtyard, but Proximity has worked itself into a very good corner.
It's the same kind of corner that we saw from Teabag previously, and it is actually going to be Teabag that falls foul to it. Vague of a good trade, though. Information, you're comfortable with that if you're hype mobility, because now you know where Tribe are going. Full control.
They're not giving them anything, which is crazy.
Tribe now just looking for another way in towards B. The biggest problem, of course, is that cross being watched by Hype right now.
Sure is. And High Mobility have elected just to trust Compa on this.
Surprisingly, Bobby not doing a watch party. I don't think he cares about. I don't.
Entourage.
Yeah, he's more onto better things, to be honest.
Kind of get crossed up with a couple bullets, hailing their way.
Yeah, and he's also
I try to escape back to Envy, who's just been watching the exit over towards Stadium. Are they going to try to flip this over towards A? There's not all the time in the world to try to clear all these corners, Brody.
You need some kind of heroic play here. Vague might have just got it. Gives himself away to Vague. Compa's not quite so suave of it. I think he's about to get hunted down by Vague, though. He takes Rabalo down
Vague's
first.
coming in huge on this SMD right here.
Tribe, though, even though they have numbers in this situation, still need to go and retrieve that bomb. Perhaps take hype mobility down with 30 seconds on the clock. Can they get it done?
Oh, huge shot from Envy.
Envy's got the one-shot sniper in the situation. The Tundra is built for situations like that. And now Tribe will get this bomb down. Chaga, 1 versus 3. Finds the first versus Envy. It unnerves Fagan, stops the plant. And there is the final kill regardless. Washi is going to get it done, and Tribe will get it done here in the search and destroy.
Yeah, but NA typically is usually weaker in SMDs, so like the other weaker NA team would be weaker than Tribe, even though Tribe sucks in SMD.
One round as you switch sides.
Here, let me go take a piss. I'll be right back. Let me go take a quick piss break real quick.
Hey, didn't work out the first time, just sprinting all the way through courtyard. So why don't we just be a little bit systematic when it comes down to working their trades and being able to work over towards B. I gotta say, I mean, that's when inexperience really does come into the conversation. At the very least, a very winnable round to maybe try to get up there second. If you are looking at a hype mobility G's perspective, you just didn't need to push for more information. You had the crosses, you had the high ground being held over by the B bomb site, and you played right into Tribe's hands as being able to isolate the information via their numbers and being able to work their trades the way that you know that they are working to do when it comes on offense. Very, very difficult to be able to convert offensive rounds when it comes down to takeoff, search, and destroy. We saw that when you're going up against Tribe from Hype Mobility's perspective through 6 very, very difficult rounds. A couple clutches, sure, but Tribe Gaming really showcasing why they are no laughing matter, albeit now tied up in the series 1 apiece. And a very good takeoff, search, and destroy to bounce back from a standoff hardpoint.
Yeah, I think just Tribe are a very versatile team on the defense, right? And I think, you know, fair play to Hype Mobility because they had a few different looks at both bomb sites to try and crack it, and they even took out the power players in multiple different situations. But you mentioned it, I think, at the half right before we switched. I say the half, it wasn't really the half, was it? I mean, it was about 80-90% through the game where we saw these standout performances in those early rounds. If it wasn't Washi looking over the site, if it wasn't Rabalo picking up when Washi got cut short, if it wasn't Envy with the nade over the top and then the snipe to finish things off, if it wasn't Vague, I mean, everyone had their part to play. Everyone had a moment in those defensive rounds in which they were able to stand out and take Hype Mobility down. So that is a much more standard performance from Tribe Gaming. No nonsense now as they take the search and destroy in demanding fashion. And now we go over to a control here in this best of 5. It's time for literally the swing game in the series. Didn't think I'd be saying that between these two teams. Are Tribe now on fire? Are they now back to their normal form? Will we see any kind of resistance here from Hype Mobility?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know, because, I mean, Cold has had a massive map number 1 and then just was almost non-existent in the map number 2, comparatively to, like, Vague was non-existent in the map number 1 for Tribe and then had a very good map number 2. Who knows? Honestly, I mean, Control is always having a lot of different question marks when it comes down to it, especially versus two teams. When you get the data right in front of your face, whether that map number 1 kind of concluded, and especially with it being on Arsenal, it is very break-off dependent. Control always will be, but it goes beyond that. What does it look like once you end up getting that wipe? What does your team do soon after? A lot of questions. We need these answers.
All right, let's see this Control. I think Tribe has the advantage on Control, though.
On the offense, as you
more
pointed out already, they've had one
more strategy involved.
5, so surely we can't count them out here. And at the start of this round, they're winning the vast majority of the trades as well. T-Bag's going to have to come back. He did want to go towards the AA guns to get some map control and perhaps set up a spawn trap a little bit early. But now he needs to get more actively involved in control over the middle of the map because Hype Mobility, they're already here. Comper over the top, looking for the kill against T-Bag. T-Bag, what can he find? Just a little bit too much to handle there. Nobody able to do anything.
Oh my god.
Gaming is Coldest finds 3. Hype Mobility.
Is Arsenal attack sided? Looks like it.
Yeah, it's looking good for it as well. Nobody's in a position for Tribe to try to stop this segment. You had 3 players. That's a very fast capture coming through for Hype Mobility. 2 minutes on the board to try to work over towards B.
What kind of freaking drone was
up
that?
For a couple exits. Watch out for Envy. He's currently lurking inside of the ventilation. Jumps out. T-Bag will take down another on the opposite side. So you're starting to work a little bit more map positioning. If you are Tribe, Hype Mobility looking for the same exact thing, at least through the cafeteria and all the way past munitions as well. And we know how difficult this spawn trap is to try to combat it against. Tribe trying to deny it before it even starts.
Good efforts from Tribe here. Not the start they wanted to this round, but certainly this has been a brilliant response. Now I'm going to see the Predator missile coming down from Coldest to buy some space for Hype Mobility. It will land, takes Washi out of the equation, or he can do further damage. All life advantage now for Hype Mobility. 1 minute 20 on the clock to try and make this move forward. Proc Steep. Did he get that opening snipe on towards Vague? Looking for something solid here.
They got War Machine operators here. They have 1 minute to work with. I like how they're waiting for each other. It's good teamwork here.
Oh! Everyone finding some value. Just one more player in the corner to contend with. It's Envy.
Oh! God, who got shit on there, Vague? Oh my god. What? Oh, you can get on there? What? I didn't know you can get up there. Bro, is this map defense sided or attack sided? It seems like it's attack sided. If this is defense sided map, this is worrisome.
To try to maybe work a little bit of a flank, but Proxity is actually going to pick it up, and that might at least try to thwart this pinch, but the retake from the steps will be successful for Tribe. But you still have 54 seconds. You are down just about double the lives if you are Tribe Gaming. To say you have to play this just about perfectly is putting it lightly.
Oh my god, Coldest, dude.
Coldest has already found a couple of kills as well. I think this round really starting to slip through the things of Tribe Gaming. They have to be perfect now. Can't lose a single man on the board. Vague will win that gunfight versus Coldest, but the trades are good for Compa. 35 seconds, still time a problem though for Hype Mobility. They do have to be somewhat strategic about this one, or maybe Yorn could just brute force his way in towards the point and take Envy down. Proxy follows up with the kill on towards Washi as well.
Yeah,
just down
1v10.
Now as
this
Rabalo
is rough.
falls, and he's already just taken out Chagaboot. You know where he is.
1v10 is crazy though. That's a 20 life, that's a 10 life difference, dude.
1 versus 3 on the point. Good luck, have fun, friend. Get what you can, because it's not going to be a lot.
Yeah, that's what he was.
Round number 1 in
the one thing with T-Bag is he's the only problem, like I would say the only flaw with T-Bag is that he loses his cool pretty quickly. Like he has the same problem I used to have. Well, obviously mine thing got fixed, but he has like, you know, if like something, like if like someone clutches a 1v3, if he gets clutched on, then it's rough. His mentality is rough, you know?
Offensive attempt for Tribe.
That's the only thing. He might have been changed, but that's the only last time I've known him. He was. That was the only flaw here. Oh my god, he was just choking annihilator shots, bro. Oh my god, he's choking these annihilator shots, bro. What the hell did I just watch, dude?
In Tribe's favor. Good trades to start off, but Tribe already saw on the clock.
Yato, so much talent in Tribe, and they just don't grind the game. Sad for real. Yeah, they don't really care. To be honest, that's just how they just don't care. They don't have the work ethic to get that. That's why Tech left NA anyways. Is it the real Yato? Is it the real, like, the esports player Yato? I don't know what team he plays for, but that name is familiar. It's familiar.
Coldest is finding more value over on the point, and it's just down to Vague, who will actually find one kill. Keeps the hopes of a potential B capture alive.
Oh, this is toxic, bro. Yo, what is this? That's toxic, bro. Yo, how are they not capping, bro, after T-Bag did all that, dude? What is that, bro?
Was there, and you're talking about space, boy.
How, bro, T-Bag did that. Nobody's capping points. What is going on? How did nobody cap nothing? T-Bag literally got like a 1v3 stop there. It was only a 2v5 on the points. All you had to do is take the point. That's a troll from Tribe there. She has Chagabu has freaking Chagabu has that one thing. Oh, she got taken down.
Despite getting spawn trapped there momentarily, still finding a way to be terrifying to Tribe. Gunfight's being won over by A though. That should be an extra 60 seconds on the board now. If you're Tribe, slow down. You've got an extra 60 seconds to work with.
Yeah, you have to slow down if you're Tribe.
Try and fight for map control.
Nah, the pro ones and TSM now Garena.
Okay. Gonna get taken out before any potential spawn trap can come through, so that's gonna really raise the pressure for Tribe to make some
TSM
kind of
came back to
Predator missile down from the heavens is gonna take T-Bag out. Hype Mobility are winning every crucial gunfight. Their map control right now is insane.
Yeah, it really is. Even expecting the push to come all the way through the cafeteria, not immediately traded though. Vague's actually gonna pop the equalizer and start working in towards the spawn. Has a smoke to help things out as well. He knows that one player's gonna be coming off the spawn. It's gonna be Coldest. Can he find any more?
Is Vague gonna go for a spawn trap here?
Guarantee at least one more player up through the elevator shaft. Not gonna give him the 1v1, at least not yet. Vague just kind of having food dangled in front of him, and this is just bait. I mean, he's got two people looking at him right now while the rest of his team work the B control zone.
Yeah, Vague, I mean, he was trying to set up
Vague did, like, Vague stalled so much time there. I don't think I have time now to, like, yeah, I don't have time to get on B now. Yeah, Vague won him the round there. That was well played. Chagabu really used her thing there? Wow, that's crazy. She killed herself with it.
Nowhere to stop the point. Tribe will win the round, but it is certainly not as convincing as Hype Mobility's first round victory.
And it's like I said, I mean, Tribe were able to do that off the control segment.
So it seems like this is an offensive round, offensive side of map.
Who's going to have that defensive side, should you even want it? It's Arsenal Control and Call of Duty Mobile, for crying out loud. Only time will tell. No operators to speak of, at least through the opening break-off here. Going to have to do this the tried and true way. A nice little split coming through for Hype Mobility, maybe trying to find some value over towards B, but look no further. It's a scramble for A.
Hype Mobility. They won the first set of gunfights back in round number 1 convincingly. That's how they were able to capture A as early as they did. This time around, a little less convincingly. Yawn and Compa will trade on back, but still one player to contend with on the point for Tribe. It's Compa. Compa goes down. There is the wave of gunfights that Tribe wanted. They have some map control now. What's the reaction like for Hype Mobility here? It's a
Coldest had a huge double.
Reduce these 2 pieces, these 3 pieces out of bloody thin air. He finds those gunfights. Now he finds the map
control. Coldest is fine, dude. He's at 17 kills right now. Yawn at 19 too. I didn't even realize that.
Tribe will stabilize.
Tribe's doing really good right now, though.
Individual plays from Coldest, they just keep on happening.
Yeah, and it opens up the doorway to maybe try to get themselves over towards B, but nobody's dealt with Envy still inside of the vents. It's gonna pop up on a very nasty
dude, that was bad call out. Someone shooting a proxy.
In the corner, finds 2
no call outs from his team there.
And kills to at least be even as far as lives are concerned. But Hype Mobility need to make a decision. What zone do we want in this point in time? And they corrected themselves. Stop going towards B. Try to get 60 seconds out of
Yeah, smart play from them. Instead of E going B, they're gonna go A, get some time because they only have 25 seconds. That's smart play. Tribe's gonna have to push to their spawn and try to go for a spawn trap, force a spawn trap.
They've got the reads.
Huge war machine. Washi got Annihilator. Washi can spawn trap on Annihilator here. I don't know if that's possible in this match.
Into this one, or maybe not. Wasn't actually able to see T-Bag on the minimap.
Why did T-Bag go in and try to like save hit 1v5A? He could have just played life.
So an extra 60 seconds is what we will see. Big kill on the transfer from Proxy.
Oh, no.
No, looks away at the wrong time for the reload. Tagabi's going to find that kill.
1 minute, 10 seconds left on the clock. Robala's got War Machine. Robala's really good with the War Machine, so they should be able to have the War Machine play here.
Looking for a push to come through the
they're going to somehow bait Robala's War Machine, because the longer that he doesn't pop this War Machine is going to be L. Oh, they're going to go for spawn traps.
Because of course it is. Yawn will be there for the bait.
Oh, T-Bag's with his Purifier.
T-Bag not here alone. Washi alongside his teammate trying to work this spawn trap. They're missing a few of these players. Already pushed all the way past the middle of the map. Already captured the A control zone. But Teabag's behind them during this push. Communicating that to everybody. Sees Chag down low.
Oh, he got turned on. Oh my god, Chelsea. Chill.
Tribe have all the
yeah, Robalo's War Machine is going to come huge here. Oh, the Annihilator. Robalo and Washi and Compa's Annihilator 1v1.
Compa's Annihilator is the thing that will do.
It's a 1v1 Annihilator. Compa's getting more value though.
This is finding the kill. Compa's going to get it done with the Annihilator. All of a sudden here, Washi left alive with this Annihilator.
Oh no!
He can only connect for one. Yawn on the other side going to bring the claw out for the gunfights. Robalo will trade things out. Tribe now left.
No, it's a disaster. They lost an Annihilator and a War Machine, and they didn't even get the round.
They have to be strategic about this one. Can't even take Coldest out on the
3v2 is still doable. 3v2 is still. Oh no, it's a 4v2. Oh, it's gonna be hard. Dude, Compa's and Washington Annihilator was huge there, but Compa got more value. Washi was hunting him down, but Compa wasn't trying to peek Washi. He was just trying to peek the teammates without the Annihilator. Wow, that is crazy.
Map mode combination of an Arsenal control versus unarguably the #1 team, at least on paper here for North America, Call of Duty Mobile. The narratives are writing themselves. Tribe need to win another offense to push into a round #5 and have a good opportunity to maybe try to get on defense, but you know how things
Fake pulled out his equalizer in entry position. This is a super risky position to pull it up on.
Thus far, it's a battle through the middle of the map.
Yeah, super risky. I would like get to their spawn a little bit and pull it out, but
there for a moment, but Hype Mobility wipe house.
High mobility starting very strong here on the defense. Tribe though still hanging about. Washi for a couple of kills. Washi needs to procure a third here if he wants to keep the hopes and dreams of capturing this A zone early on alive. Now #4.
Oh, Washi's coming huge.
When you call on Washi to do it, Washi is
Washi's saving A here. Huge.
And it keeps Tribe in the conversation over by A. But
he got streaks too. He got a Predator missile too.
They want to have pawns on both sides of the board. They want to try and get players over towards B. Is that an error though? Because you're splitting your forces. You don't have as convincing of a push on either of them as you would like.
Teabag actually wins a big one over by munitions. So that's going to be the flank that you might have to be considered about.
I don't know why they went to B there. It's way too early.
A minute will be added on towards the board, and Tribe currently have a 3-life lead. And there goes Teabag on that flank. You have a Predator missile. If you are Washi, off of that amazing start towards this round in response,
no, you could just wait for your teammate to pick you out there.
This little bit of a situation, but you still have Teabag. Here comes the Predator missile to be able to give him the information on where some of these players are located at.
Well, she's going to bring that Predator missile down from up high. He talks about that potential plank from Teabag.
Let's see these operators. Chagabo's got a Proxy. Proxy got two. They got, I don't know what operators they have. They have 2 operators, and Trap has currently 0 operators. So this is still really doable. Oh. I don't think. Did Envy see him? Did Envy see him? #2 might get some kills.
Tribe now.
#2's getting some kills. #2's frying out. Chagaboo, Chagaboo with a huge triple. Told you guys. Chagaboo came huge. He had like huge timing there. They still got operators. Robala got War Machine. Chagaboo's got her clothing. Proxy. I don't know what Proxy has.
Tried to maybe try to work one more wipe and stall out that clock. We'll have to see. High Mobility have a really good grip on the situation at hand. Especially for Coldest, playing in that corner, he will be the first alarm system towards this B push, and it's all coming from the front out of Tribe.
And nobody around the flank.
Bro,
right into the head first
Robalo's freaking War Machine is gone. Oh, Teabag's got a Teabag's frying on 26 kills.
Tribe might have numbers in this situation, but they've got very little
7v7. Oh,
and that will not favor them whatsoever.
They got Claw too.
2 operators on side, Hype Mobility.
Washi got Annihilator.
The Tribe did have. Now there's a second one. It's gonna come
Washi got Annie.
Washi. What can he get with it? Chagaboo now with the Sparrow out as well. Washi the 1 kill. Chagaboo also going to find
Chagaboo huge with that War Machine.
5 numbers not in favor of Hype Mobility here with 26 seconds on the clock. The clock will
Yo, with the huge. Oh my god, Washi with the huge Annihilator. Compa's got Annihilator too. No, Compa's got an Annie too.
20 seconds on the clock. Hype Mobility and Tribe. 2 versus 2.
Compa's got Annie. He's trying to get value of him, but he might over-aggress here.
Win some individual 1v1s. 15 seconds, Tribe. You have to go now. You have to make your way towards the point.
Coldest.
Could this be it?
Oh my god, Envy came in clutch there. Holy. Holy chat. Honestly, it depends on who's got offense here, bro.
Only 7 seconds remaining.
Oh, Chagaboo's got offense.
Maybe try to go for the retake. He had time for maybe a flank all the way through Cafe.
Oh, they got offense. Mobility got offense now.
But instead, we go towards a round 5, where a lot of operators got pulled late.
That was
round number 4 to be
super
able to
close,
end
dude.
up here. It's an offense for Hype Mobility. Do they want this side? Because instead of going over towards A, they kind of escalate the situation by going
they're cooking them though.
Teabag has a good purifier timing to be able to at least find one. Gets shut down soon after, but the opening break-off won by Tribe.
I don't know what Proxity's freaking operator is. Is it an equalizer?
Exactly what they wanted. Tribe on the defense here to start
Can't
this
be
round
right.
out. It's been the thing that's been the problem.
Oh, Tribe's cooking him now.
Doesn't think it's going to be a problem though.
Tribe is cooking him now.
Finding a lot of kills here. Our Tribe only giving up 2. Now going to be 3.
Yeah.
Double up. Vague's now going to bring the equalizers out to really drive this point home though. Envy also finding another one. Look at the start of this round from Tribe. It's been
this is a huge start from Tribe.
From them, only giving up 4 lives. They've brought Hype mobilities down to 20, and Hype here selling way away from their spawn. They're trying to go through the AA gun side.
Yeah,
they still got it. They still got like they gotta wait time though. That's a good start. 2-piece. That's a good start there.
Through the big window, Proxy is going to be able to take down Washi. Now you start swarming over towards his A control.
Dude, if freaking hypermobility bring this back, dude, I'm gonna be so disgusted, dude. Because this should be like free Tribe win.
More value inside the spawn, but the Pred missile from Vague will completely de-earth him from such a push.
This should be a free Tribe win, dude.
Desperately over towards B.
High mobility. You can really feel them for the first time in this control.
Yeah, GG's. Rebel's got a war machine too.
There's only 5 seconds left. Hype mobility. This was a control that they will feel they should have won. Can they save it in this situation? Comper and Chagabi will win a couple of gunfights.
Yeah, GG's. Yeah, GG's. Dude, if I'm Tribe, I'm not happy for my performance. If I'm Tribes, I'm not happy for my performance. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Bro, they're struggling. They're barely beating versus a team that I don't know of, bro. Like, I know they have Jan and Chelsea, but like, god damn. Bro.
I would be as well. Again, Nat very much so could have and probably should have been a 3-1, but get a little bit too eager. You see the claw being pulled out. You probably just want to throw your life away, expecting to have an operator advantage going around number 5. Not the case at all. Vague completely unearths a push coming through from Hype Mobility to start off that round and gets right in towards the enemy's lounge just to really drive it home, as you said. Tribe were definitely tested when it came down to this Arsenal control. Hype definitely brought the aggression. It was slaying side by side with Tribe continuously. But towards that round number 5 on defense, the only difference started off with Vague with that equalizer. It was the first time that we saw it happen for an operator to be popped. It was the first time that we saw a Hype Mobility through 3 offensive attempts start their way over towards B and got immediately stuffed.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been that close.
To try to work their way through the map through about, what, 2, maybe 3 Predator missiles. That is a difficult situation to have for yourself if you are Hype Mobility, especially when you start off this series so hot.
Man, that is a frustrating control and a half. Hype mobility, though, through the respawns, I think especially in this best of 5, continue to prove themselves an ever-present danger for Tribe. You can see it there. Great performances coming out from Yorn, a player I mentioned at the start of this best of 5, and Coldest as well, who continues to prove that he is much better than what he was back in Season 4. Looking over towards the Tribe side, though, a team effort and a half. Has to be said, it does feel like, with only, I think, Teabag, technically speaking, going positive, this is a situation where Tribe were outslayed in that game and still came out on top.
Yeah, again, like they were tested in all the ways that I'm sure they probably weren't expecting. I mean, look, I've known these guys for quite some time at this point. Every single time I get to talk to them on LAN, they are some of the most confident individuals. I'm sure they were probably thinking coming into this series, don't worry, we'll take care of these guys. They're not simply on our level, but not the case at all. Again, Vague had a very much more
doing really good.
Appearance.
They benched Vague. That's no. I don't think they benched Vague. I don't think they benched Marshy. I just don't think Marshy doesn't want to play with them because Marshy knows they ain't grinded. I think that's more of the case, Hunter. I don't think they benched Marshy. Marshy's like a full-on starter player, bro.
In the World Championship, so you still have some things to figure out. But a map number 4.
I just don't think Marshy wants to play.
Hackney Yard on the docket, and hey, again, this is a map mode combination that's relatively new. Who knows what honestly could happen since we got map 1 going towards at least Hype Mobility's favor. Maybe it could be map 5.
Who knows, dude? Who knows? Honestly, at this point, I think we came into the series convinced that this would be a 3-0 to Tribe because, I mean, duh. I mean, you look at the history of these two rosters. Tribe, one of the best teams in North America. The composition of these players, even though this is the first time we're seeing these 5 players play together under this team, Still, compare that to the history of a roster like Hype Mobility.
Alright, this is a hardpoint, so Hype Mobility looked way better than the hardpoints, but we'll see. The respawns are honestly 50-50 with these two teams. They're pretty close on the respawns, like level-wise.
Can they force a game fight out of Tribe?
And they literally just got Tribe literally just got wiped.
Well, for start here on Hackney Yard,
Tribe does have an advantage. Even if they lose this hardpoint, they still got like that
Tribe
SMD.
started off on the favorite side of the map, and what we mean by that is over by P2. And if you missed our first series, P2 is a very good hardpoint for yourself.
Oh my god, Proxy, how did Proxy get teabag in that point, bro?
10 bulletin thesis on the reasoning behind it, but still scrambling through the P1 warehouse. Still got 30 seconds left to fight over, so Tribe cannot allow all this time to go over scot-free. Hype Mobility have already gotten the majority.
Hype Mobility will be very happy with this. Again, P1, generally speaking, and hardpoint is not something you ever really expect to get a wealth of time from. Be very happy with that as he picks up a couple of kills off the back of this rotation towards New as well. Envy will cut all 3 players down that attempted to cross towards New hardpoint. And while Hype Mobility will walk away with about 45 seconds in total off the back of P1, Tribe will have an opportunity, if the setup is right here towards P2, to fight back and gain the lead right back from Hype Mobility.
Well, it comes down to this P2 hold. This is a really good setup as well. Just to talk about the overall setup, the first alarm system would be Vague. It's playing over by that very godlike head glitch. Compa's the only one to make his way past over by the blue picket fence, and actually gets Chag to spawn on in. So it mostly just comes down to what happens over by the OE and how much more Compa can find. Absolutely nothing, but Chag is still able to slip the net. He's inside the tire shop and currently stalling out the clock as well.
Tribe are winning all of these gunfights, but they will take out Vague, and I think that's the biggest thing now. It gives Hype Mobility an opening towards this hard point. They have to actually follow it up with kills, though. Watch, he's going to pick up exactly where Vague left off. He goes down, I think, one gunfight. Tribe Gaming know how important holding this side of the hard point can be. Vague now leaving.
Oh hell no! Give back behind the MG42.
Gunfights. Tribe are doing a really good job at keeping Hype Mobility away, and as they go towards this new hard point now, it is just going to be a 1 versus 1 for the scrap time. Teabag looking for it with the prize fighters. Chagaby will take him down.
Why do you use all your freaking
Tribe able to take the lead away from Hype Mobility now as we go towards the next hard point.
The stream's lagging, not me, right? I think the stream's lagging.
We lost 9 seconds from a nice little timing coming through from Chag, and you're going to be feeling pretty darn skippy about that if you are Tribe for a lot of different reasons. It mostly comes through the push that came through to the backside of the warehouse stairs, being able to get themselves onto the backside of the stacks P3, and now they have closer spawns. It's a scramble, at least for the front end of this time. Yon's going to be able to take down Raballo, so currently Hype Mobility in possession of the time, but can they maintain this presence on the map, especially with the high ground so far? Yon, so good.
Oh, bro, what is this garbage ass stream, bro?
Spawns. It's a scramble, at least for the front end of this time. Yon's going to be able to take down Raballo, so currently Hype Mobility in possession of the time, but can they maintain this presence on the map, especially with the high ground so far? Yon, so good.
Back and forth now for this hard point. Tribe Gaming the ones in control, but still not quite satisfied with the map control they've got just yet before jumping in towards the hill. Now they finally are. Valley picks up a kill with a nade. Chagaby going to fight back here. Hype Mobility looking to find a way through to take Tribe out. Instead, they'll be comfortable with taking Tribe out of the hard point from range. Do they have anybody there to instill themselves into the scrap time, though? Proxy with the coverage of the smoke will look for it. And Hype now will be looking for that scrap time. Looking over towards New. Now we're going to start to see some of these operators come out as we usually do towards P4. Vague's equalizers will not last that long. As Hype Mobility look to be the first team to touch, but there is Tribe presence overkit. 3 players to contend with while Yawn holds the top side. Couple of players also outside. Chagabu and Compa, big gunfights. Yawn with the equalizers, looking to garner some control. He's already picked up 1 kill. How much more can Yawn find? Gonna get the kill against on towards Vague, and another one as well. Yawn is popping off right now. Hype Mobility have control.
Oh, bro, the stream is some poo-poo.
Players to contend with while Yawn holds the top side. Couple of players also outside. Chagabu and Compa, big gunfights. Yawn with the equalizers, looking to garner some control. He's already picked up 1 kill. How much more can Yawn find? Gonna get the kill against on towards Vague, and another one as well. Yawn is popping off right now. Hype Mobility have control.
And how crucial do you think that moment in time is that Vague popped the equalizer, a very crucial operator that we've seen find big success on this office hard point, gets immediately shut down, and then 2 more to follow for Tribe. But Yon's value with the claw allows Hype Mobility to maintain presence on this office hard point. Here comes Vague, here with the equalizer. Trying to at least maintain presence on this hard point. He's able to find at least the kills required to help his running mates get back inside the time, but immediately dealt with, at least in trades. High ground at least being maintained for Tribe. They should be able to secure this back 15 seconds as we start thinking about the rotation to New.
And this is such a back and forth game between these 2 teams. I would expect no less after what we saw back in game number 1. Who's going to get control of New? High Mobility do get a couple of kills, but ultimately it's Rabalo and Envy that should be able to garner early control over this hard point. Smoke will give Proxy the coverage to go in towards this hill, and now all of a sudden T-Bag has a lot to do. He's going to employ the Purify to get this one done. Maybe wait a little bit longer for his teammates to come over the top. Compa's going to get a kill from long range with the Annihilator towards the hard point. T-Bag will find only one with that Purify. It's a pinstripe kill feed. Tribe Gaming, though, they come out on top off the back of it.
Oh my god, Coldest, bro.
Coldest will get a couple of kills, though, Tribe. It won't be long before they're under siege once again. And Compa already starting to pick things up with the Annihilator. How much more value can Hype Mobility find?
Oh my god, Compa's just a one-man army on the point, bro.
One more player left to contend with is going to be T-Bag. He's down to 50% HP. Vague, can he save the day? T-Bag once again just trying to play his life here, jump around the top to try and get in from behind.
What am I watching?
He's played his life for long
what am I watching, bro?
They're not allowing High Mobility any time whatsoever.
No, and again, it's just keeping it scrappy, and it's
what did I just watch, dude?
5-point lead, but finally the dust will settle. Compa will at least secure the back 5 seconds, so it's a very, and I mean very slight lead for Hype Mobility going in towards the second set. And this is where things really started to build for them off of P1. Almost feels like the map completely got reset. Tribe on the better side of the map. High Mobility trying to break back inside P1, but you have a lot of numbers for Tribe to be worried about. And I got to tip it for Coldest. Thought that maybe he might be able to work a flank all the way through the OE pass office. That's being watched by Vague. And Hype feeling the pressure, pulling out an operator. The Sparrow for chat gets shut down by Envy.
They're getting spawns, though. They're sacrificing this point for a spawn, and they did get spawns now.
High Mobility
Oh,
setting themselves up on the left side of the mini-map here for control of P2. Now they want a slice of P1. Yorn going for it. He's going to get shut down. Coldest will produce a couple of kills. Is it good enough? Can't find any more, though. Will Compa now proxy in towards the time. Shots not that.
They just got to sacrifice and play new here. So Tribe
that's what they have to do. Will win the vast majority of the trades. And
as they find 3 kills between they flip spawns, though.
That should be it for this time. This is going to go Tribe's way. Hype Mobility, though, settled with the new hardpoint. Vague going to bring out the equalizers here to do some serious damage. He's already cleared 2 players out. One more up top to contend with. Vague, can he be the hero in this situation? Yes, he can. Going to find Chaka.
Oh, his War Machine, the War Machine.
Well. That's opened up the path for Tribe.
But now Coldest, even with the War Machine pulled out, was able to at least find that trade. Now needs to be entry as well. Is able to get up.
Oh, the War Machine's Coldest War Machine went off. Oh!
Spawns over by the office to come through, and Coldest gets bumped.
Oh my god, he still got almost gets a 4 there. Dude, how the hell does Tribe not have this point yet? Oh, Rabalo's War Machine. There he goes.
Able to find himself 2 more. Coldest trying to keep
things he didn't even get information with that War Machine.
But unsuccessful in that. Tribe still holding on. Still a lot of time to fight for here too.
Seem like a GG, guys.
This could be the break that makes the difference here in this game and this series as well. We often talk about how P2 is the hard point to get control of. Well, they've broken it within the first 15 against Hype Mobility, and now they have
I didn't realize Hackney Yard is a comp map.
Against Hype Mobility.
I didn't realize this map is back on the comp. Because this map was in 2021. It didn't appear in 2022, 2023.
To open things up, we'll actually follow up another kill as well. Washi's shots are not all that great. Chagabu goes for the slide, and Washi will punish. So Tribe now, off the back of that mammoth hard point, will have a 90-point advantage or so against Hype Mobility. This is not good for them whatsoever. The rest of this hard point needs to be great from them.
It sure does, and even on transition, much like how we got in the previous set, Brody is actually starting to escalate in such a manner again. High Mobility getting cut down on rotation. You had players for Tribe pushing office, players for Tribe pushing past the warehouse side. You had split spawns coming through from High Mobility, finally stabilized into the backside of P5. So that players to be worried about. Inside of the current hardpoint is Washi with the Annihilator, finally dealt with, but you still have Tribe players nearby.
Teabag, the both bottom fraggers are fighting for the hill.
Once again, breaking
dude, I feel bad for the players that play on the hill in this map.
Your objective here in this situation is just to keep Hype Mobility away from this hard point. Don't give them anything to work with whatsoever. And Washi going to bring that Predator missile down to keep Yorn and Coldest out of this hard point. Hype Mobility now looking for the back 20 seconds. They just cannot get
Mobility needs to get a perfect 60 if they want to be back in the game
here. Doing a stellar job at keeping Hype away from this. They've got what, 3 or 4 seconds off the back of this hill. Finally they'll get in for the back 15. I don't even know if they'll get that though, because Washi comes in for the scrap time.
Who's got new right now?
Hype Mobility from
it. On new?
And Hype Mobility get
nothing
on
top. This
from that kill. Now we move over towards new, and there's only one player here for Hype Mobility. It's Compa up top, and he gets dealt with.
Oh, and even Vague just shutting down Proximity on rotation, was trying to be that player in for Hype Mobility. Has an equalizer ready to be popped, but everybody for Tribe is popping off. Here comes Proximity. Now with the equalizer up top first, trying to find any kills whatsoever, but it's Teabag now to meet him with the Purifier. Completely cleans house.
It's Raps. All the operators are getting spammed out. It's Raps, guys.
To help out his team break back in. Tribe looking at the finish line here with another
why are you picking that?
Here come the operators out from Tribe as well. It's 2 to talk about. Rabalo's War Machine is now the only one up though. As Vague's gonna get shut down. He's picking up kills left, right, and center. Rabalo up close here. With
this was still a close series though. You know, this was I was expecting the hard points to be like this, but first hard point they lost. The control was way too close. The SMD was pretty one-sided. I guess the SMD was pretty one-sided, and this map was pretty one-sided. But still, that control and that first hard point was not it, bro.
To try and survive the onslaught. It's just not happening. Nobody to touch the
this is what I expected. 3-1. I mean, I expected 3-1. I expected a 3-0. That control could have been anybody though. That control would have been sus though.
When we go back, if we have a replay package of that, I want everybody to look distinctly at what the score line was when we got back to P1 for the second set of rotations, comparatively to what the score was at the end. It was about a 150 to 20 scoreline difference in between the first set towards the end of the game. You asked for Tribe to get tested, yeah, it was there. You asked for Tribe to try to do the damn near impossible, that is Hackney Art breaking P2 and then continuously hitting the throttle all the way through the center of the earth. That was soon to follow. This is the Tribe that we expected to come out all the way back in the standoff map number 1. High Mobility definitely tested them. And then Tribe soon answered back in kind. Hype Mobility had a really good opportunity through that second set, Brody, to be able to answer back in kind. But even with Tribe pushed against the wall, it came through from Vague's equalizer to break back inside P2. That relentless pressure, excuse me, through the warehouse into the office allowed them to break back inside P3. But the one crucial battle for me comes through from Vague, working through the courtyard, being able to shut down Proximity to try to get inside of the office building with the equalizer. Should that happen for High Mobility, they might have been able to at least guarantee themselves at least 25 to 30 seconds. Not going to be the case. Tribe never left the driver's seat there in the second set.
Yeah, and the thing I would say as well, right, is just imagine how different that game is if Tribe don't break P2 on the second set, right? If Hype Mobility do get the full 60, it's a significantly more competitive game. Even with Tribe not letting Hype Mobility get a single second off the back of the hard point after that, even with Tribe getting a dominant control of the rotation towards the next hill, towards P4 after that, it is that P2, it constantly is that P2 that can make or break a Hackney Art hard point, and Tribe proved exactly why there. As they take the hard point away, they win the series 3-1. And to be honest here, looking over at the stats at the end of the game, again, Tribe just coming out on top, looking at the slaying power of the likes of Vague. You already mentioned it, 38 and 29 to his name. Envy also at 37 and 31.
Yeah, they cooked.
Man, it feels so damn good to see some of these players back together again.
Listen, that was an insane performance on behalf of Tribe Gaming, but we knew that they were capable of either coming back when they're in a situation where they're behind, or just being a strong team in general. I'm actually really impressed by Hype Mobility, because they were able to take a team that we've said time and time again is the best in the region, and not only take a map off of them, but make them struggle to get some of the wins on the other maps. I think that was really indicative of how much work they put in between open finals until the challenge season. They worked hard on their squad. They knew who they were facing off against.
All right, see you,
even
Rashad.
though they lose this particular matchup, they still have another opportunity.
No, Blur's team is with
Teal,
I'm pretty sure still.
And they'll be facing off
are they?
against
I'm not sure.
Hydra, former Pollos Locos, the team that lost to Nexus earlier on in the day. And I think this is going to be a banger of a matchup now, Brody.
Yeah, honestly, all I'll say, right, is who on earth put Group B together? Because every single team in this group is on fire. It is an absolutely wild group. And yeah, Hydra and Hype Mobility, and I think we kind of both written them off a little bit about, you know, you having to face Nexus,
Travis Nexus,
surely you're not going to be able to do anything. And
this got to be the first game, right? Come on, give me the first game. Come on.
The maps themselves are competitive. Hydra making a close hard point against Nexus, giving us a close search and destroy against Nexus, and we just saw what Hype Mobility were able to do. Honestly, I love it. I can't wait to see who's going to come out on top of this matchup.
Especially when we take into consideration that both Hydra and Hype Mobility are new names as far as the squads go to SPS this season. I mean, this is going to be... I know,
man. Nexus looks strong with Hydra. I mean, they both are looking chalky at the hard point, but looking at how both of them play, I think Nexus takes it.
Solidifying a spot in Challenge Finals. They will now be done for today, so they'll get to take a little bit of a break, and they will face off against each other next time we check out this Group B side of our challenge season. So come back when that happens, because that matchup is also going to be insane. I mean, that was probably what we expected.
Oh, bro, is it really going to be this matchup, bro?
Wise proper, but I think it's still going to be.
Are you serious, bro? I don't want to watch this matchup. I want to watch the other matchup.
I expected, as many do, when we look at Tribe, to be holding them on the pedestal that I'm sure they probably placed themselves on, but obviously tested in that map number 1. Nice to see a lot of household names, specifically Vague, bounce back from a very uncharacteristic map 1 performance. But this Group B, much to Brody's point, I don't know who put this group together. You deserve a pay raise, my friend, because this is an absolute onslaught of a group. It feels like anybody could beat anybody on any given circumstances. A lot of good surprises through a lot of different instances so far.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting day so far. We still have one more match here to go. Before we do that and before we go to our break, though, just a reminder to fill out our survey. If you're just joining us, or if you just haven't done so yet already, you can scan the QR code that pops up on your screen. That'll take you on over to a survey. Give us your thoughts about everything we're doing here at the Snapdragon Pro Series, what you love, areas you think we can improve. We'd love to hear your feedback on what we've got going on here so far. And if you do that, you'll be entered to win a $100 gift card. Super easy, super fast. We'd love to hear your thoughts. But it is time for us to go to a short break so we can allow our teams to get themselves
like a
reset
20-minute break, bro. Hydra takes it.
One of these
I
teams
think mobility looks better though. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Continuing on in the competition.
I would say Hydra take it, but mobility looked better. Slap me with that 10-minute break.
Brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra.
Slap me with that 10-minute break.
DHL,
10-minute break,
and the United States Air Force.
10-minute break. I want to go back to Mr. Beast video. Fucking 12 minutes, crazy shit, bro. All right, let's go on.
Yes.
My first fallen soldier.
Oh, guys!
Oh, I got it.
Oh shit, Valkyrie got it. Oh shit, Logan Paul got the star done. Got the star.
Hey, Jimmy! All right. Hey, really quick.
The press is about to break it. Wait, it's already broken. Right?
This is where people crack.
I like how you say this is where people crack it. It cracks it, bro. Damn, you really just eliminated Sketch, bro. The GOAT.
You did this! Just for a piece of change.
What happened?
He betrayed me.
Sketch, you trust him with your life?
I trust him fully. You gave the guy with the worst eyesight, with the worst hands, the worst thing.
I'm sorry, brother.
And with that, the second challenge has eliminated Colby and Rug, Michael Reeves, Fede, Ozzy,
Thank you.
Lexi, and Matt.
Right again.
The true $1 million was the friends we made along the way, and that's no theory.
Retirement begins!
Yes, he just re-retired.
There's a once-in-a-generation tornado outbreak back home.
Like an OG
People we know
YouTuber.
have lost everything. I have a way to prevent all this.
You think you can disrupt a tornado?
In theory, if we can get close enough.
Let's ride. You ever see anything like this?
Not like this.
Twisters, rated PG-13, in theaters Friday.
And we also lost J-Slad, Pokimane and Matsu, and lastly, of course, Sketch.
Yeah, no.
Thanks for coming.
I know most of the Pokemon Switch are all depressed, bro. They're all like, Pokemon got eliminated.
11 people were eliminated, and only 34 of you remain.
Congrats.
You are an evil man, Mr. Beast. There was some beloved
bro, I
people
love
that were
Laser
taken.
Beam, bro.
I'm happy
I
they're gone,
love
every
that.
single one of them, because it means my odds are better. Now, the herd has been thinned, and I'm gonna win.
And while setting up the next challenge, I let the 34 remaining YouTubers entertain themselves.
We can play a game. How close can you get to Red Line, bro?
Look at that with bottle caps.
That's right. The device that entertains your favorite creators are bottle caps.
Hey, watch this.
freaking guys in that. Holy crap. Oh! Yo, that's toxic, bro. This is why I'm saying he put people in the room, bro.
For challenge 3, I need you all in groups of 2 and duct tape your hands together. Be careful who you pick as your partner.
Oh, it's gonna be the marbles game.
Best man in these weddings. Sorry, we're riding together.
It's gonna be, bro. They're stupid. Why are they doing like the loved ones?
For some reason, everyone just paired up with
It's
their
about to be the
closest
freaking
friends.
the marble game. One of them might get eliminated,
Which,
right?
let's be honest, is not the best strategy in a Mr. Beast video.
Do we have to hold hands or am I just doing this?
No, you do not have to hold hands.
Sorry. Yo! Why am I with him? He's crazy!
Freaking cast over. He don't care, bro.
Update the floor.
It reminded me of like first videos, you know?
Whoever you're duct taped to, we will cut you loose, and you'll be going head to head in giant Jenga.
Oh, so it is marble game, but it's the Jenga.
No, we got this.
You've been laughing nonstop this whole time, so I think it makes sense for you to go first. The tape is off.
Let's see who's going home.
Oh, imagine it falls.
Dude, this is about to take
one.
forever, bro. Watch party, yeah. After they're in break right now, so done.
Now, obviously, the plan for Giant Jenga was to be a more extreme version of the game, but the tower was getting so tall they couldn't even reach the top with a ladder.
Oh, that is the most rickety ladder I've seen in my life.
And because there was now a limit to how high the tower could go, eventually they would run out of possible moves.
This might be the final move right here.
That was literally the last possible block to pull. So JJ, you've ran out of luck. What are we doing here?
It's been a pleasure, bro.
No.
No! Surely not!
Bro, what?
An hour and a half Jenga.
Dude, this guy KSI, bro. Racist, bro. What the hell? Bro,
and then he took me out. That's
that's
insane.
crazy.
I'm gonna let you all vote if you think it was fair or not that JJ carried him out. Go to the right side if you think it's fair. Go to the left if you think it isn't.
I wish there was more evil people on that side.
Not fair, not fair.
No fair, man. No fair.
The people have spoken.
With KSI out, AJ back in, 33 of you still remain.
So that was fair? Yeah, that's a game. I'm about to.
Damn, dude, the Prime Bros are bullying them, bro. What the hell, dude? Logan's big, bro.
Smash this.
Because that last game took hours, and I can't hold these YouTubers hostage forever,
We pivoted to normal Jenga.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah,
I
that's
messed up.
clever.
Pull your first block. Let's do this.
Okay.
immediately the games began, and we're moving quickly.
It's like marbles, but it's Jenga. It's actually fun.
Competitive.
Kidding me?
But suddenly, something unexpected happened.
Oh, what the?
What?
Nico's got a great video idea if he wins this, so I want him to go out there and actually give it a try.
Because of the way
the
this challenge
bros,
works,
they're just
some of these
sacrificing
creators
themselves.
accidentally paired themselves with their closest allies, and therefore,
He was the best man at my wedding. He flew 27 hours to be here.
were even willing to sacrifice themselves for their friends.
I'm gonna cry. Oh my god.
This is how the UK does it. You gotta do it for your boys.
You gotta be selfless.
You gotta just say, you know what? Let them play.
By this point, the towers had gotten so big.
She can't pull from the top two. Oh!
That even breathing on them the wrong way would cause them to collapse, costing the loser subscribers
20 minutes after the break. Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah, I can't wait for that, bro.
It's done, Tommy. Jinga got me. Yep, wait.
Bro, what is Moist Critical doing, bro?
Dancing again here.
What is Moist
He
Critical
brings
doing,
it down
bro?
onto his chest. Nice footwork. He found the gap. He's just outside the area. Goal! Doveman plus care. Oh, buddy Dio. Defend against Bio everywhere.
And upon elimination after elimination, we were coming down to the end of this challenge.
Give me the
You're
lip.
sweating,
I'm
bro.
earning this million, fam. I mean, bro, you got one move.
Oh.
Dude.
Logan, he flew here all the way from India, and you eliminated him.
It was very fun, man.
That's
What do you
messed
think
up,
about
bro.
us passing T-Series?
Whoever crosses, I think it's for the YouTube community. Whoever is the first needs to be respected.
Let's go.
Since 2014.
You know what?
I am very happy.
Now I wish you would have won.
The last tower standing was without a doubt the most competitive game we had.
Pull that bad boy.
Bro, man has got like full-on focus locked in, bro.
These two were at it for more than 2 hours longer than the rest of the YouTubers.
Bro, what? Oh, it's that guy. I remember this guy. This guy makes funny YouTube videos. The guy with the beanie. He makes those like Minecraft. He made like funny Roblox videos. I used to watch as a kid.
You got it. Yoink.
Oh no.
Challenge 3 is officially
Oh, it's
over.
Quackity.
You know what,
Yes,
Dad?
Quackity.
Let's bring in the
That's
beds.
Quackity. I forgot.
Okay, everyone has beds. We'll see you in the morning for the 4th challenge.
And that concludes the first 24 hours of this challenge. And I'm gonna be honest, it's actually pretty crazy. All these YouTubers are just casually sleeping next to $1 million in cash. And by the end of this video, it could quite literally be yours.
Good morning, little guy. What's poppin'?
Oh my god, that takes me back. I'm getting like tingles, bro.
Ohio.
Ohio.
It's good morning.
Ohio.
Time to lock in and do it for the subscribers.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a surprise for all of you.
Is it our families?
It's better than your families. Oh no.
And for those of you who don't know who my friend Speed is, he's one of the largest creators on the entire planet.
Barking, bro. We Speed the gremlin, dude.
24 hours ago. However,
Speed's plane just landed. He's ridiculously late.
Bro, get him out of here,
bro.
bro.
The option if you want to allow him in
and play alongside one of your fellow creators.
Or
bro, Speed's gonna be a menace, bro. He might actually win it if he gets in.
It's up to you guys.
In this community, we're about inclusion and
Send him back, bro. Send Speed out of here, bro.
he knows nothing about life-size gyms.
Oh, come on, bro. Look at that mullet on him.
He's already barking, man. I think it's time.
Bro, yeah, get him out of here, bro. He's too wild, bro. Too wild, man. Oh. Damn, they really just told him he just landed. Get back on the plane, bro.
They don't want you.
Damn, bro.
This won't be the last time you see him.
So y'all gonna get out. I remember all y'all faces.
Should have thought about that. And with that, bring in the 4th challenge.
Dude, Speed is funny, but honestly, Speed's content has been really funny, especially the vlogs where he's going to like the vlogs he's been going to like different European countries. Those are fire. Like I actually enjoy those contents. And he goes to Korea. It's funny.
Howie Mandel, please.
And considering the last time we played this game, it was such a massive fan favorite.
Oh, I remember this. Yo, bring back the no deal guy, Howie Mandel. Oh, he's back! Holy shit, Mr. Germaphobe.
Wow. It's like I'm live scrolling.
I need whoever has the most.
They're gonna be yapping anyways, bro. And the game's not even start, bro.
Who has the most?
Don't even look at me.
Logan, I guess you have the most.
How does it
Before I
work?
explain the rules, you have to pick a competitor.
I gotta go with you, Sam.
I now need you to pick a briefcase, any number.
I'll go with lucky number 11.
7 of these briefcases say eliminated.
Okay.
The rest are safe. Logan is gonna look inside the briefcase, and then Sam is gonna have to decide, does he want to steal it or let
Oh,
Logan
it's gonna be
keep it?
fluffing.
Classic game of steal or no steal.
There we go. How do you
Steal
natural?
or
He said
no
the thing.
steal.
This case is not safe.
Oh, dang.
Oh, the mind games.
Trust what he's saying? I don't.
I would steal. Really?
Steal or no steal? I'm gonna go with steal.
You're gonna steal it. Did Sam make the
Bro,
right choice?
So did he go safe? So does Logan survive? He's safe? It's like a 1v1 battle?
The Sam and Colbert channel is now officially
There's a
eliminated.
little GoPro though.
And now that Logan's case has been stolen, he will continue to play until someone doesn't steal his
Oh,
case.
so
Who do
he
you
has
want
to
to go
get
up against
safe?
now?
Bro, that's messed up, bro.
What number do you want, Logan?
Lucky number 7. Let's go, Kai.
I want to make sure no one can see what's in this.
Bro, Kai, bro.
Kai, look at me.
No!
Let's ride.
Bro, Kai, bro, how is Kai gonna act, bro? I feel like Kai's gonna get blasted, bro. Kai's gonna get blasted, bro.
Nope.
We'll wait until the game to start.
Twisters. Experience it in IMAX Friday.
Also not safe.
Not safe?
You think he's being honest?
I'm gonna go with steal, and let me tell you why.
Oh, didn't even ask him anything.
Growing up, I've been watching Logan since he started YouTube. I know he acts in such situations. You can't fool me, bro.
You about to get eliminated. You about to get his ass eliminated, bro.
How you open this?
You,
Oh, shit, just one tap.
My heart is racing so fast right now.
Ludwig. It's you.
For this one, Logan, because you said your heart was racing.
Do you mind putting on this Samsung Galaxy ring?
I don't mind.
I want to measure your heart rate.
Oh, hell no, bro. This is an ad, bro.
And Luddy.
Oh, bro. This is no from YouTube ad, bro. I can tell, bro.
Do you mind putting this ring on?
Yeah, they got the
we'll be able to see it in real time.
Samsung Galaxy ring.
We're going to use the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 to track the players' heart rates as they try to bluff each other.
Logan's 106 right now. Ludwig's 87.
Regardless of what I see in here, I'm gonna ask
They pay Noah like $1 billion anyways, bro.
I got a little stressed out when he started saying to keep stuff.
Surely the best move to do is just let him have it. It's too risky to guess.
I didn't even see it. Can I keep it?
What is happening in your own heart?
Carl, actually, what is happening there?
Oh, Logan's not limited. He's still in the game.
Right now.
Okay, this one
Oh,
word
he stole
will
the safe. He
change
didn't
the
get
life of a follower. $1 million.
He's good. He's doing the thing.
Steal or no steal?
No steal.
Logan Paul is.
I'm ready. There's only one case.
Dude, Logan got out of that pretty nice.
We don't even have to look at it.
Why is he missing
I'm stealing it.
I'm waiting for the game.
27 hours to be here. And let's see if it was all for.
Wait for the game. Oh, laser beam stolen.
There's your lucky case.
27 hours.
It's nice seeing the elimination.
27-hour flight from Australia is crazy.
This is so heartbreaking.
It's alright, bro. You can fly first class, bro.
I don't like it.
You can fly first class, bro. You're not flying economy like I am. I'm about to fly the economy 17-hour flight. Actually, 20-hour flight to Mongolia in like literally 5 days. So like, you know.
I feel stabbed. I do.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't want to lie.
You don't want to look at her in the eyes when she opens it?
Oh God. It says eliminated.
Maybe she's telling the truth.
I think she's acting.
Steal or no steal?
Still.
She's smiling.
What did she just do?
Bro, why is she smiling, bro?
Her heart rate got up to 152.
She's a demon.
And
Bro.
even though she was lied to,
Oh, is she like
Valkyrie
playing?
wasn't afraid to start playing that game herself, with only 2 eliminates and 3 saves left. So now she has another chance to be deceptive.
What I just watched, I'm shocked.
That's crazy.
Can't trust
Bro,
anyone.
she a demon, bro. She a little scary, bro. She's mind messing up with the mind.
A few moments throughout today and just in this region, and you as well.
Alright guys, we're back to the
So I think this is
here.
going to be a great way to at least
stream.
finish everything out. Like we said, everybody at home, if you're just joining us, whoever wins this match will stay alive and continue competing in the lower side of the bracket. Whoever loses will be eliminated from the challenge season right now, okay? So chat, let us know your thoughts. Who you think's taking this one home? Who's going to survive and continue
So what do
on?
you guys
Because
think
match number
here,
3
guys?
is
I
about
think
ready to get underway, so let's close out this bracket.
I think mobility gets
Well, we
us,
have to say
depending
goodbye
how they're
to one
playing. I
of
think
these two
mobility
teams, and that's
gets
really
us
sad
there.
because they provided us a lot of entertainment over the last few hours, Andy. Honestly, I think it's kind of a byproduct, right, of the system that we have here. Obviously, if this was last season where we had the round robin format, we'd get to see a hell of a lot more of these teams. We'd get to see kind of what they look like stacked up against the Group A teams, and I think in our opinion, at least for me, I think they probably would have destroyed them.
But it is.
So, you're gonna have to say goodbye to one of these teams here.
It probably would end up destroying them. I mean, we traded room to grow with round robin to not a whole lot of margin for error. That margin for error is now gone. Both of these two teams did face off against our 2 of top 3 teams that we have, because we don't want to exclude status quo from that entire conversation within their first round matchups. But you did have a lot of bright spots if you are these two teams to walk away from.
Looking at both the teams are playing, I think high mobility gets this one, right?
Not all of the data in the world, at least for you and me, maybe more for Hydra when it comes down to search and destroy, but respawns for these two teams
That's what I think.
didn't look too shabby, specifically for the hard point. I think we're mostly looking at the operator manipulation coming through from Hydra, what they were able to do versus that Nexus roster there on that Hackney Yard, comparatively to just the overall slaying prowess that we got from mobility versus one of the top, if not the top dog here in North America versus Tribe. So again, this is a coin flip, honestly speaking, on which way this might end up going. Not too sure which ways the map set might end up going. All I can tell you for certainty, this is going to be a square up because qualification is still on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. These teams, they were fighting hard against Nexus and Tribe respectively, and they're going to be fighting even harder now because, as you said, their tournament lives are on the line. And it's important to note as well, something well ahead of us in this situation. You're not just fighting to stay alive in the Snapdragon Pro Series. You're not just fighting to stay alive for a potential spot in Challenge Finals. Down the line, you're fighting for a chance to represent your region in the Call of Duty Mobile World Championships for this year. There's only a handful of spots for North America on the line. And given how competitive these guys have been against Nexus, against Tribe, honestly, it is not that far outside the realms of possibility, especially given what happened in the European region yesterday during Challenge Finals, to say that there is a real shot that these guys have at taking one of these spots. So they're fighting for a lot here, Andy.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And I think I speak for everybody that not only lives in the North America region, but has also been there for the past 2 World Championships, is that NA just needs to get back into their winning form. What happened at DreamHack Atlanta was lackluster, and that continues on the conversation of what you and I talked about when it comes down to these European teams. We just need to be able to compete better with the Eastern teams, especially when you think about some of the super teams that were made, not only to still compete against what is known as godlike over there in the Indian region. So a lot of eyes on here for North America to step up again through all the roster mania. We've concluded to a lot of these teams to be able to step up to the plate and potentially beat some of those teams when it comes down to LAN in a few months' time. But then you also have these other teams that kind of got some of the best parts of other teams to be able to maybe find their own different route and avenue to represent the North America region, to your point,
Lock
there
in,
on
guys,
such a global stage. So a lot of time left to potentially be able to do that. Again, it just comes down to this one best of 5 to be able to see what you look like when the pressure is truly on. Could end up quite literally making or breaking a team, if not a couple of individuals.
Yeah, and you talk about kind of the international stage, right, and what things have been like for North America, and of course you kind of briefly mentioned there Europe. We don't need to talk about that. But for North America, obviously, I mean, for Worlds last season, obviously, I think a lot of the hype was around the then Luminosity Gaming. Of course, then they became Seminole, being the team to beat. I mean, that was like the vast majority of our storylines going into that event, that, hey, Luminosity are definitely going to win this event. And then they didn't. They got shot by Godlike. But even beyond that as well, we talk about Mobile Masters most recently. I think it was back in April, right? Where Seminole, I think, were kind of short-handed a little bit. They lost Tectonic before the event. I think it was visa issues that prevented him from going out there. Cartels did a really solid job of filling in for him, but even that wasn't enough for them to overcome Q9, I think, were the team that beat them in the semi-finals. So North America, I think, just again, they do need to get back on top. You need the best representation possible at World Championships. And these two teams, while they aren't necessarily the best, with a little bit more practice, a little bit more seasoning, these guys could come out on top. But they have to get past each other first. It is do or die time. Your safety net of the lower bracket is gone. You lose this series, you're out.
Standoff hardpoint gonna be the
I think this is the last match of the day, to be honest. Actually, I think this is the last match of the day.
These two teams. Again, we did see this Hype Mobility team go up against Tribe. They were able to win this. It was the map #1 in their previous best of 5 that didn't even conclude not too long ago. So maybe you might be able to continue on with such an escapade. The opening wave of gunfights might suggest to do so. They're on the better side of the map, Brody, and they're currently soaking up some time.
Hype Mobility very happy with this hardpoint control, just like we saw versus Tribe. Now looking for more kills. Comper and Chagaboo going to combine for a couple here. Hype Mobility already starting to earn some streaks early on in this game. The Hunter Killer drone will be in the back pocket for Comper. I think he's going to utilize it early on to try and get some P2 control. Hype Mobility, they get the first 30 seconds off the back of P1. Now already starting to fight for P2, but Hydra are being pesky. They're being annoying. They've got Fabuloso in towards that gas station, and I do wonder how much damage he can do. He's going to have to do something here because his teammates are dying around him.
Yep, sure are. Good wave of gunfights on transition here for Hydra. Would love to be able to find where Comp is located at. Are they even aware that he's still hanging out up here? Awkward 1v1. Somehow Comp is going to be able to walk away with 2, but Hydra is still able to get the job done. They're currently in possession of the time, but Hype Mobility not too far away.
Hydra trying to find their way through. Fixo and Use are going to find some gunfights here. Now just down on Noisy. Can they do anything in this situation? Again, Noisy's finding value. It's a pinstripe kill feed that Hype Mobility will come out on top of. But close spawns for Hydra mean they'll constantly be hitting this over and over again. Hype Mobility will know about it. Hydra just continually trying to find their way through. Yawn up top needs to try and play his life. He's not going to be able to over-aggress from Noisy when the jump up. Hype Mobility now are the ones that get the close spawns though. Hydra are in for a moment. They get about 6 points away.
Can't stay up for long. Have to go sleep soon.
Now back in for the contest. Proxy waits patiently for Fixo to come in for the chow. Like he will pick up that gunfight. And even better here for Hype Mobility, they get the scrap time, they win those gunfights, and now they're starting to win some gunfights on rotation.
Yep, and they're just going to leave Hydra to spawn up all the way to the backside of the warehouse as well. This is phenomenal work out of Hype Mobility just to manipulate the map, You still have players for Hydra lurking around inside of Grandma's. Last alive at this point is Fixo. Has the R9 up top, but how long is he left for this world? The rest of his teammates still spawning all the way in Narnia. And the way that High Mobility are just waiting for him to peek to try to give his teammates some assistance, they have broken. High Mobility continue to build their lead.
Can't afford to let this one go. If you're Hydra, you need to break this pretty damn fast. If not, Hype Mobility are going to garner some serious momentum early on in this game. They already are. Chagaboo now. Sparrow up top. Pre-fire pretty good. Great communication coming up from his teammates to let him know that there was a player trying to make that jump up happen. Hydra, though, can they break through? Noisy with the claw is going to do a little bit of damage here. Just now one more player to deal with. And yep, Hydra will unearth Hype Mobility. A crucial moment here in this game. Hype Mobility still trying to fight back, though. Proxy purifying the back pocket isn't going to go for it, and I think that should decide this hard point. Hydra needed that time, and they're going to get it.
Yep. This will slowly get them closer towards Hype Mobility's 70-point line so far. So we rotate over towards the bakery. We'll have Hype Mobility here first. A couple operators to play with in between Proxy, who has that equalizer should he want to use it. Well, he's immediately gone. It's the Sparrow for Fixo that opens up here for Hydra, and they utilize this momentum to try to break on it.
Here we go, Hydra attempting it. Dawn gets a couple of kills before being removed from the hard point. Now Proxy just going to be sitting here lying in wait for all the targets to come right into his FOV, but he will only find one. Jumps up at the wrong time. Fixo doubling up with the R9. Noisy now finding a way through as Chagaboo is only able to get one. Hype Mobility have been removed from the hard point, but they do have the close spawns. They can fight right back in. Compa doing exactly that for one kill. Saucy and Noisy combining for two, though. Back and forth here inside the hard point as Hydra continue to send respawns from the close spawn. Hydra can't get anything. Will get 3. Hype Mobility now looking for the back 25.
Yeah, sure are. Might just be good for it as well. You got split spawns coming through from Hydra, and the timing is just not equating to them being able to utilize that pinch as Compa utilizes their Annihilator there to be able to go on a Herculean 4 spree to end this set of hard points. It is going to be about 113 to 67. Hydra got belittled when it came down to the opening break off for this map number 1. That was a continuation leading all the way in towards Grandma's hard point, but High Mobility able to lean on that with their point lead thus far. Gonna open up this set with a Predator missile, but Hydra currently in possession of Brown, trying to get themselves closer towards this 114 scoreline.
High Mobility 40-point advantage
it's
over
fairly
Hydra
close,
right
though.
now.
The
Hydra
game's
going to dominate the kill feed, though.
line.
That is the start that they wanted to try and garner control of P1 and map control off the back of that as well. Mobility looking to find a way through. Coldest will open up with the first kill. Keep an eye on number 4 on the minimap. That's Proxy going in for a flanking play. He's going to get read perfectly from Fabuloso, though. Kills around the front also being won by Hydra here. Yawn, though, will contest. Coldest on the other side will find a frag. The spawns all of a sudden flip in Hype Mobility's favor. Again, Hydra might have had a good start to this hard point, but now they're in danger.
Just takes at a moment's notice, being able to find that quick 4 dead. And how fast Hype Mobility were able to get themselves on the better side of the map. You still have one player lurking, or did, I should say. And that was going to be Noisy, dealt with over by the gas station. Now look at the setup for Hype Mobility. Got one player Proxy lurking inside of Brown. You got a crossfire setup on the backside of the alleyway. Even if Proxy goes 1-for-1, it's still good information to have.
No 1-for-1s here, though. Hype Mobility winning every single gunfight. Hydra have one more player in the back line, though. What can they do? Fixo able to pick up one inside the point. Has to open the door now for Hydra to find their way through. Used pre-firing shots towards the smoke. Can he find anything towards the hard point? Proxy and Compa forced up towards the stairs. You take and contest if you're those players at the moment, because you've got those close spawns through. Forced up the stairs are Hydra. They can't get anything done. Hype Mobility at the very least here for Hydra do not have full control of the back alley, but they do have full control of the hard point. And again, that's not good for Hydra, considering the lead that is growing right now for Hype.
It's just the firing line that Hydra have to try to slide across it, even try to contest this time.
Yeah.
20 seconds are all that remain here at the end of P2. And Hydra is still spawning over by gas. Look at the minimap. Hype Mobility off of the respawn say that's fine. There's only 10 seconds left to gain. Hydra are still spawning back gas. Let's just rotate over towards new, and that's exactly what they do. Hydra have no choice. They have to concede the back 5 seconds just to cut through the middle of the map and try to win these wave of gunfights just to get possession of the time.
You have to make sure you win this rotation if you're Hydra. You have to make sure you take all of these players out of the spawn positions. Proxy's going to use the Predator missile to try and force everybody in towards Grandma's or Kebab. Not really finding much off the back of it, though. Operator's now coming out. Yawn's able to find one. Yawn just bursts in towards the hard point with the claw. How much more can Yawn find? Fabuloso down for the count as well. It does not take long for Hydra to find themselves out of the hard point.
If you're asking what the difference is, what has Hydra been missing this entire map number 1? It's moments like that out of Yawn, just to go on an absolute tangent, be able to flip the map back in Hype Mobility's favor to let their lead grow. They're about to be at 200 points before Hydra can even get close to 150. And it's a couple of players that are showing up and just letting their enemies absolutely have it. Yawn, we talked about that acquisition for Hype Mobility, has worked out wonderfully for Codm to keep his pressure up as well. 10 seconds are all that remain, and Hydra gonna send at least a couple players, maybe try to combat it for what, about 5 seconds, 2 players strong. Hype Mobility don't care.
Fixo versus 1v2. Fixo gets 1. Can he get Codm here?
Now grown to
he needs to get 1 more.
Oh, War Machine. For Hydra.
That seals the deal.
Again, they're relying on these individual players to try and save the day. Player number 4 up top, Fixo, has to play their life for long enough that they can be a distraction, and over on the other side, they're not getting any help whatsoever. There comes a point where you're actually going to need to try and make those individual plays for yourself. Fixo finally going to activate here for the 1 kill, not going to find any more. And now the reinforcements trying to get past comfort with the Annihilator. Finally, they do so, but you're immediately going to have more and more to deal with from Hype Mobility. They've got the
Wolves is going to win again, and it's cooked. I don't know if Wolves going to win, bro. They've been getting bodied by Q9, freaking that one other Chinese team, and also they've been getting bodied by Xbox. Been bodying everybody. I know Q9 just beat Xbox, but I don't know, dude. I don't think it's gonna be Wolves.
On the opposite side, Hydra loses.
But yeah, it's the world is kind of chalked. The only hope that I'm really curious about is how Godlike's gonna do and how Vitality, Team Vitality is gonna do. Both NA teams are really strong. So
just mere seconds away from doing so.
Oh, man,
but China's always going to be strong. I know China's going to be in grand finals for sure. It's going to be what region? I think it's going to be India though.
And now they need to be perfect for the remainder of this hard point. They still have to fight for that scrap time as well. The grace period now will be about to be over here towards P1. It will pop. Hydra the first team through. For how long though? Hype Mobility already starting to earn gunfights here. Hydra can't get anything done. Hype Mobility a few seconds away from victory here. Hydra, can you find your way through? They're being cut off at the source, and Hype will take map number 1. A close hard point through the first half. The second, I wouldn't want to talk about it if I'm Hydra.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say competitive at least through the first set, but I mean, close. It completely got a Walmart's distance in between these two teams. Realistically, halfway through P1, you're starting to see just the overall manipulation and the real benefit from being able to have as much slaying as we did get, specifically for Hype Mobility. GG. Again, we talked about Yawn even going in towards their previous series, going up against Tribe. How important this acquisition was. This guy was ready to push the pace. He came from a team that just placed top 3 in the previous season of Snapdragon Pro Series, and Codm, well, he's the player that's benefiting from it immediately as the rest of the team is ready to follow suit. They came off of a very, very competitive best-of-5 series versus Tribe.
Who's gonna win the whole thing a little bit? I think looking right now, X-Rock win world champs. X-Rock probably.
It should be said, this roster has not been together, it feels, for that long, right? Since the whole debacle of, you know, who would be representing Hype Mobility here in Season 5 of the Snapdragon Pro Series. Hype Mobility come through, they make a couple of changes, they add Yawn and Proxy to the roster since Open Finals, and it looks like this roster has been together for, well, a lot longer than they have. And again, we talked about it, right? First set was competitive. Hydra were involved in that conversation, but as soon as Hype Mobility start taking control of key rotations, start being a lot better at contesting time away from Hydra, the game just starts to run away from me. Here's a look at that scoreboard at the end of the game. The usual suspects, as it were, as Yawn hits 40 kills over a double positive. He goes with almost 2 minutes in the damn kill. Yawn is doing it all right now.
I mean, his name might suggest otherwise, but this guy is very much so awake and alive right now. That is just a nutty scoreline from left to right. I mean, how do you survive for almost 2 minutes inside of the hill and go double positive? Like that is just unruly. I can't, like, through all my years watching Call of Duty and even Call of Duty Mobile, it is very rare to see such a stat line out of that, but just running circles around him so far in that map number 1. Again, a map that they were able to win versus who we say on paper are the #1 team out of North America of Tribe. Can't say that I'm too surprised, but I was expecting a little bit more out of Hydra. Now we go into a search and destroy where we didn't get anything at all. Realistically, besides what, a round and a half out from Mobility. GG?
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing, right? We go into a search and destroy, and you do kind of have the
I don't recommend it, but you can do it.
It well,
it
right
looks
here,
cool,
right?
I guess.
Again. They did get absolutely
watching it, but I personally don't think it's good.
That was a takeoff, but how much of that was Hype playing kind of not well? How much of it was Tribe, just their readjustments, their individual efforts on that map were so difficult to overcome? And then you have the other side of that conversation. All right, well, how did Hydra get on in there?
I mean, Godlike's still in there too.
Nexus, and they still lost.
You can't deny Godlike. Vitality's right behind him too.
Hydra are in the conversation more. They had a lot more responses. But it's just comparing apples to oranges, right? I mean, Hydra had to play up against Nexus. Hype Mobility had to play up against a Tribe roster that looks so solid in Search and Destroy. What do the strategies look like for these guys when they have to face off against one another? Hydra, the start of this Search and Destroy, immediately recognize that aggression coming out from Chagaboo, and they very swiftly deal with it.
I will say this much for Hydra. In the 4 rounds that they were able to win over Nexus, it was their aggression that really benefited them to be able to gain such superior map positioning. And so far, it's working out for them. And listen, it's firing range. Sniper rifles are certainly going to be there. High mobility definitely got a little bit too antsy for Chag to try to push inside of wood scot-free. So now you find yourself in a 3v5. And the offense is still waiting for more picks to come their way.
Mobility might not have numbers here on the defense, but at the very least, they've got map control. But it is tentative. Yorn needs to do something special here down the A lane. There's number 1. There's number 2. Yorn is lining all these guys up. Even hits the third shot with a pistol, but isn't able to secure the kill itself. Now Colas needs to pick up exactly where Yorn just left off, and he's able to do exactly that. Lines both of those players up and gives Comper a chance for 1v1.
Out of every
sniper
player.
Oh
my
and he has
god.
The angle towards Showers. Didn't see him past the training dummies. What a read coming through. High mobility gonna strike first, and what a clutch coming through. I mean, if you're Coldest in that situation, you want one player dead to rights, and then you were able to at least win the initial 1v1, had the last player one shot, easy 2-piece. What a W out of High mobility to start off in a 3v5, being able to win the opening round.
And if you're Hydra, you let that slip through your fingers. You let, I mean, Yorn, then Coldest, then Comper close out the round. Comper goes down though this time around. Numbers in favor for Hydra once again, although we learned from round number 1 that doesn't mean diddly squat. Hydra, I think they're feeling that as well. They still want more of an advantage before they're making the move forward.
Well, it did work well last time to have a 5v3. Saucy gonna be able to find the second on Eon. Still lurking around wood. And if you're trying to execute over towards A, you know you need to clear trailer. There's one player just lurking inside. Proxity. How much can he find?
Getting on the site for Hydra this time around has been significantly easier. No sniper to have to face down. Proxity instead. SMG inside. Saucy's taken Coldest out of the round. Surely this is a round for Hydra. Surely they're able to overwhelm. There goes Chagaby. Proxity will find 1 kill. The Hydra play the numbers game perfectly. This time around, they do not get clutched up on. They're able to take that site.
Yeah. Finally, well, the numbers work in their favor that time around. Just making sure that they double, triple swung when necessary. Be able to solidify that offense. What's the adaptation's going to start looking like for High mobility? Still going to get that aggression out of Chag early, trying to get all the way inside of wood for this first blood. If you can go 1 for 1, let alone take down Saucy, it's a big player to lose, but still going to take Fixo along the way.
Oh, Chagaboo taking a lot of players down with him more. Finds even more value there, maybe perhaps a little bit egregious, as Noisy will trade things out. Down to a 3 versus 3 we go. Now, where do they go from here? Again, it's that exact same situation. Hype mobility have a very similar setup here on the defense too.
Only problem is here for Hydra. In this 3v3, not only do you have to try to work the map, but you have to somehow find all this information the old-fashioned way. Can't imagine how many throwables you probably have left. Got the cross being watched over towards B out of Yawn, and ready to at least watch mid. One player still lurking inside a trailer, and Compa's just holding the sniper, waiting for the A push should it come this way.
Hydra might have just played the call perfectly here. Free bomb. Could go down over towards B. Mobility. Relying on a very long cross. I think they're keeping an eye on this via Proxy and Yawn. Yawn is going to watch the cross. Does he find the frag? Though no, he doesn't. Saucy going to take Yawn out of the play. Hydra should be able to get the bomb down now. Comper and Proxity, what have you got? Saucy just continues to blow this round wide open. blow the doors off. Proxy for a 1v3. Not going to be able to hit the shots on towards Noisy. At the very least, we'll remove Saucy from the round, but that's not good enough. Hydra, second round on the board now.
If you're the first player that's watching that out of high mobility, expecting for the crawl to come through over towards tires, and Saucy just jump chows 2 different angles for 2 different picks in a 3v3. That's doing it the old-fashioned way. Hydra able to take the lead here, albeit by 1. Nade ceremoniously thrown over top center.
I'll be back in a second.
Gonna barely even tag players, even if they did. Just so looking for this first pick are Hydra. Trying to slow this down to a snail's pace, but look at the bomb. Being carried by Fixo. Very quickly trying to think about this jungle push. There's only realistically 2 defenders over here.
Yeah, Hydra, I think, just again, trying to fill things out. Looking for a first shot. Yawn just taking some shots down. A. None of them will connect. 45 seconds now. Removed from the round. Hydra need to make a choice as to what they want to do in this situation. A lot of shots being taken from height mobility. None of them actually resulting in any map control whatsoever. You just need something, some kind of kill here to split the difference.
You'd have to expect that Proxity's lurking inside a trailer. He's been here through 3 rounds so far. Don't get too antsy here, son. Just wait. Push is starting to happen over towards A, but the bomb's still looking over by jungle. 1 for 1 inside a trailer. Late nade. Go back over top of trailer. Doesn't cross it. But now the bomb carrier Fixo has joined his comrades. You're running out of time here. It needs to be an A push, you'd fear.
I think it's going to be. The way they're posited at the moment, I think it's probably going to be a B here. Height mobility have read this one perfectly as well. Reinforcements being sent over. Here we go. Towards the back line. Comper a lot to do. He hits that first shot perfectly. Will get traded out by Noisy. Is it good enough though for Hydra? You've only got 15 seconds and time working against you. It ups the ante. It ups the urgency. You're flying out in towards the open. Fish in a barrel. Chagaboo will go down though. Now 1 versus 2. Noisy again forced with not really much time on the clock to make a bit of an egregious challenge. It does not work. And it is time, I think, was the biggest enemy there for height mobility. Or Hydra.
That sure was. And again, that's such a tough gut check call to try to just say, hey, we just went 1 for 1 inside a trailer. We're going to double back over towards B where we have no information. Allows a tied up S&D here. Round 5 and Yawn is just letting them absolutely have it. You think it's called a fire range. Yawn living up to the name. Finds 2.
And nicely done from Saucy at least. Pick up a kill. I'm going to find more value here. Bringing this down to a 2 versus 2. Should be enough to be able to grab the bomb, perhaps even get it down. I don't know if Proxity's the kind of player to egregiously chow out. He hasn't behaviorally done that before. If anything, height mobility might be relying on the flanking player coming out from Chagaboo. Saucy's watching it like a hawk though. And again, you know the Proxity's last alive. You know more likely than not where he's going to be coming from. Do even bother getting the bomb down? You just wait for the chow.
They know where he is. The first almost gets the second. I mean, Use lives with a cold breeze and a half, and he was dead. Golly, that double chow couldn't have been any more disjointed, but it works out. Hydra able to get a 1-round lead once again. There's a reason why I talked about Saucy need to be dealt with early on in this round. He's up to 10 eliminations through 5 rounds, Brody.
Hydra look a lot more certain in this round, though. Noisy drawing that first blood is going to send Comper scarpering away from the site. And Hydra now move over towards A. Have they just played against themselves, though? Proxy might be able to find some value. No, just run straight past the only play he probably could have picked up and instead gets traded out. And now Hydra have played this perfectly. They should have the A-bomb site to themselves if they get the bomb down fast enough.
They're looking for it, but they're also looking for a player to maybe try to challenge through American, and Yawn is here, finds himself 4 in a row, looking for the ace. The last player, Saucy, currently top 10, 2v1. Saucy has a lot of time to try to work this, but not a lot of angles of opportunity, especially with 2 players playing inside a trailer.
And the fact that Yawn is able to turn this round on his head like that, insanity. Saucy, though, stellar search and destroy thus far. 11 kills to his name. Can he close out the offensive rounds with 1 versus 2 clutch? A lot to check. A lot of different angles to look for here. On being down though. Right outside that trailer. It's the biggest issue. Here we go. Saucy looking for the first. Coldest with the egotistical Chow. Will give him a freebie. Now down to a 1 versus 1. Yawn, pre-firing here, gets stunned up in the situation, switches over towards a sniper rifle, 1 versus 1 with the snipers. Saucy's gonna win it! And Saucy able to take individual 1 versus 1s, clutches the 1 versus 2, and I'm not sure Hype Mobility will be happy with that.
That was Coldest that ego chow through mid. Why? Just why? You had time just to play inside a trailer. He had to come to you. He was running out of time. Saucy's not the type of person I want to be in a snipe off 1v1 with, and allows Hydra to take themselves a 2-round lead, and now the side has flopped. Proxity's gonna find first blood though. Opportunity for Hype Mobility to get the bomb planted.
Real quick.
This is fast from Hype Mobility. Doing something that even Hydra were not able to do previously.
I was watching on my phone.
And is off the back of that first blood. Bomb will go down. Proxity's hoping for an egregious challenge here from Saucy, but will Saucy's sniper be quick enough to take him out? Proxy has to hold the angle. Do not fall for it. There it is. Saucy's going to win that engagement. That's the opening here for Hydra to get back on towards the site. Now got to follow up with more. Compa next one on the site. Yeah, Compa's got it done. Couple of kills for him now. Used. Surely not you as well. It's going to be a flanking play actually from Yawn. Compa goes down. Chakabu's there. He is as well. And Cold is removed from the site. The most egregious of kills. And Used is able to follow up with another one. Somehow, some way, Hydra make yet another clutch.
Huh? What the hell just happened, brother? I mean, like, Used finding value with the R9 shotgun. I mean, everybody was starting to get themselves caught in angles. I thought the player inside a trailer surely been able to find that trade on a Use. Not the case at all. And if Saucy's alive, you feel like Hydra's got a chance. Now 2 rounds away from tying up this series. It's going to be another A push. Stuns, nades over the top, but Hype Mobility get first blooded.
Even the odds will be to get that bomb down. You've got to be keeping an eye on trailer though. Fixo just jumps straight out for the kill. Compa showering out towards Saucy. Some actually wins that gunfight. Colt's going to take Used out towards the middle of the map. Hydra hit. Do not have numbers in this 2 versus 3, but when has that ever mattered?
Fabuloso has had a very quiet S&D so far. Finds another snipe onto Coldest. That has to be snipers, or a Saucy sniper rifle. It just has to be. Noisy dealt with. 15 seconds until detonation. A 1v1. Well, the timing of this peak is everything, and Yawn's just gonna have the slight little jiggle peak. Fabuloso caught on the hop. Hype Mobility get another round on the board.
Dude, the fact that Hydra even make that close,
nominates for the GOAT membership. Appreciate it, my guy. This is the best of 5, by the way.
Off the back of the kills, off the back of the bomb plant. That round was absolutely theirs to lose, and they almost do. Fabuloso, despite having a pretty quiet search and destroy thus far, was the star player in that situation. Now Hype Mobility, different look coming out from them. Last couple of offensive efforts, excuse me. They've tried to make their way over towards A and get that bomb down. This time around, being a little bit more patient with it, a little bit more measured. It's not measured though, losing that first blood to Fabuloso. That is not good whatsoever. It's going to force Hype Mobility into some unfavorable spots, and they have no map control.
Snipers firing off on all cylinders right now. Combined 20 kills between Saucy and Fabuloso. Might as well make it 21. Here comes the clear inside a trailer, and Chag just immediately dealt with a 2v5 coming up for Compa and Proxity. They've made headway on the A bomb side. That's only because 2 players for Hydra egregiously moved their way inside a wood. But once that smoke pops, you know where these players are located at. Maybe one inside of showers, but here comes the plan.
Well, look, Hype Mobility have taken out 1.
This coach got better than Touch. No, Touch is better. What do you think would be considered G2 successful in their esports cup? They're chalked, bro. They got
spot out Noisy. Nade.
They really signed.
It's not even going to nade. It's going to get it done. Used is going to pick him up.
They signed the old push,
just
dude.
Like that. Yeah, Hype
Mobility. And they got some random NA dude. I don't know. Maybe the NA kid is maybe like the next one. He was insane. I watched him play for him. NA. He was insane, but
just nothing they could do.
I don't know.
No, nothing at
all. I don't have to have enough time
to
get
the
it,
numbers the way that they did. So much
and
map
he's super
positioning just
too,
game there for Hydra. As soon as they flank all the way inside
that
of
roster's kind of like
saw the cross being immediately looked at. Saw one player over by the test dummies, but you knew the information was there. Both players trapped inside a trailer. A desperate round coming through high mobility, trying to stay alive in the search and destroy aggressively through jungle.
Here we go. Hydra looking to get it done here on the defense. Fabuloso not going to draw first blood though. Use, great response coming out from him. Might wrap behind these players. I think that might be the play call. Use does exactly that for a couple of kills. Proxy with the trade though. Now down to a 2 versus 2 on the site. Proxy looking for the kill. Good read on towards Saucy. Coldest takes down Fixo. Now Saucy versus Coldest. 1 versus 1. Saucy's proven himself very useful in this search and destroy. 17 kills. He's looking for his 18th to close this S&D out.
Saucy's going to let him plant. But Coldest still thinks that he's hanging around tires. He's going to waste so much time. But Saucy's not trying to act on it. He's just going to wait for the bomb to be planted and trust his gunny. Why wouldn't you? You have 17 eliminations.
I don't know.
About 15 with the sniper, 2 with the pistol so far.
I have no idea how that
will start to move.
Pretty
inconsistent. Coldest still clearing angles. Picked up the bomb. He might be able to work this perfectly, Brody, to try to get over towards A.
Timing might be on his side for the plant. Coldest has to be certain about this, though. Play it. Sure way. He's going to do that. Bomb's going to be planted here for a number of different angles. That's going to make this tough for Saucy to figure out where Coldest has actually gone. But again, COD timing...
Saucy having 17 kills is crazy.
Is a horrible thing. Might work against Coldest in this situation to try and keep this S&D alive. Saucy checking every single angle. Here we go. Here's the chow. Coldest is going to win it. Saucy wasn't ready for the fight. And again, it's that bomb plant that does it. Saucy didn't know where to check.
Yeah, I mean, where the bomb was planted from could have very much so been inside a trailer. That was Saucy's immediate reaction to try to clear. Gets all the way through trailer. Could have been.
Oh, Norman, want to know something cool?
Could have been flanking all
I
the way
might meet the Mongols
Mongols
team if they don't leave towards Esports Cup.
High mobility, just barely keeping their heads above water. The aggression over towards B,
in Mongolia.
Worked out.
I'm going to meet up with them. Go to the headquarters.
Over towards
they invited me.
Once again. Nade's not really coming up on top of much
Which
information
is W, right?
at all. You know this is what it's going to come down to. It comes down
to
the
same name as last
sniping,
name as me.
opening picks. Saucy's been in the lead of that department so far, and that's why high mobility very gingerly trying to work some of this information.
It's so tentative, isn't it? This search and destroy can slip.
They're going to play. They only played. They beat High Mayhem 3-1.
There it is. Coldest.
It was a close game though.
By Noisy.
You can watch earlier.
Fabuloso already on A as well. Yawn pre-firing through the wall, hoping that's where a player has gone. You have to get past Fabuloso. Compa as the bomb carrier looks to be the entry in this situation. You haven't checked Fabuloso on the site. There we go. Compa's going to do it. You have to know somebody's going to be the trailer as well, and somebody on the other side. Smoke going to be down. Surely the response here from Hydra is to have Fixo and Used push the bomb. Saucy dealt with on the flank as well. Noisy able to take one player down. There's that push coming through from Used. There's the push from Fixo. The latter's able to get a couple of kills. Proxy will trade things out. Once again, another 1 versus 1.
Rocksteady has to still recover the bomb. Look at the time. 30 seconds remains. And Noisy is just going to dip back inside of American. Think that he might go inside of B. The jump comes through. Proxity. The nade causes a certain amount of honesty on where he could potentially have gone through. But he's just going to play for the pick.
Another 1v1 here.
He has no idea where he's gone. He only saw him in America, and he had no idea that he went towards tires. And I have a bad feeling this is going to work against Proxity in this situation. He's only got 8 seconds. He has to go and grab the bomb now to get it down. I don't think he's even got time anymore. He's going to go for it. Does he have time to get this bomb down? He's
got no time. He just trolled out. What was he doing,
Proxity
bro?
takes too long. Hydra take the search and destroy, and we go 1-1 in this series. We have a match on our hands.
For a very colorful search and destroy, what an anticlimactic conclusion coming through. But again, there's only so much you can do. I mean, for all of you know, last player for Hydra just pops active camo, goes full Houdini mode, and you don't know where he went. Could have very much so gotten back inside a trailer. You didn't have all the time in the world. That's why I pointed it out the first thing in that 1v1.
Since last year.
But I will say this much out of Hydra. What little data we did get versus Nexus was actually a decent amount to come in towards the search and destroy. And they were manipulating the map quite wonderfully. Saucy's sniper rifle is the gosh darn truth. I mean, this guy was putting very losable rounds into the most winning situations I've ever seen. We had pop-offs from 2 different sniper rifles. We got a lot out of Yawn. We got a lot out of Coldest, surely. But Saucy was the one that is going to walk away with the search and destroy. Rather confident for the map number 3. Hydra definitely will not be back down off of a very steep map 1 loss. Very good here in the map number 2.
What's your favorite sauce, mate? Tomato sauce?
My favorite sauce?
Mayonnaise?
Szechuan sauce.
Oh, I'm a fan of this sniper sauce. Beautifully done in that game from Saucy. I think, what, 18, 19 kills is what he has to finish with off the back of that. Just honestly insane. I think especially in some of those early rounds, I thought maybe Hype Mobility could try and throw some decent looks at Hydra
I'm just starving right now.
Offensive efforts. And, I mean, damn, they definitely tried, especially on the first couple towards A, but Hydra able to clutch up time and time again. Just looks so damn good in Search and Destroy. And again, I think we asked the question right. I mean, were Hype Mobility struggling in Search and Destroy against Tribe because they were the ones, you know, making errors, making mistakes? I don't think they were. This is now the second Search and Destroy in a row where they've just simply been outplayed by the team they were playing. Hydra just looks so good in S&D.
Yeah, I'll say 17-7.
Yeah, the split view is kind of confusing, not gonna lie.
Takes double positive to the moon. And just what we were gassing Yawn for back in the map number 1, Saucy says, hold my apple juice. I'll do it here in the firing range, Search and Destroy. Golly, what a performance out from Hydra. Went back and forth to really start things off, and then Hydra really started cooking with their aggression. And it's the same thing that I highlighted when they were going up against Nexus on Tunisia. It comes to fruition here in the map number 2. And I love that point that you brought up. How much was it just going up against Tribe, a very dominant force, and how many was those rounds just being exploited by Hype Mobility, kind of getting punched in the face through a lot of these rounds. So many first bloods going in Hydra's way. Did not keep count, but I'd say that probably the majority were going their way for sure.
Well, Hype Mobility lose that Search and Destroy. Hydra able to tie the series up at 1-1. That means we do have yet another Arsenal as the swing game here in this best of 5. Oh boy, we love to see it. And honestly, again, I have no idea how this one is going to go given the controls that we saw earlier on today. But it is worth saying, Hydra got 3-0'd in their control. That was an Arsenal control. Hype Mobility forced Tribe to a round 5. So there is a very stark difference between these teams' earlier controls.
I think it mostly just comes through for respawn. It's the same conversation we had going into the standoff map number 1 when we're just looking at the tail of the tape in between these two teams, is that the slaying surely might be there for Hydra at certain moments of time, but it is consistent when it comes down to this Hype Mobility team going up against Tribe Gaming, even in the losing fashion that we saw there on the Hackney map number 4.
Dolores,
they were still slaying with some of the best, and I think that that was a continuation that we got in the standoff map number 1. And I think you're kind of nervous if you are a fan of this Hydra roster that we are going over towards Raid for control, because this
like
is
any
a
team's gonna be good.
very loose map to where SMGs can go unnoticed, where timings might go
always wanted
unchecked.
to keep playing.
Hydra really need to be on their toes here going up against Hype in this swing map mode combo.
All right, well, is it a respawn thing? We're going to have the answer to that question here in just a second. Proxy has the answer, it would seem, right off the rip. Hype Mobility wasting no time, dispatching with Hydra at the start of this game. Only 2 kills going by Hydra, and now going to be 3. Hype Mobility not so certain on this B push anymore. They've got a backup plan in a player over by A, but the vast majority of the gunfight still being won by Hype Mobility over towards B. Fabuloso and Saucy, though, offer some resistance, and now they might need that backup plan. Coldest chilling in from behind. What can he find? He's actually going to find Fixo here, so this is very disruptive to Hydra.
Yeah, good discipline and choice of direction coming through from Coldest. Back through the wheelbarrow window, finds a kill inside of Kitchen. I mean, that opens up the A site now. So first segment's going to be locked in over towards A. Now Hydra is starting to scramble on how they can even try to get themselves back over towards the A control zone.
Gunfight's being won by Hydra here, though. Hype Mobility, fair play on the actual strategy, but execution's just not that great right now. Hydra outgunning them. The start of this round was all Hype Mobility. Towards the second half of this round, though, Hydra have really stepped things up. Now they've got map control. Hype Mobility forced to spawn towards that bedroom site. Hydra, you're okay with this. You've got Saucy just sniping down long. Now you've got help as well coming through. Hype Mobility need to choose an exit plan right about now, and they just can't win any of the fights. Houston Fabuloso full control over R. Hype Mobility now down by 8 lives. They are stuck in their spawn with 25 seconds to go.
And views have been just
such a fantastic opening break. It's only accrued to 3 segments. Once you know what, they're not on the same zone, so you won't get 60 seconds, and you lose more map positioning soon to follow. Hydra can simply do no wrong off of these reprising gunfights. A big one for Compa inside of red, but just a moment's too late and a few lives too short. 1v13?
Nah. All right. Not with 2 seconds left, mate. Not unless you're Barry Allen. That's not happening. Yawn's going to get cut short, and Hydra will finish the round with 13 kills. And it was a promising start to that round for Hype Mobility, right? I mean, the way in which they played B, the way in which they had Coldest as kind of that backup plan towards A. But as soon as they lost that wave of gunfights, just no map control whatsoever.
Unless you're Barry Allen, that's good. That's a good one right there. I'll add that one to the list for later. But now you have an operator ready to rally behind if you are used, but the car explosion will be the first blood. That allows for at least high mobility to get further map positioning, but the trade games, which you always have to look at for this opening break, will favor the boys in blue for the time being. They do have ring control.
But India viewership is still really good, though.
Going to try and put a stop to Hydra. Compa's going to get the double up. Now Proxy on the point as well. Can they do anything? Coldest is just continuing his reign of terror over from this point. Surely not yet another kill. Used will barely survive the fight. Keeps Hydra involved around B. Chagaby pre-firing every single angle but where the players are. Used will pick him up at the back of that as well. Hydra don't really have too much to be concerned about round B at the moment. Used continues to pick up gunfights. He's been stunned up, but the third tick's about to be through. And if you're hype ability, you can see it on the map. They have given up control. Extra 60 seconds on the board.
Yeah, I'd feel bad if high mobility
Used now knows exactly where to look for all of these players.
They fought toe-to-toe for
And this was exemplified by Hydra in that map number 1, even versus Nexus. Their ability to understand that they have such an advantage when it comes down to resources, and the way they start using that. They captured that B zone. Predator missile followed up. Look at the map positioning now out of Hydra. Got themselves inside a kitchen, but the gunfight soon after. Majority were won by Hype Mobility, who find themselves now only down by 2 lives. They have steadily reset themselves here for this A defense.
Hydra. Where do they go from here? Big gunfight to win there for Yawn to take down Saucy towards that laundry side. Now this becomes one-dimensional for Hydra. Never count them out, though. They can always find these gunfights, and they've got a fair bit of utility on side to work with if they want to. 3 lives to the good in this situation. Over 60 seconds to get it done, and they're already starting to push the line through Tiki. Kills, though, going in favor of Hype Mobility. Proxy's going to take down Used. Hydra sent back towards the respawn point, but Hype Mobility do not have anybody in towards bedroom side. Hydra here, able to continue to respawn towards bedroom. They will hit this over and over again. Now we're going to start to see some of that investment coming through. Saucy with the War Machine. What can he get done? Looking for a kill. Will find Proxy. Fixo following up another one as well. Hydra, they're here.
There's one player inside of the Tiki bar as well. Well played by Yawn, and has some assistance as well. It's these smokes that keep coming through that makes this so dicey for Hydra to try to work their way across the pool side. Compa's going to pull out the Annihilator. Yawn's still working this Tiki control, and it's another way of the gunfights that go Hype's way. Now no respawns remaining for Hydra.
Yeah, gunfights being won as well. Yawn will double up. Hydra should be done in this round now. 20 seconds left, unless Fixo and Noisy can pull off the 2 versus 8. Former goes down. Noisy will find 1, and no more than that. So Hydra make Hype Mobility look a little bit scared in that round, but in the end, it is Hype that come out on top. Defense have held strong towards the back half of these rounds thus far.
Another good look for
next
Hydra.
year, maybe like Vitality, if the players go to other countries to represent team, maybe there's a chance for viewers to bounce back,
then started dipping their toes inside the resource
pool. B if there's a chance.
So only 3 segments tied up a piece here between these 2 teams. A bit of a change coming through here for Hype Mobility.
I mean, Hunter, I also have to realize I haven't been really following esports this year at all, at all. Like I see the stuff on Twitter sometimes because most of my feed is from Codm, but I have not been looking at the esports scene at all. I don't think I'm going to go to this year's stage 5.
Result that either of these 2 teams are realistically looking for.
Yeah, the start of the round hasn't been really that convincing for either team. Hype Mobility trying to find their way on towards B. Backup plan towards A has been shut down, so Hype Mobility now need to make this B hit work. Closely on the other side with the sniper rifle. Deadly in the search and destroy. Can he be deadly here in the control? No, going to get shut down. Hype Mobility first tick through over by B. Still looking to deal with the players that are trying to spawn trap them, though. Another one of those was going to be Fixo. He's going to get shut down towards Sig. Gunfights now being won by Hype Mobility towards B. Hydra have players in towards the laundry side. They stop dead in their tracks, though. They do not want to push this one. Chakabu taking shots through the wall. B is gone. Hype Mobility content with the start of the round.
And they have 2 operators to try to pop in between Chagabu and Proxy if they want to try to swing this favorably on transition. Might not have the opportunity anymore, especially with Compa being dealt with over inside a kitchen. Coldest does find one over by open stairs, but has one player to be worried about inside of bedroom, not to mention the player over by the A control zone itself. So to the drawing board we go for Hype Mobility as they trail by 2 lives.
I do like this adaptation coming out from Hydra. I've often critiqued players for teams from not having players towards bedroom side to force the team on the offense to spawn all the way out. Hype Mobility, though, focused on the push through Laundry's side. Already picking up gunfights as well. Yawn going to bring out the claw for some kills. He's found one. Compa able to follow up with another one as well. Hype ability here, forcing Hydra to reapproach how they're looking at this offense or defense, excuse me. Fixo and Fabuloso going to get the kills though. Hype mobility here. Going to still have to work for this. Chagaboo now with the Sparrow. What value can he find? This Hype mobility look for a way through. That back spawn push did not work out how they wanted.
I mean, Chag had to hit the brakes, even with the Sparrow, wanted to work that pinch all the way past to the backstairs, the basketball court. Now has to try to work some of these kills. This will help his team get a little bit further forward. Goes 1 for 1, takes himself out of the equation, but also loses Compa along the way. So back to just kitchen and money window control, but you still have youth that's existing over through top and bottom bedroom, just playing for timings and more kills. Might need to prize himself out from such a hidey hole, as now Hydra are out of any response. 5v5 with 15 seconds remain.
High mobility could lose this round. Hydra winning all the gunfights, and yeah, they should lose this round now. Yawn and Coldest are split up. There goes Yawn. Coldest 1 versus 5. One down, gets pushed from behind. Noisy secures yet another defensive round here for Hydra. So many of these are coming down to the wire. Hydra able to hold strong.
Really got to say that's a job well done out of Hydra, even off of the transition, losing the B control zone, being able to stabilize the flank all the way through jungle, making sure the high mobility could not transition scot-free with any operators that they had at their disposal. Fabuloso going to start off this round here with an Annihilator and just goes flying all the way through pillars with the smoke. It's going to keep him rather honest. Knows that one player's inside of Laundry. Had a good look at maybe Coldest as well, but here comes Use with the Predator missile to try to build a little bit more oomph behind this B push. Already working on the first segment, but nothing captured quite yet.
These teams have been so successful at capturing B early on, especially with Fixo pushed all the way up towards Laundry and Sniper watching in the middle of the map as well. Hydra might be more than successful here. They might be able to get B and, of course, plant themselves a nice flag on A as well. Saucy through money window, misses some shots with the pistol, able to finish off Compa in the end, though. Fortunately, he will fall. So I was talking about potential plan moving forward here for Hydra to move all the way towards A, but I think as some of the players that were the advanced guards do go down now, they're going to have to work a little bit harder for it.
Yep, sure will. The life discrepancy as well for Hive mobility. Not a really comfortable place to be sitting at. And Hydra have operators to really put a final nail in this swing map mode combination on control. We'll have to see what they're able to do. A lot of mid-map actually given up, but a timing here for Chag, not going to be the case at all, as they are dealt with. A 2-for-1 trade so far, now 3 is Saucy, able to find 2 more with a sniper rifle.
I talk about that life disparity. It continues to grow right now. This is dangerous for Hype mobility here. This is the biggest danger they've been in so far. This control. Saucy is hitting every single shot with the War Machine, continuing to do damage to the lives for Hype mobility. Down to the final 11. Noisy now going to bring out the claw as well. What do Hype mobility have as a response to this? Not much map control. Hydra have got themselves in towards kitchen side. It's a threat that Hype mobility need to deal with now. Fixo can't find anything with the Sparrow just yet. Chagaboo's going to take Use down. Trade coming through from Saucy. Saucy finds a couple of kills. Hype mobility now backs well and truly against the wall. Pressed up against it. Only 7 kills left.
Use does have an operator. Put the final nail in the coffin, but Mobility Annihilator itself is going to be called out immediately just to try to stabilize the situation. 14v6. So very winnable for Hype mobility, albeit down by so many lives in proximity. Going to be able to find 2 more. Should at least sustain kitchen control for now. 50 seconds remain.
And you say winnable. You really do have to be pixel perfect here if you're Hype mobility. Can't lose a single important gunfight. Here's the big one. Saucy. Big player here for Hydra. Fixo going to win his towards the middle of the map. Fabuloso following up with another one. Every single gunfight's going the way of Hydra. Proxy the only one with anything to say, and they're going to get shut down. Chagaboo, despite having the Sparrow, it's not going to be enough to pull off a 1 versus 9. We went defense for the first 3 rounds. Hydra finally break serve and take that control.
Yeah, they sure do, and it's all off of some really good fundamentals, backed up by a high-octane amount of slang coming through for Hydra as well. This is everything that we actually got from them in that map number 1, but was kind of missing in that map number 3 versus Nexus, albeit Arsenal compared to Raid. Very stark differences in between the 2 maps, but it's still control. It's still a respawn. Hydra just completely blew Hype mobility out of their water, and to be frank, Hype mobility did have a good opportunity to have a better chance to be able to win that first offense had they just completed the segments on B, instead got a little egregious, try to get themselves over towards A. We very much so could have been loading into a round 5 as we speak, but not the universe we live in at all. Hydra's slaying on top of good teamwork, on top of just resource manipulation when they had the advantage state. It was just so good, just trying to show that they can hang with the best.
Solid control coming out from Hydra again. Got to give Hypermobility some credit because they were staying competitive. They were able to win at least one of their defensive rounds, and they also made it pretty close here on round number 3 as well. They brought Hydra down to the final set of lives, but this was the round in which Hydra were able to walk away with a victory. Just too hot to handle there, winning it on lives, and we can see that slaying discrepancy as we go towards the final scoreboard as well. Youst finishes at 30 and 17, almost double positive, but everyone is doing their part. Fabuloso and Saucy, shout out to those guys as well, as Hydra outslay Hypermobility for the W.
Yeah, again, the slaying discrepancy is something that we're gonna have to study for generations to come, because Coldest, compared to what we got on the map number 1, was a non-benefactor here. Yon, I wouldn't say got suppressed, still went 21 and 17, but the amount of impact just simply was not there comparatively to what Hydra had. And maybe it could be a momentum shift as well. I mean, we talk about how it's a swing map mode combination all the time here in Call of Duty Mobile for that raid control to go in such a way for Hydra. Now we have to look at this, well, a Hackney Yard hardpoint. Again,
I don't know.
It's seemingly undeniable when it comes down to today, as we get 3 Hackney Yards on the docket, and we get to play them all.
Hackney Yard hardpoint A, we're going to get to see it once again, and this is something we've seen from both teams today. Of course, Tribe took it away from Hypermobility earlier on. It was the hardpoint in which, well, towards the second half of the game, Hypermobility just lost all their hype and all their mobility, and we saw Hydra go head-to-head with Nexus on this earlier on today as well, and they pushed Nexus to the brink. So we're seeing both competitive rosters, but Nexus, or Hydra, excuse me, look better of the two. Again, though, apples to oranges, very different opponents. What does that really mean as we go in towards this one? Who knows, man? And it's also worth pointing out as well, Hypermobility did manage to take map number 1 hardpoint away from Nexus, Hydra in this best of 5, excuse me. So Hypermobility, man, I mean, they've got to win this one. They've got to have another hardpoint victory here. Otherwise, their tournament, their Snapdragon Pro Series lives are done and dusted. Hydra ready to overwhelm. They've embedded themselves into this matchup. Ready to go. Hypermobility, can they clutch up here?
Must win map number 4 for Hypermobility to force a Tunisia search and destroy map number 5. Again, Hydra, what they were able to do versus Nexus, just not only keep up with the slaying, but also the same thing that we've gassed them for that map number 3. And that's just the resource advantage that they continuously utilize in such a high regard. So holding on to that side of the map, have 2 players strong out of Hydra, looking to at least keep P1 scrappy. Fixo's staying alive for a long time here.
Fixo's doing a really good job with that inside P1 right now. Sucking up a lot of time for Hydra. Hypermobility have to be careful about this already off the start of this game. They're giving up a lot of time to Hydra on P1. They're also losing the rotational battles towards P2. With 15 seconds left here, you can see the map, the way that Hypermobility are playing this one. They have to completely transfer themselves straight over towards P2 right now. They have to win some of these gunfights, and it's just not happening. Hydra winning every single one, but one Lone Ranger has got in behind enemy lines. It's Proxity, and I don't think that Hydra quite are aware of it. Proxity has played his life for long enough here. Now needs to activate, go off and pick up some kills. He's done exactly that. There's the one against Noisy. He has given Hypermobility some control over Nuke.
Yeah, I mean, while Hydra was still battling over by P1, you actually had Proxity that spawned back behind the blue fence, so was able to at least get inside of that corner, but Hydra were able to finally deal with them. Now you got Compa in the same exact corner, just keeping things really interesting for Hydra because they need to try to deal with this player while also dealing with the reinforcements that are working across the entirety of the map, and they're able to do the entirety of all of that. 28 seconds left to fight over here on P2. And if you're Hypermobility, you might just do well to chalk this and try to set yourself up all the way across the map.
It's so difficult. Fair play to Hypermobility for taking some time away from Hydra on this hardpoint. Fair play to them for giving Hydra a tough time of it, but that is not a nice sight at the end of the second hill on this map to give Hydra what is going to be a 60 to 70 point advantage. They need to have a solid next hill. They can't allow Hydra to come in for the contest. See whether or not that's going to be the case. Jordan and Proxy going to win the first couple of gunfights here. That's a rogue spawn and a half, though. You can see Noisy spawning in behind enemy lines. It's a good read coming through from Comper, actually, that play did manage to get through. But individual here on from Hydra to try and break early control of this hill here, Randy. Now we're already starting to see some of the operators. Hydra out there starting to find kills here. This is dangerous high mobility.
Yeah, you can see the visible comms actually coming through for high mobility, at least how they're reacting on the mini-map, but then it just comes to utmost chaos, but the kill feed is that much more favorable for high mobility, and the smoke inside of the hard point makes things a little bit more dicey, but Hydra, so close spawns coming through over by that green building, over by P5, currently getting inside of the time, which is more damning for high mobility than it is anything. I mean, they had such a stellar setup, and they were looking to maybe get themselves some really good time, but Hydra break back in just when high mobility thought that they were driving this whip. Not the case at all. Hydra yoinked the steering wheel right back.
High mobility just trying to get some kind of control over this game right now. Not really able to, and now the rotation looks like it might be running away from them as well. Use finds a couple of kills. Will have to play his life just a little bit longer. He is currently surrounded by players from height mobility through the middle of the map, though. Maybe he does have the assistance he requires. Used with the equalizers. Sat inside the new hard point. Saucy able to find a couple of kills. How much damage can he do? No, Proxy on the other side is actually going to win that equalizer versus equalizer battle. Now Hydra on the other side, though, have more to go. It's Fixo here with the Sparrow who finds a couple of kills. Hydra, they're in for this time. At this point in the game with a 100-point deficit, high mobility need to find a way through.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, all this time, you definitely need, if you are high mobility, to even try to sniff a comeback in this first set of hard points. Hydra are just letting you absolutely have a Gravity Vortex gun out of Fabuloso, just trying to find where these players are located at. Shutting down the staircase. Proxy, where'd you think you were going, buddy? Fabuloso gonna take you down. 20 seconds still left to fight over here inside of the office building for P4. And Hydra just relentlessly setting numbers at it because they can. High mobility will finally get the last kills required. They should secure this back 10 seconds, but Hydra spotting well away from this P5. Gonna have to play for this rotation. High mobility showing up in the kill feed at a moment's notice.
Again, how many times are we going to say this here in this hard point?
Yeah, mobility looks like mentally chopped right now. I think they're kind of like...
mobility need to hold. They cannot be broken here,
right now, not gonna lie.
as they have been for the last 2 to 3 hard points in a row. A good start from high mobility. Exactly what we wanted to see. Full yellow kill feed from them. Hydra are going to have a really tough time just getting past. It's so difficult given the kind of setup of this hill. Maybe Fabuloso has sound the route, though. Up top he goes. Yep, nice pistol on towards Coldest. Now from up top, looking for more damage against Jorn. Is able to get yet another kill here. He opens the door for Hydra to find their way through now. They were momentarily distracted by him. Now Hydra, the assault on the hard point. Fixo and Use combine for 3. Fabuloso takes Jorn down. Hydra looking for the back 30, and they should get it.
Compa up top, gonna be able to find 2 immediately traded. You still have a little bit of a skirmish happening here for the back 15 seconds at the end of the first set of hard points. Hydra have let hype mobility absolutely have it, and the War Machine will be the final say, I'm sure, towards those back 10 seconds. What a first set of hard points coming
looking
through
like
Hydra.
A GG's, guys.
Almost every single time that hype mobility had some semblance of a setup, Hydra were right there to break it down. Measly 78 points, but still not out of it yet. Could potentially do the same thing that you had happen to yourself, as you are on the better side of this rotation for high mobility. They still need to try to dance for this P1 time.
Hey, do not underestimate high mobility here in this instance, though. You need to make sure you don't give them this time. It won't be long before they're back in the game. It's also noisy, though. Couple of kills between them. Now just Chagaboo left up as Coldest goes down. Chagaboo trying to play his life outside the hard point. He gets hunted down, and Hydra just continue to find a way in towards these hard points every single time that height mobility look like they've got some traction. They immediately go off track. Hydra now in control of this hill. It's 20 seconds you have to fight for. You have to send resources to this.
Yeah, you absolutely do. Fixer's gonna pull out the Sparrow and immediately dealt with as well, so won't be able to utilize that to try to hold on to all this time. And a good way of gunfights to win for yourself if you are high mobility, because not only do you try to secure the back scrap time, but now you have yourself set up over by P2. It's just about holding down these spawns. Set up a little bit of a crossfire. Do not let Hydra pass this blue fence, and you might be able to get yourself a full 60 here
have a
and
good
well
hold
back
here.
into this.
Let's see what they can do here.
Yep, that's the key to victory now for Hydra. Hold this. Or high mobility, excuse me, hold this. Do not let Hydra in towards this hard point. You've got the setup. Spawn out coming through from Proxy might actually be beneficial to Hydra here in this situation. Can they find any value?
Oh no,
Hydra have already
kind
gotten
of
past
bottom side now.
that front line. Looking for it. Hydra getting it done right now. Looking for a way through. They're picking up the gunfights. Fabuloso and Yu's going to bring out the The operators in this situation now looking for kills outside of the kill. What great trust between all of these Hydra players as Yus finds a couple of kills. He has trust in his teammates to pick up those gunfights. He has trust that he doesn't need to get involved with the equalizers. He can zone players off, and Hydra have broken the time away from hype mobility.
Still got one more player to be worried about if you are high mobility. Currently lurking around up top was Compa. Dealt with, though, a claw towards the end of this rotation. Is going to be pulled for Noisy. That should secure the back 15 seconds. And high mobility are still sending members towards this hard point. And look at player number 1 in blue. Saucy, he's already past the office building. Look for high mobility are spawning. It's split all the way across the map. This is a big 1v1 for the rotation, and Saucy's going to be able to win it. Now you're playing off the back foot even more so if you are high mobility. 218 to 132. What do you have left in the tank if you are high mobility?
Has to be perfect. And at the very least, the smoke from Yus doesn't land where he wants it to. This is a very difficult hill to hold regardless of what happens. And you're going to utilize your operators to try and zone off Hydra. Coldest not going to find much with the War Machine up top. Now here comes the path that's been opened up for Hydra to make their way towards the point. Fixo finds one with the R9. You're taking time away from hype mobility in this instance. They're fighting back again. Those close spawns for hype mobility will give them continual shots at this time. Continual shots at this hard point and continual shots at map control. Smokes, though, give Hydra the coverage for the contest. Yus now towards the kill will find one. Has opened the door for Noisy. Perhaps to find some of this time.
What is going on
will find one. Hype mobility, though, they're not getting the time that they wanted here, Andy.
No, surely not. 10 seconds they'll have to fight over, and Noisy's gonna get the last laugh on the time. Coldest needs the challenge, but he's one shot. Chag gonna pull out a Sparrow to try to secure this rotation inside the office building. We will go once again. Where are our equalizers ready to go? Kompa's gonna open things up with the Annihilator. Chag towards the end of P3. We'll find 2. Split spawns occurring currently for Hydra, but high mobility desperately need to hold on, and they're running out of resources to try to do so.
Yep. There's a few different win conditions here for Hydra, of course. They can keep on hitting this one, but as long as they hold on towards rotation, towards new, they should be good for that backup plan. I think they want to go for plan A, though. Get it done on this one. Yus might have found the perfect route in towards the hard point, completely uncontested. He does get shut down by Yorno. Fixo and Saucy come through for the couple of kills. Hydra have broken in towards the hard point. Height mobility here, not able to do anything. Fixo firing out these arrows to outside the hard point. Hydra have done it. They've broken in towards the time. All the utility coming down from the heavens now.
That's it.
You cut one head and 2 more will take its place. Hydra continue to survive
Nexus got
as hype mobility go down 3-1 and are eliminated from the Snapdragon Pro Series.
I mean, got 3-0 by Nexus for what? It was not a fluke. They
anyway, guys, that's about for the stream, guys. And that's all the matches here.
And I think that was the solidification of it right there with a map 4 stamp over.
GG, guys.